I'll
I'm gonna
find
go
the tweet
live,
from the
but go
score,
ahead.
but they threw a party.
They threw a party because Dwight got traded.
Yeah, like they were like jubilant or whatever. Like they're happy about him being gone.
You know what? I don't. Why do people not like Dwight? Like, what's the deal there? I don't get it. Like
I guess
Dwight.
his
The fact
attitude.
he doesn't try to change.
I mean, he hasn't gotten better at shooting
He's a
free
very selfish
throws
player.
or.
Yeah, I found the tweet. One sec.
But the crazy thing is though, like, back in the day, like everybody loved Dwight.
Well, that's because he was healthy.
I mean, that's true. I guess people only love you based on what you can do for them.
I mean, he never tried to like develop his game. He's just like, yeah, I'm big and athletic.
Well, he has that stiff like hook shot through the lane that he does all the time. It's like a slow two step, and then he just throws it up. He has that, but I still can't shoot free throws. No real post moves, and now his back is injured, so not much he can do there. So
He's basically meaning like Shaq was at the end of his career.
but I think also with Dwight, because Kobe called him soft, I think people have like been kind of running with that.
Yeah, probably. I agree.
Yeah, because people's like, all right, Kobe called him soft. He must be soft then, if Kobe Bryant said it. But
Yeah.
yeah, we live. What's popping? I hear a slight echo. I'm not sure who it is.
Yeah, I just saw now we're live.
I'm not sure.
I hear it too. I don't know who it is.
I hear it too.
Here's a little whistle.
You hear a
No,
whistle?
there's like a slight like echo of like
Yeah.
this dude in the background somewhere.
I don't think it's me.
Yeah, I'm
Grim.
not sure. What it is.
Is it
Grim's
me?
been quiet. Read your mic.
What's up?
Just because
Yeah.
we're no fool with basketball.
You said Grim don't watch basketball?
No, this
Hey,
is
man.
trash.
Okay.
Nah, he tightens the fuck up.
Basketball finna be lit this year. I can't wait for the season. Football has been lit as well. Well, at least this past week.
I don't know.
The first 2 weeks were, I guess, okay. But One Piece, I guess.
One Piece.
I don't expect any spoilers this week, so I could have done this tomorrow. But hey, Katakuri. I'm seeing a lot of theories about what's gonna happen and who's gonna win. As far as Katakuri, what do you guys think? Do you think Katakuri or Luffy can afford to lose here?
See, if Oda makes Luffy lose, it wouldn't really surprise me. We just have me kind of shook. Like, really, Oda's giving Luffy an L at in this point of the story, right? Like, it wouldn't make that much sense. Like, I feel like Luffy needs some progression. Like, that's
Yeah.
just-
I've been thinking about it, and
That's what Dustin been telling us for the past few months, man.
well, Destin thinks he needs Yonko level.
well, that's against Big Mom. I disagree with that. Against Katakuri, I could sympathize with that.
Wait, Mob said Brago's not boycotting football. I want to address that real quick. So, damn that echo. But you have people, right? This past weekend, you got a bunch of players kneeling, a bunch of players locking arms, doing all this. Do they like? Why are they doing it?
It's something about patriotism and like it being. I heard something about patriotism being a marketing like
Oh,
strategy for marketing and stuff like that, and people were like getting angry about that. And then it was stuff about like freedom of speech, and I'm really confused on the whole idea. So if anyone knows about that, just like sum it up for me, because
people. Well,
I
the
keep
thing is,
hearing different sides.
I think people knew about this as far as the NFL, and they only played the anthem to get like more recruitment for the army. That was the whole purpose of it. But they knew this for a while, so I don't think that's it.
Yeah,
Wait, I think Grim. Is it Grim?
Yeah,
it
it's
has
good.
to be
you're
Grim, yeah.
doing that thing, huh?
Whenever he made it,
I'll switch my mic on in a second.
All right.
Okay.
But yeah. Oh yeah, it sounded so much.
Yeah,
better.
it's way better now. Skydiving ass motherfucker.
Great. Grim skydiving. But yeah, so I saw a lot of people kneeling because of what Trump said, right? And I feel like that's kind of diverting from the actual issue and the reason why Kaepernick knelt in the first place. Like, it wasn't because of like what Trump said; it was because of like the injustices as far as like racism and all that stuff. So it's like again, the issue at hand is kind of getting lost in like what Trump is saying. And I'm just like, all these people, like, it's like being fake woke, bro. Like, you're just kneeling because of what Trump said. Like, all these owners, I don't agree with Trump. And it's like Kaepernick's been saying shit this whole time, and all of a sudden you care. Like I don't. So that's why I was like, it's just I don't care about it. Like the whole kneeling, locking arms thing is fake. It's phony. Because I feel like everybody's just using this moment to kind of go at Trump. And it's
grab
not.
attention.
Yeah, it's just creating fake tension. Like,
Hey, before I switch my mic out though, real quick, like
yeah,
even though that's all true, like that's the proper speculation to have.
yeah.
The whole point of the entire movement in general was to get attention, and like whether this is good attention or bad attention, it's attention. So like however people decide to use this method is what'll like capitalize on it or not.
Yeah.
But I think that like this is definitely a step forward, regardless if it's like a fake or a bad step forward. This could be used in a positive way. So
No.
I want to see what happens next, how this develops.
I hear you, but the thing is, they're bringing attention to it. But even in like the broadcast and like the reason they're saying it, it's like, oh, they're kneeling because of Trump. They're doing this because of Trump, and it's like Kaepernick's message is getting lost in all this, where it's just like nobody's even talking about the reason why they're doing it, and Trump is kind of like the reason now. It's like that wasn't the reason to kneel in the first place. So, I mean, I don't care about it right now. It's like,
Yeah, it's been a long ass time since like Kaepernick himself has actually come out to speak to the public, to say something or to move the whole like message forward and shit.
Yeah.
He's been using his actions to speak more than his words.
Exactly.
But this may be like another like milestone to actually speak. Like I think this is like something should happen pivotal next in order to move this forward. But if it doesn't, then I feel like the whole fake shit is gonna prevail instead
yeah,
of
but it
anything
just
else.
felt so cringe. Even with like Bob Kraft
Yeah.
coming out, like you donated to Trump. You had like other owners that donated to Trump in his campaign coming out speaking out. I'm like, come on, bro, y'all are just using this moment to kind of deflect. I'm like, okay, so I didn't care about it, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's just sick that like Colin Kaepernick doesn't even have a job in the NFL.
Yeah, like when you see people like Scott Tolzien for the Colts and how terrible he was.
Wow.
It's just
Bro,
like
Brian Hoyer is our quarterback.
Brian,
Like, come on.
You know
Like,
what?
the
I think
hell is this
Brian
shit?
Hoyer isn't that bad. You know, I don't think he's that bad, but Brian Hoyer is like the definition of mediocrity. Like if that's what you want, you go get Brian Hoyer because he's gonna check down like all game. But you know, I think with Cap, they're scared of like what comes with him. So you know, it's a business decision. Like we all know that. So people asking about Cardi B being number 1 on the charts. It's a moment.
Song goes in.
It's
His song goes in, but like I don't know, man. There's too many dick riders when it comes to her.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a
That's
great
how it is.
moment. It's a great moment. I
But Lazaro, she has no penis.
I salute it. It's like
That's another reason, Steve-O, but I'm not gonna go too much into that.
Yeah, that's why I stay quiet.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't mind Cardi B being number 1. It's a moment, man. Like her getting number 1 with that song, that type of song. It's dope. It's dope. But what did it say? They said Brago, they're defending their right to protest. That's why they did what they did. I mean, no one ever said they didn't have a right to protest, but kneeling to like the anthem, that was kind of like a Kaepernick started. So there's gonna be like the protest for everything now. So if they want to protest like weed in NFL, they're gonna kneel at the anthem. Is this what we're doing now? It's like it's just gonna keep getting lost in like this whole, you know, fake protest. But regardless, Katakuri. Lando, shout out to Lando. He said, finally caught you guys. I feel bad for not keeping up with the family. You guys have all grown. Shout out to the Brago Pirates. I'll make a return soon. Hey, Lando, appreciate it, bro. Thanks for coming through. I miss your comments. I really do.
Shout out to Lando.
Thank you, Lando.
But
Plus a rouge. He gets a plus a rouge from me.
yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, a shout out to Steve-O. His first vid hit over 1K. This past
Yes.
live
Yo,
reaction.
that's dope, Steve. Congrats.
Yeah,
man.
man. Congrats on
Appreciate
that,
yeah,
bro.
well deserved.
I remember the first time my vid hit 1K, man. That shit was lit. I was fucking excited. I saw you tweeted like, this YouTube shit is cool if I can make money. Shit.
Yeah, he's about to make
Man,
that go
I
out.
feel it. I feel it, bro. I feel it. Nah, for real. But Drago said fuck Canada. Isn't he from Canada? Anyway.
Yo, who called me Canada slander?
Say police brutality. I mean,
This man Wallow.
I sent Wallo the link. Wallo, I sent you the link, fam.
For $5, he'll give you the link.
I sent
Come
you the
on.
link, bro. I sent Wallo the link. But nah,
Hey, shout out to
Katakuri.
Wallo.
I was saying, can Luffy afford to lose here?
No.
No, he cannot. He can't get stuck here.
I was saying,
Yeah.
at this point, getting out of this alive is a win.
Yeah.
Like, that's a win. Like, he doesn't have to defeat Katakuri, but
Yeah.
just getting
I
away
agree
from
with-
it is a win.
I agree with that because I had this little joke I threw up, but like if it happens, I wouldn't even complain. Like if he went, Gear 4 Speed Man, right? And as soon as he transformed, he was like, I'm out of here later, yo. And he just like ran as fast as he could away from that dude.
Right.
Like I said it as a joke, right? Like
Yeah.
if he did that, but like if he actually does that, like I can't even be upset because he's getting away, bro.
Yeah, but it's like,
I'm predicting a great escape.
Yeah, what's good?
damn, Grim, you sound lit.
Bro.
You Mike?
Hey,
You Mike, who
don't
this? Go ahead.
You might
You
be-
use that
You
$20
Mike, who
for
this?
Good purpose. Good job.
Go ahead, Grim.
I'm predicting like when I say great escape, I mean like, we'll see him like escape from the situation in a really like good way, or he'll flex, or he'll do something really cool.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily like want, desire, or like expect him to beat Katakuri. If it happens, it's whatever.
Yeah.
We'll
Right.
see it. But like, he should be able to escape and show us something
Yeah.
that like allows us to like justify it, or understand what's gonna happen in
Exactly.
the next arc or in the next step.
Like, that's the thing.
He
People
should
think I
grow from
care, like, if Luffy wins. I don't, like, I just want it to make sense, bro. And from what's been shown,
that.
like, it doesn't seem like Luffy should be able to take someone down like that. But then I thought back, and I'm like, okay, if we didn't see Luffy versus Cracker, would I still think that? Probably, because of Doflamingo. But then I think about Gear 4 and how dominant Gear 4 was.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah, I don't
we
think
haven't
if-
seen all
if
of
we
Gear
didn't
4
see
as well,
Cracker.
so-
If we didn't see the Cracker fight, I probably wouldn't feel that way.
we wouldn't feel as strongly about it, right? But after we saw
Yeah.
like how Luffy struggled against a clone of Cracker, I think that's kind of where we're looking at it. Where okay, Katakuri is the strongest commander. Katakuri should be able to own Gear 4 as well.
Yep.
What's next? So I think that's kind of what we're looking at, and we're looking at that saying, okay, Luffy should be able to beat Katakuri based on that.
That's why I keep throwing out the matchup card. Like I joke around about Blazeman, but it could happen. Do you guys? Okay,
You keep throwing
Hold
the
up.
matchup card,
Grim,
sir.
hold up,
Sir.
Grim,
Don't try
you
to take the
listen.
whole.
Nah,
Grim,
let's
Grim,
get Escape
Grim,
before.
Grim has been saying that, but
Listen.
Escape, go ahead. What were you saying, Escape?
Listen, Grim, have you ever had mochi before? Do you know what mochi is?
I have no idea what it is.
It's a dessert that you're supposed to eat cold. All right. You get it in the frozen aisle of a fucking Asian market. All right. Do you know what fire does to mochi?
Isn't it like solidify it, make it bread or something like that?
No.
Is it melted?
Hey, drop the facts. Drop the
yes,
facts.
It melts it. Yes.
I was just about to say, I think
What?
It's
Here's
a-
the thing, though.
It's a frozen dessert.
Here's the thing,
Let's
though.
go, Lit.
We saw Katakuri counter it already,
Counter what?
like the Red Hawk.
Red Hawk doesn't compared to a Gear 4 fire form though.
Yeah, but if Katakuri can counter it without like not even named as hack, you don't think he can counter like a Gear 4? I mean, I hear you. I understand like the logic behind that, but even still,
Because I like to
That's
draw parallels to Emmy's lobby for this arc. Because if you think Cracker is the Bluno of this arc, then Luffy demonstrating Gear 3rd or not Gear 3rd, Gear 3rd based attack in Gear 4th, right?
yeah.
He's using Kingpin. That's very similar to Gear 3rd. I think that if he does go up against Category, he might show a Gear 2nd based attack in Gear 4th. So like a fire based attack in Gear 4th.
Well, I was
Or
gonna
a
say,
fire based form.
See, when I talk about matchups, I'm not referring to like what one certain ability compared to another nerf. I'm talking about just those fighters individually and how
Yeah,
they fit
all
to
their
each
stats,
other's
right?
modes. Yeah, like
Yeah,
if you have
I
a
agree.
guy who's really really fast, he's gonna match up better compared to a guy who's just really really strong. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about fire. I'm not talking about defense. I'm talking about them as individuals. They display
Yeah.
different things and they have different strengths, so they're gonna match up differently than others. Cracker's best strength was his defensive capabilities and how he fights with tactics and
Yeah.
jumping and shit like that. While
Yeah.
Katakuri seems to be straight on hand to hand 1v1 fighter or whatever.
Yep.
Those are different matchups for Luffy. He's gonna deal with them in different ways. One may be harder for Luffy to deal with than the other. That's why I feel that Katakuri like annihilating Luffy. But if Luffy is to beat Katakuri, it won't be that Cracker's stronger than Katakuri. It'll just be that particular matchup.
Grim, I 100% agree with what you said, right? I was just looking like at a small part because Oda keeps mentioning how similar their Devil Fruit abilities are, and I was just thinking of like, kind of outside, like how he could make them very, very different. Like, and I thought about how Blaze Man, fire can affect Mochi, and fire, hardens rubber. And I felt like if you put that into the story, it would make for an interesting fight. I was just a part, just like devil fruits. But I do agree with like, speed, strength, agility, observation, like all of those things match up to like in fights. So
yeah, that's what I mean when I say matchup. I don't mean like water compared to fire. To me, those are excess matchups. Those are nerfs to the things like that. And I want to start to separate those two terms because like people like to confuse it. Like whenever you mention a matchup, people say, "Oh, Enel versus Luffy" or whatever. That's not what I mean. I mean, straight up how two people are when they face each other. That's what I think is going to be a lot more prevalent in the series from now
on. Yeah, I agree. I agree that if Luffy manages to beat Katakuri here, then it's definitely a matchup thing. Then it's definitely. Then we have to kind of take a look at. I think this changes Wano for me personally.
Yeah. Because then it's like not that bad going into the fights with the calamities.
Right. It's not as overwhelming as we first thought, right? Where it's like, damn, I don't know how they stand a chance here. They're going to have to tag team. I'm like, wait, if Luffy can take out a right hand, it's like, it's going to be solely like, it could be matchup based where Law could go against one person. We could have Kid against someone over here. Yeah. I don't think it has to be like, tag team on everyone if Luffy can take him out, because I feel like Law, Kid, and those guys, they're relatively around Luffy's level, so it changes a lot if Luffy manages to pull it out in a legit way. I don't think it's a brand new gear or anything, but it's gonna have to be something special for Luffy to be able to take out Katakuri.
Because I was gonna say, because like in the 6 months again, like he wasn't training with Rayleigh when Rayleigh dipped. Like he could have, like by that point when he was training with Rayleigh, he had Gear 4. So like in that 6 months, he could have utilized that time to kind of like work something out, and maybe in this fight with Katakuri, like he realized whatever I used from that training, I can use it here.
Right.
So at least it makes sense,
So I guess that's why a lot of us, we want like Luffy to face Katakuri and for him to learn a lot from Katakuri, so that when we see him do something crazy in Wano, it's gonna be like, oh shit, he learned a lot from Katakuri doing that. Yeah. So I feel like that's what a lot of us expect. Lando says, also, originality and credibility is what makes the Brago pirate special. I'm heavily disappointed with that stunt Grim pulled with a fake reaction.
Damn.
You mean this like
I told you everybody wasn't fooling with it.
My nigga Walla.
Grim,
hey, Lando,
thoughts?
bro, I fuck with you heavy as hell.
Thoughts,
I fuck with Lando since forever and shit.
Yeah.
But hey, stay tuned for this Thursday. So
get out of here. Everyone, make sure to flag his channel.
Grim got everybody heated with that because everybody was waiting, bro. Remember, we got the chapter early the week before, so we had to wait longer for this chapter. So when you said the chapter was out, you got everybody's hopes high, bro, and then you just let them down. Jacob B says, "You reckon Bobbin is gonna come fix the mirror?" I don't think so. That'd be dope if Bobbin came out of nowhere. We just saw a pound, so
she's knocked out though, like Brûlée. So like, how's he gonna fix something if she's unconscious?
Yeah, that's the only part where it's like, with
then again, they touch her. Like, can they go through the mirrors, or like she has to still be conscious?
Well, she was conscious every time we saw her going through the mirror. Like she was.
I'm not really sure if she has to be conscious or not, but every time we saw her, she was conscious.
Yeah, so I would assume she would have to be conscious.
Well, it's like a Doflamingo when he got knocked out. Remember how the birdcage kind of like stopped, from forming after because he was unconscious from like Luffy taking him out. So
yeah, but that doesn't work with every Devil Fruit user because we see that after Cracker's knocked out, the buildings don't fall apart.
Yeah, that's true.
And Moria's Devil Fruit doesn't become deactivated once he comes knocked out as well.
Yeah.
It's ambiguous.
People saying we are drunk.
Well, actually, that is how it worked for Moria, right? Because everybody got their shadows back.
No, Moria had to willingly. Like that was the thing, right? They knocked out Moria, and then Lola came around and said, "We have to force it out of him." Like that was the entire thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
And the only reason that came out is because Moria tried to, use Shadow Asgard. Basically, couldn't handle the power.
Yep. Yeah, this we're drunk. Katakuri has way more durability than Doflamingo, and Mingo outlasted Gear 4th. I don't know if we know that yet.
Yeah, we don't know that for a fact.
We could assume that, but like
that's a good assumption, I guess. But
I wouldn't say that either.
Yeah, I don't know if we know that yet.
I want to keep pushing the narrative of matchup because at this level and at this like margin that we're at right now, all these people are gonna have different strengths that are so excessive in certain categories, and it pushes them to be at the same rank. Like for example, if Luffy, let's say Luffy's speed is at a 10, and Sanji's power is at a 15, all the other traits of them are gonna allow them to be equal if they're gonna be in the same tier. And that's why I want to push like this narrative that let's assume that Flamingo's in the same tier as his commanders. Some of the things that he has, or the best thing that he has, will allow him to compete with these best guys. So we could say that Flamingo has great durability, which we know he does, and that could put him on the same tier as Katakuri.
Yeah.
But the reason why I think Katakuri is just going to be better than like even Luffy's fruit period is because of how we've been shown that it works with the whole like special intangibility thing. Like Haki doesn't seem to work. Elemental effects are the best thing against him. Like you gotta be doing certain things in certain ways against Katakuri just to affect him. And it's not like regular Logias or like regular fruit. So I think that's what makes him so much more special than Luffy. But in terms of like what this nigga's talking about, I don't know. Like, would you really consider like? Because to me, it's already set. There's no way that Luffy's fruit is better than Katakuri's.
No.
He can use it in a better way, but like that's kind of like creativity, not the fruit being better.
Yeah, I like how Oda said in the chapter, he's like the power of like a 1 billion berry bounty and showing like it's like typical, right? Where Luffy, what's Luffy right now? 500.
Yeah, 500.
Yeah,
500 million. Yeah.
So this is someone
500.
who, as far as like prestige and like danger, it's like twice. It's like double Luffy, and they're showing the difference. Like everything Katakuri did was kind of like outclassing Luffy in every way. So
he looks like he's been using his double fruit longer, fighting longer, been on the season longer. Like
it's an experience thing.
It comes down to experience.
Yeah, it's a huge experience thing. And they said the power of 1 billion and overwhelming dominance. So I don't know if Oda's gonna go the route of just like hyping up Katakuri this whole time for like a comeback where they fight another time where Luffy gets saved here. But I don't know how I'd feel about that. It's like if Luffy locks himself in the mirror world and then gets mollywopped and someone saves him, I'm like, bro.
I mean, like at the end of the day, Luffy
is remaining in the arc for that to happen.
Yeah.
Every other time that's happened where like Luffy has lost, it's usually been like in the middle of an arc or near the beginning.
Right.
Like with Crocodile and then Lucci. So if Luffy lost here and we know this is the climax, then it'll be very awkward timing wise for Luffy to then fight him again before the arc is over.
Well, I didn't mean this arc.
It's so weird from Oda to make Luffy lose at this point. Like it'd be so weird.
Personally, I don't think Luffy's going to lose, but I can see the rationale behind why.
Yeah,
he would lose.
I agree.
Yeah, my thing is I don't feel like Luffy should lose here as far as the story, but I feel like based on what we've been shown as far as power levels are concerned, disregarding matchups and just like raw strength and bounty, I think Katakuri should win. But we know.
Well, I think to take into consideration is that this chapter was specifically meant to hype up Katakuri in comparison to Luffy, and that we shouldn't expect it to continue this way for the entirety of the fight.
Yeah, and the factor too, the foresight like comes into play as well. So if you didn't have that foresight, it's a better match for Luffy like to compete on the same level. But that foresight just gives like Katakuri such an edge.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, if you guys remember,
his ability is really, really.
I mean,
strong.
yeah, like it's his abilities. So like I don't know. He like honestly like the way I look at it is like he has to find a way to stun him because that's gonna mess up like his vision, like to be able to use his foresight and stuff, right? So. I mean, the Speedman could work because then it's like it overlaps what he's doing, and then I'll give him his way to kind of like stun him right there.
I think Impo Down was a good example of what you guys are talking about, because it breaks the kind of like the mold of what people expect. Luffy fought the main villain in the middle, and then the rest of it, like he was using assistance from others to actually make it through because we were at a point where like what was going on was too much for his like level. You were facing guys. That were way above you. You were interacting with guys who like were meant to be far past superior to him, something like that. And then he got help in a way that made it like seem fit. It wasn't that Luffy was trash, but like it was obvious this was too much for him. This is a similar situation to me. Big Mom is too much. We're on her own island. That's too much for anybody. Even Roger snuck through. And you've chosen to fight one of our strongest commanders head on to save your crew, which is honorable as fuck. But it's not more of a pride thing to me. I think you should just get out of there. And the proper way to get out of there, I don't know what it is. I don't know if he is going to get out of there. But I do see it being like a thing where he, like I said earlier, he shows off and then he gets out of there somehow.
I don't think that Luffy's actually going to voluntarily run away. If he runs away, I think it's going to be out of like sheer luck and circumstance.
Right. if Luffy does, because he broke the mirror, bro. Like that's like locking
Brago,
yourself.
I feel you. Like once he broke the mirror, I was like, "What the fuck?"
It was like, all right,
get back. Like I was like,
it's like all or nothing. Jimbo said so as well. Like it's all or nothing. He has to go all out now, and he can't lose here.
That's why I'm conflicted.
Because like he said, we can fight in here as much as we want.
He can't necessarily run away, and he doesn't really have a choice. Like he has to fight him. He can't lose here. Like
he said it himself. Like we have all this room over here to fight it out. If he runs, like that's just gonna make him look so whack.
But also, if Luffy beats Katakuri, that's good. When I say that's good, that shows that there's been progression as far as like strength for like the Straw Hats overall. Because if Luffy can beat Katakuri, we can factor in matchups. But then I kind of scale everybody else a bit higher as well.
Well, like, put it like this:
that imaginary progression.
Then he's the strong supernova thus far.
Bro. I don't think that would make too much sense for them to just make that jump like that, bro.
But it's not like it won't happen. It's happened before.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, it's like every time they've like scaled Luffy up, everybody else has been scaled as well.
It's if Oda was going to make Luffy stronger at any point in this arc, he should have done it against Cracker.
No.
Why make him struggle so greatly against Cracker, bro?
Was that for hyping Luffy? You think that fight was for hyping Luffy?
No. That was fight to show like commanders are strong.
That was for commanders and Nami as well.
Without making Luffy look like trash, bro.
That was for Nami as well, though.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like Nami played a crucial role in that fight.
How do you think
if he's gonna make it an easy fight for him against a commander, he's not gonna show them as strong. He made it 11 hours for a reason. He made it so Nami had to come in and nerf her the devil.
It should have been easy, bro.
I'm saying, but if you take Nami out of that equation, it makes that fight way worse for Luffy.
That makes it even better for me, at least, because it did take him, the commander, 11 hours to get.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it needed to be shown that way because Luffy.
Yeah, and
I'm saying that if he was gonna make Luffy stronger, he should have did it right then instead of showing that Luffy is basically outmatched against these niggas just to make him stronger out of nowhere.
But I think we also have to give Luffy credit that even with the Gear 4 time limit, he still managed to like eke it out for 11 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he still managed to make that happen. Like, regardless, they still managed to beat Cracker. I know Nami played a huge part, but with Luffy knowing
some people downplay.
And Luffy knowing the limits of his fruit, like, he still managed to eke it out. So,
look at it, man. Nami helps take out a commander with Luffy, and then, like, she's using Anko level attacks. Like, people don't want to see Nami shine.
Yeah,
but also the thing of Luffy is that he only really took damage from like the initial stab from Crack, and everything else was just subsequent tiring.
Yeah. He was just finding a way to break his.
I didn't like it.
Defense.
I didn't like it. It started off so great, but then Cracker can't kill Fat Luffy.
It's because you didn't like the style of the fight.
Yeah, because if you don't rock with Tank Man, then it becomes a problem.
I'm not talking about Tank Man. I'm not talking about Tank Man. I'm talking about base Fat Luffy.
I'm not talking about Tank Man either. I'm talking about how the fight went.
I didn't care for Tank Man at all, to be honest. I didn't care for Tank Man at all.
That shit was stupid.
I felt like it was silly.
I think Tank Man was introduced so that could be
more
important later.
Cool. I actually thought Tank Man was cool. I just don't like the fact that Cracker suddenly can't hit Luffy, even though he's fat.
It's just the way that Oda kind of made it, where it looks like it's comedic. Where like right now in the situation we're in, we're not supposed to make like because when you look at a fat guy, you're gonna laugh. At the end of the day, so like for him to like show that. That's what kind of came across off as more of a comedy thing more than a feat thing, you know?
Yeah,
it was something like crazy to look at, you know?
Yeah, it just felt like I'm like reading the fight, and then after it's like, okay, 11 hours. It was like, wait, what? Wait, okay,
yeah,
all right, cool. That's how it happens, you know. It was disappointing, personally. I mean, but that's just like
highly disappointing.
That was just like me and my personal like hype that I wanted. But as far as like the story, it was fine. For Tank Man.
Well, I think at the time when that chapter came out, there was actually a lot of hype because people were like, Luffy can fight for 11 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, if Luffy would have done like really well against like Katakuri and Cracker, like really really well, would you have said that he's a lot stronger than like, you know, what we used to think he was?
What's really well? I mean, that's the thing. It's like because of what happened with Cracker, you have to assume like the commanders are still stronger, right? That's why Nami was necessary. For Luffy to defeat Cracker. So now if Luffy's managed to take out Katakuri solo, it's like, okay, we have to kind of like recalibrate and look at it from like the matchup standpoint.
If Luffy were to like when he fought Cracker and then now he's fighting Katakuri or whatever, if he would have done like well against them, like It wasn't too much of a question. Like Luffy could beat these guys, but like they could also win too. Kind of an even match. Like the Lucci thing.
Yeah.
Like, would you see Luffy differently right now? Like he's stronger.
If he did well against Cracker, no,
And Katakuri.
and Katakuri,
Yeah.
I mean, that's
would
a lot
I think
to
he's
give
stronger?
Luffy, like,
That's it's tough because you have to look at the scenario. It's like then it would be like, okay, did he increase his limit on Gear 4? Because you all agree that Gear 4 is a strong form. It's just a drawback.
it is definitely. It's just that damn time limit
Yeah.
screws him up so much.
So it's like I think if that's quelled in some way, then Luffy should perform better against. Because I mean, Luffy was running through the biscuits after he took Gear 4 to beat one biscuit, but then after that he was running through the biscuits. So
Yeah.
like if he could go longer, then
I'm asking because it's to an unrelated point. From what we know, there's one person that's on this island that can do well against both of these people, but we still see him as like weaker than Luffy. And then, like if for some reason I get baffled me whenever I was discussing this.
wait, who's weak? Who?
Jinbei.
Jinbei does well against Cat.
People still say that Jinbei is weaker than Luffy, but
I think
for
so.
all the things that we can say and speak about, I think it says otherwise.
It's because of that Gear Force, man. If it wasn't for Gear Force, we'd probably think they're around the same level.
At least, honestly, after time skip, I felt like Luffy should have been at least Jinbei level because I felt like if Jimbo tied with Ace, Rookie Ace, or actually lost to Rookie Ace, then I'm like, he should lose to Luffy. That's how I look
Well,
at
he
it.
tied with him.
But
But
he
like,
lost.
what do you mean lost? He tied with him.
Well, didn't Ace fight Whitebeard right after? And then didn't
After
Jinbei
5
fall
days?
first?
Yeah, Jinbei fell first, and Ace looked up, and Whitebeard showed up.
Yeah.
And then he blacked out.
I mean, but Jinbei fell first.
Yeah, so Ace over Jinbei.
So Ace over Jinbei, bro.
So if you fall 2 seconds before I do, okay.
I win.
Yeah, Grim, if you fall down in the fight against me,
Yeah, everybody gets back up first.
You tapped out
Whoever
before I
falls
did.
first
5
loses.
days.
Yeah.
Let's assume that that's like incorrect.
That's a fight, bro.
You
What
fall
you
for
mean?
5 days. And,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly.
and
Nah, but real
one falls
talk.
2 seconds before the other one.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Next chapter, what we're going to hear is Shishi Son and Diable Jambe just come out of nowhere, right?
What?
Monsters are just gonna-
Come on, bro.
Come on,
Come
come on.
Zoro,
You saw some
Zoro
shit.
leaves Wano. Like, so I just
Sashi
said, forget
finds
the
a way,
cake.
and it's a 3v1.
Yep.
He uses
The only
observation
thing
hockey
Zoro's-
against
the only
Katakuri.
thing
I would
Zoro's
hate
gonna
that to be
say
honest. That'd be
is,
so gay.
That'd be
I got
terrible.
lost on my way to Wano, and that's the only thing he's gonna say.
People
anytime.
were making that joke since like the beginning of the arc.
I would lose my shit though. Zoro came through, honestly.
I mean,
Yeah, a lot of people would. They'd be like, the fuck?
Like he swam back or some shit.
Didn't they say if only Zoro was here?
People have been saying that for so long.
Hey man, the Zoro
It
hype
didn't
is
even
being
make a
Wano, so we
difference, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that. I don't think I would want that. I would want I want to see Luffy overcome this. This is the next step in his development. So I want to see how he overcomes this,
Yeah.
in a somewhat legit way. I mean, I feel like sometimes we try to make like real world logic out of One Piece, and like I do.
Yeah,
that.
we forget that it's a fantasy.
Yeah, we
like,
forget, as far as like how he came up
Because
with Gear Second.
so
and stuff.
much realistic.
There is logic within the story. The
Yeah, he
story
put
has to
so
follow
much
its own logic.
Right, its own
Yeah.
logic. Its own logic. So if Luffy like uses a new an alternate form here, it's not crazy. But then it's still you have to deal with Katakuri's foresight and overcoming that. Personally, I think I figured out a way how Luffy can defeat Katakuri, but I'm making a video about it. But I say this about it.
Take my blaze man.
I think Luffy right now is trying to figure out Katakuri's limit for his foresight. So, Luffy's gonna be using like different attacks to see how, okay, if he can copy this one right away, then more than likely he saw it to like prepare for it. Because even like Katakuri said, "Oh, you're gonna test strength."
Wait.
now,
You
huh?
think Luffy's trying to test out like Katakuri right now, right?
He's testing his foresight to see how.
Well, that's what I've been saying though.
Yeah.
Like this is what Luffy does before
Right.
fights. 'Cause That's how.
Where
that's why I
in the
call him a
world are
genius.
you getting this?
No, Grim, this is why I call him a genius. Because he always tests out his opponents. He
Yeah.
always finds out something that can work. Luffy's a fighting genius mid-fight. Every time he knows how to do this. This is what he excels at. So that's why that's the only time you'll see me like dick riding Luffy like that. Otherwise, I'm just like
The only
Give me
reason
this.
why I would give that argument any weight is because he's still out of Gear 4. He's still out of Gear 4.
Right, he knows
yeah,
Gear
but
Fourth is a limit.
that's the main point.
Yeah, Yeah, yeah. So it's like he hasn't gone there yet. So he's like, okay, let me see how. I'm thinking he's saying like how, like he knows he can see into the future. He definitely knows that. So he has to have a way around that. So he's like, okay, let me see how much he can see into the future by doing all these different attacks, these complex attacks, to see what he can copy. If he doesn't copy this, then it's like, okay, then that's his limit. Like that's how much he sees.
But then again, in contrast, whenever he fought Cracker, he went into Gear 4 immediately.
Well, the thing is, that's the thing with Gear 4 and versus Cracker. Cracker didn't necessarily force Luffy into Gear 4. He kind of triggered him into Gear 4.
What do you?
He talked shit about Sanji.
Yeah, he emotionally riled up Luffy.
The guy literally said, Nami told him, Luffy, you can't go all out. And he said...
But that was after he got triggered. That's Katakuri talked shit about Sanji. Was like, he doesn't want to come back to you. He will never come back to you. Like, he said all that, then Luffy went Gear 4. Like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's not like they were talking and then he just went into Gear 4. He fought. He attacked him, and then he got...
They had a couple attacks, but Luffy waits till the last minute to do it. But at that moment, after the Sanji thing, then it was like, boom, Gear 4. And then Nami said...
And then after he hits him, he says, I'm definitely going to see Sanji.
Right.
Okay, so to use that same point, is this not an even bigger emotional standpoint?
No.
Not yet.
No, because look.
Hold on. I can't even make the point. Hold on a second.
He knows Luffy knows where Sanji is. He knows where his
people were just about to die. He just saved his crew, and Pedro just died for this stuff. So of course it's gonna be a more emotional standpoint. These things just happened emotionally just now. So why is it that him speaking about Sanji is more emotional than Pedro's death?
Because he didn't know about Sanji's situation at all. He had nothing. He had no information. He knows where all of his crew members are. He knows the situation he's in, and he knows that he has a Gear 4 time limit. So he has to test out Katakuri at this point. He has to get a feel for the fight. He has to fight smarter here. He goes into Gear 4. Like he's thinking right now. That's what I was trying to hype up Luffy. I'm dick riding Luffy right now. He's a fighting genius. He knows what he's doing right now because of the situation he's in.
But I'm not arguing your point about like your belief that he says no. That's fine. I'm saying that like right now this moment is more emotionally charged than Cracker speaking about Sanji. This is without a doubt more emotionally charged than that.
But think about it though, Grim. At that moment,
so why is it that like?
No, go ahead. Finish your point.
Go ahead. No, okay. So like what like compared to what happened with Cracker, like Cracker was like sitting there messing with somebody who was helping him out. He disliked his treatment of that person, and he chose to like defend that person. And then after this guy started to instigate because he knew about Luffy and the situation about Flamingo and all that shit like that. He and what was going on with Sanji in the wedding. He started to instigate that, and then Luffy got upset after attacking him, which was we could argue that was the result of him getting upset, attacking him, and having those quick little exchanges. He then went to Gear 4 because he realized this guy's so strong. He even mentioned it during that same time period. This guy's hockey is strong as fuck.
Yep.
So that's why I think that like that's the result of that happening, not the whole situation. But when it comes down to here, Pedro just died. Their crew was just about to be literally destroyed by Big Mom. She was on the ship. They were in a huge perilous situation. Chopper and Brook were about to be destroyed by Candy and shit. They came and broke up to the ship, and they like literally were seconds away from losing. Kara got slammed down, and then Pedro dies in front of their eyes, and Luffy in the second decision realizes that like we have to leave here. This guy just died for us. We have to leave here, or else it'll be bullshit.
But
there's
also,
no reason. There's no doubt in my mind. This is more emotionally charged than that one.
I don't think it is because
more reason to take the fight more seriously.
Yeah,
though.
Right. He has to be smarter about this fight because yes, he knows. Before then, with the Cracker thing, he had no idea what was going on with Sanji. Right. So Cracker saying all that shit when he directly came there to save Sanji. Luffy got triggered and he went to Gear 4. In this moment, Luffy's faced Katakuri before. Nothing he did really worked. So at this point, Luffy's like, okay, me getting mad and going Gear 4, that's not going to work versus this guy. Like, that's not going to work. So I have to feel him out. Even as mad as I am, I have to be smarter. And I think this is showing progression within the arc. We've seen it, like within this arc, that Luffy has progressed in multiple ways. Like, I always say this, like him telling Brook, look, yo, you got to take this seriously. Like, shit ain't done yet. You know, after like they drank the milk and all that, like, yo, tighten up. Pretty much what he told Brook. And it's like him coming up with a plan as far as like escaping the cake and gathering the animals and all that. Luffy has been progressing, and I think this is another progression point for Luffy as far as like being somewhat tactical within this fight and like knowing, okay, I can't go Gear 4 yet. I have to just hang in there. So
That makes perfect sense with how like this definitely could be a step of growth,
Right.
especially because how you're mentioning like this person has unprecedented ability and like the best way to do it is to deal with it technically. So I can give you that point, but with how you're speaking about it, that makes even more reason as to why it's an emotionally charged moment and why he's taking that in this manner. You just had this charged situation that was going on here. You've come to this point here. You cannot afford to fucking fuck it up. Of course, you're gonna deal with it in this particular manner. Of course, you're gonna take these steps to deal with it like this. You can't just go gear forth because, like you mentioned earlier, every single time that he's done that before, he's run out of his ability before he beat his opponent. Twice that happened, and you cannot afford to do this anymore. It won't happen in that manner. So I do agree that that's even a stronger argument for your side to declare that like he should be taking this in a different manner than he has usually because he's already started to act in a different manner.
Right.
But that also allows you to see that like because this is such a perilous situation, you cannot afford to fuck up. That's my whole point. Like that's why I feel like you're right to say that he may be doing things differently. I will wait to have more evidence about that, and then I can accept what you're saying. But for now, to me, the reason why he should be going all out if he needs to is because of the emotionally charged situation. I don't see a reason not to. But besides what you're saying,
well, I think to answer that, you could also probably hit the parallels. If people like comparing Water 7 and Eni's lobby, Luffy didn't start out going gear second against Lucci, which is what people compare the fight to. Luffy never uses his trump card in any battle, regardless of the situation at first.
Bro.
Yeah.
Is that Wallow?
Was good. Yeah.
Yeah,
was
Wallow found the
good,
link
bro.
finally.
No, bro. I'm telling you, bro. On Twitter, bro, the link wouldn't let me get on. It kept taking me to download.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on
there. Yo, bro, you seen the screenshot of where it took me,
there.
right?
Yeah. I think that happens to Fifth Son as well, where it's like he gets a link and it tells him to download it again. I don't know. Hangouts is
bro.
weird sometimes. But
I
nah,
don't
we
know,
were talking
man.
about Luffy versus Katakuri as far as I guess Luffy being more tactical versus Katakuri now, as opposed to versus Cracker, where it was just it felt like he was just being really reckless as far as emotional, and now he has to kind of take a step back, and because he realizes that everything he tried before didn't work, like the physical, like him Hawk Gatling, like all of that didn't work, and then Katakuri just showed him like, okay, like I'm better than you in every way, even down to your devil fruit. I'm better than you, so he has to find another way, because typically Luffy would like overcome people by like with his devil fruit, doing something there. But Katakuri just showed him like physically I'm better and with the devil fruit. So now what? What are you gonna do now? So it's a different moment here, and I think this is the next step in Luffy's progression. What do you think about that?
Yeah, man. I think he has to go a different route because this guy is like he's on all levels better at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like same as Cracker, which was like mainly a defensive fighter. You feel me?
Not for you.
He fights in a way where you actually got to use your wits. You got to use a lot just to try to combat him.
Yeah, it's a lot you have to factor in for sure.
Yeah, but my thing is, I want to know if y'all think he's going to go gear fourth, which I hope he does.
I think it's been low key confirmed.
Yeah, I think he has to. I think there's no way he can beat Katakuri without going gear fourth, because then nothing would make sense.
It just matters the variation.
Yeah, even within the story, it wouldn't make sense.
So do y'all think Katakuri is gonna copy, simplify, make better of that too?
I think it's possible. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but I definitely think it's possible.
There's an image floating.
There's
an image floating around showing like a Gear 4 Katakuri.
I saw that. But honestly, I think when Luffy goes Gear 4th, I don't think Katakuri is gonna flinch at all. I think because he's gonna say, okay, like this kid is being super inefficient with his fruit right now, and I don't think it's gonna be. Maybe he uses another level to his fruit, or I don't know, or he brings out his trident, but I don't think he flinches that much with Gear 4, and I think Luffy probably knows that, so he's trying to figure out a way to see past like his foresight. And others made a reference to overcoming the foresight, what's as far as the future, and it's like a mirror battle in the mirror world. It's a lot of themes here.
Which I think is one of the reasons why you could argue that perhaps one of the keys to defeating or at least matching Katakuri is Luffy imitating Katakuri instead of other way around, getting inside of his head.
which is what I've been preaching to everybody for the longest.
But he
Because
hasn't
Katakuri,
Could we see
that-
Luffy do something with like kind of similar to Mochi, where like he can like with his awakening, he's
That's
gonna
the
make him stick?
problem.
Well, I think one of the
As
points is
far as
that
we know, they've been fighting, and we have not seen one thing that's Katakuri's. We know they fought before we actually saw them, so he might have already shown him something that's Katakuri's. But
I don't think you would
As
have
far
to
as we
with
know,
Luffy in
everything
Gear
he's done
Second. You know what I mean? Like, why? Like, it's like in Gear Second, I don't think you would have to like show him any attacks. Like, if he was already
I
in Gear
agree with
4,
what you were
yeah.
saying earlier. Like, whenever we get to Gear 4, he might not flinch. But
Right.
I think it'll still be like where he sees what's going on. He's like, just like you said, he's inefficient.
Mm-hmm.
But once he sees his power and his strength, he'll definitely have to like counter it. Like, it's not a play thing. But then there comes the whole issue that I have. Like, we've seen him not be affected by hockey or power. It doesn't matter to him. So like, why would it matter if he's in Gear 4th? Type of thing. Like, I have to actually see what happens.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out. Like I said, I have a possible way Luffy can do it, but it's like Luffy defeating Katakuri. It's just like it's hard to see it, but that's just based on like my biases.
Red Hog Gatling.
Red
Well,
Hog
if, I mean,
Gatling.
if he's gonna utilize like
Did
around
he
what
use
Skate
Hog?
was
He
saying,
used
but-
Hog Gatling already, right?
holy crap, you
Yeah,
just got a $100
it is.
dono.
But it's not Red Hog.
Wait,
Gatling.
what?
You got a $100 dono.
Did he
Yeah, Ardent.
from Streamlabs or from the? Oh shit! Yeah, I just see it now.
Monday.
Oh my,
What the fuck?
that's crazy. Hope you get the this man with
Listen,
the
I hope you
$100.
get a new PC soon. Also, I made it my own crew if you want to check out the art. Ardent, that's crazy, bro. Like $100.
Damn, this guy's
Don't
gonna get
take
the
it back.
PC.
We
That man's
lit.
gonna get the PC soon.
I appreciate it, bro. That's dope. Yeah, I mean, we definitely gotta check your shit out after that. Yeah, we definitely. But nah, bro.
It was-
Thank
Hey,
you.
have him post the link and shit, 'cause I can't click.
Yeah, he
it.
got some good stuff here.
Wait, so
Nah, we ain't obligated to do nothing, bro. We
what you
take
said?
it.
Also, I made it my own crew if you want to check out the art. Dog, we definitely want to check out this fucking art. Hold up.
Oh my god, yo!
Wait,
gotta
you
see
made
one he
this,
has
bro?
here.
You gotta Hold up. He made this?
Nigga, repost the link, nigga. Repost the link, nigga.
I'll post it in the chat.
Yo,
1 sec.
he gotta make us some crews, bro.
We
You gotta hook us up with some crews, bro. Like this is actually really good.
Hey, bro, that's dope. Holy crap.
This is really
is, yeah.
good. The Mythic Pirates. So you have like
Look at this
Hold
man,
on.
Pharaoh.
I'm gonna pull it up on stream. Hey, shout out to
Yeah,
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh
Pharaoh
would've
said
done
lit,
it.
yo.
Oh
Pharaoh
my,
said-
we getting that PC soon.
It's pretty good.
Hey man, we definitely getting that PC soon, bro. We getting that PC definitely really soon. I've been talking to Escape. We working things out, bro. We making it happen.
Yeah.
We definitely making it happen. Hold up. I'm gonna pull Ardent shit on screen. Like it's fucking lit.
It's actually lit.
Hold up. It's a 2 commanders down and rescue. They're crazy. Yeah, I know people were talking earlier about Luffy taking out Big Mom after this.
It's not happening. No, at this point, it's not happening, man.
That will be for the climax of the arc. This is very unlikely.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, man. We need to get to the referee. There ain't no time for that shit.
I don't see it, man. I don't see it, but at this point, like Luffy taking out like Big Mom.
yo,
It's just more
but-
increasingly likely that's not gonna
but how do
happen.
you-
now.
Katakuri.
but how do y'all feel about him making gains towards his awakening with this fight with Katakuri?
I like that.
I kind of feel like he might have to show his awakening now because like if he shows it off in Wano, people are just gonna come out right away and say like it's an ass pull or whatever.
I don't think so. I think this fight would solidify the fact that it wouldn't be an ass pull.
Yeah,
no,
that's
it'd be
my
cool to like, kind of see him utilize some form, like even if it's with Gear 4.
no.
you
But
know?
listen, this is what I've been trying to tell people. He's already showing it to us that he's on his way to mastering his devil fruit. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, bro, what the freak these people be doing?
Yeah. So Ardent, like, okay, we're looking at Ardent's like Mythic Pirates right now. Okay, this is the captain. So we have the captain here. What's the name of this guy? He kind of looks like Captain
I want to say
Charles,
Sting.
the Thunderbird.
Sting from
Sting and like
Pastoral.
Laxus.
Yeah, that's dope.
He said he looks like he has a
Fucking
shot.
Mihawk.
Oh, the Reaper, bro.
Captain
Mihawk
Charles, the
Reaper.
Thunderbird. The thing is, like, this crew looks so dope. It looks like one of the crews that like gets taken out too early because they're so dope.
Nah.
Let me ask
They
y'all
all
something
mythical zones
about.
too.
Let me
Oh,
ask y'all something about
wow.
Luffy, bro.
Yeah.
Cause I can't see none of that right now. I'm driving. You feel me?
Now for you, go ahead.
But but all right, with Luffy, when he went Gear Fourth, and you see the designs on his chest and stuff, what do y'all think that's? What do y'all think that's about?
Oh, I've said this before.
Are
Like,
you trying to
that's
refer to like the animation in the anime where it kind of showed like the devil fruit and wrapping Luffy's body?
Yeah,
Like hinting that towards like canon.
as far as
yeah.
the
Do y'all think
markings.
that's? Yeah. Do y'all think that's like steps towards awakening?
I think
It's hard to say
Nah,
because I don't know if
I think
anyone
that's
I
just
has like a
do.
cool hockey.
definitive idea of what
I
Luffy's
definitely
awakening.
do.
I
Because
think
we
so.
haven't seen that before.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think like it's like the fact that it's not covering his whole body is kind of showing like he's almost there. He's not quite there yet. You know, because I feel like Luffy's gears are like steps to
Yeah, like
unlocking.
that's a random thing we
Yeah.
haven't seen before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like he said, it's just partial too, showing that he's making his way to
Well,
awakening.
then Big Mom stole Luffy's fruit.
um,
This man.
but no, I think his devil fruit is definitely his gears are steps, right? Steps to unlocking like different parts of his fruit that he's gonna like by mastering these gears. He's mastering like one step, and as he
Yeah.
progresses and all those steps come together, it's gonna be like gears complete, and then
I don't think that hockey.
Mhm.
I don't think the hockey design have nothing to do with his fruit though.
I mean,
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like incorporating his hockey with his fruit. I feel like that's part of awakening as well.
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about like
The design
like the reason why it looks the way it does. I don't
Why
think
it
that
looks
has
that
All
way?
right.
anything to do with it.
I mean,
So
yeah, I mean,
Because like when Big Mom clashed with Luffy, her hockey took on the same pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
That's why a
lot
lot
of
of people, myself included, say that she drained him out of Gear 4.
all right, but
I
when
mean,
that
yeah, it's
okay,
possible.
if her hockey took on the shape of her devil fruit too, it's like and she was able to drain his hockey like because that's what her fruit does. That's mixing it with her devil fruit.
Yeah, that's why I correlated it with the devil fruit, Stevo. But just like I said, I still don't know. As far as we know, that she just took like his power or his energy, his hockey, or mostly his hockey, because that's why like he got forced out of the form. But like I don't know. It's weird that like it seems like those symbols, that design correlates with the fruit design, and it seems that they're on his body, but that seems to be hockey designs. But she took it, so it's like, what the fuck is going on?
yo, I legit can't get over
It's
these designs, bro. Like,
Yeah.
we gotta
I
talk.
can't either.
We gotta talk, bro. We gotta talk.
like
Yeah.
like Grace, man. I don't know. Grace is top tier.
Oh, Grace. Wait, is
Actually,
that?
I have a way to answer that like hockey question. How many times in characters have we seen hockey end on visible skin and like didn't cover clothing?
Quite a few times actually.
End on skin and didn't cover clothing.
Yeah, like let's say we see the hockey on the form and it ends on the form and it doesn't cover the entire arm. Because a lot of times when an Oda depicts
A
hockey,
lot
it
of
just covers
times.
like the entire arm and it's like, oh, there's the clothes too. You don't actually get
No,
to
no,
see how it
we've
affects the
seen it a
skin.
lot of times actually.
Whereas with Luffy, it's almost always skin that we see. And Big Mom saw there was skin. I'm not sure how many times you can go back into the manga and see the correlation.
Well,
It's almost balanced. I see what you're
Well, a
saying.
lot
But
of
it's
niggas
almost
wear long
balanced.
sleeve shirts. I
Yeah,
think
People
that's
are-
we
what
see
it's
it a lot of times. We see it like on the skin only, like Virgo once or twice.
Yeah, did we ever see a point where Virgo was? I don't know. I feel like by the time he took off his shirt, he was fully encased in hockey.
Yeah,
I want to address
yeah.
something really quickly. People are saying that Luffy, because the gears are a hindrance, he's been using his fruit wrong the whole time. Therefore, that can't contribute to awakening. He's gonna have to redo everything.
No,
I don't necessarily
I
think
disagree with
so.
no.
I think, yeah, he's not using it the right way. And people say Crocodile said he's using his fruit wrong, blah, blah, blah. I mean, yeah, but it's like Luffy has a different fruit. Yeah, Crocodile may have a better way to use his fruit, and they can see that it's like a drawback. But this is Luffy kind of breaking past his limits to get stronger quickly.
True.
So I think,
His fruit is hurting him.
yeah,
Nah. But in addition to that, it's like, bruh, he wouldn't have to redo anything, bruh. He would just find a way to simplify
exactly.
the use.
We saw in Gear Second already, like post time skip, he just used one arm. Like in addition to like pre-time skip, where it's like completely different.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
Luffy
he
just
had to
made improvements.
use.
Yeah, but that took
Yeah,
him
he
2
had to
years
use.
though.
I mean, it took him 2 years, but we don't know what else he mastered in that time. We haven't seen everything from Luffy, as far as like what he went over that time. So I mean, it's like as he goes through it. I mean, people are saying like One Piece is 70% done. I don't think so, at this point.
No,
It's like 60% at the
Yeah,
best.
I don't
bro,
think it's it.
bro. How long ago did they
Like,
tell us we was going to be out of whole cake?
I swear
Island?
it's-
Like,
We were confirmed to have 10 more years, or there's gonna be a 30th
A
anniversary.
30th
They're saying
anniversary.
They're
So
saying for the next 10 years, yeah, basically.
yeah, because like it's confirmed how Oda writes, right? Like when he sees something, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna add this in here. Oh, I'm gonna add this in here." So it's like as he
Yeah.
goes along, if it's a great idea, he's just gonna add it in. Like he's not gonna sacrifice the length. But he did say that because of that, he's gonna like lessen fights, I guess. But I mean, that's just how Oda's gonna go about things. I don't know. I don't even know if Oda knows how long the story's gonna go. Like if you ask
Yeah.
Oda, I don't know if he can give
I
you
don't
definitive
agree.
answer.
Are we still in this day and age that we still feel like we have to see like fights last like 5 to 10 chapters?
No, not at all.
You know what I mean? So like I think like if it's done right, it can be done taken care of in like 3 to 5 and stuff. Even like 5 stretching it, but even then it's a fine amount. But like
I don't agree that like him like getting towards awakening will require him to like change how like the steps to first fruit, like relearn it. But I do think that like it will entail like him not maybe not discarding how he's using his fruit, but like when he gets to a higher level, using it in a different way. Like we shouldn't see more gears if he is actually getting towards awakening.
No, because I feel like these
Like-
gears, like I said, like gear second, that's him learning as far as like different techniques within that gear third, different techniques within that gear. Once he masters each gear, then at that point you can try something different using elements from each gear. And I feel like that's gonna be what his awakening is, like a combination of all of his gears.
But that in
perfect.
it within itself,
Yeah.
from what you said, still provides the negative aspect. Like this guy's killing himself. No other fruit does that. Like for him using his fruit, no other fruit is like killing you while you're using your fruit and shit. That's an improper.
But
way
the
to
thing
use
is,
it.
based
And I
on
know
like
he's
how
using his
Luffy's
fruit.
Far as
been
we know.
progressing, though, right? Based on how Luffy's been progressing, I think it makes sense for him to kill himself.
Both Blackbeard and Magellan. Both Blackbeard and
That
Magellan.
sounds so silly.
I mean, no, it's true.
No.
I think Luffy dies at the end, so it's like I feel like
Well,
Luffy.
I mean,
you got to factor into like his lifespan and stuff, like from all the stuff he went
Yeah.
through in Marine Ford. Like, and the thing is, I still predict in a way that like Big Mom might tell him how long he has left to live. Like she'll figure out like what the souls do, depending on how the cake goes, right? Like she eats the cake and they're on good terms. She might tell him like off screen or whatever how long he has left to live or something.
like I
Take
agree with
this.
that, but like I think the point is that Luffy's fruit obviously has things that hurt him, and this is going to be something that needs to be solved by the end of the series if you believe Luffy's going to like live. So I feel like the disadvantages of having his fruit won't be solved until probably near the end of the series,
right.
after the full effect of having lost his life is apparent
Yeah.
in the timeline.
Arden takes says, I'm still more confused to what kind of boost to his power would give Luffy's awakening. Okay, I'm still more confused to what kind of boost to his power Luffy's awakening would give him. And I'm glad you guys enjoy my OCs. I guess his pirates, the mythic
Those
pirates.
creatures.
Original characters.
Yeah, Arden, you got any more characters, bro? Like, nah, these are
Taking submissions, we asking.
yeah, man. We gotta talk, bro. I need me a character, bro. We gotta talk
Yeah.
about it. This is
Commission
really
for
good.
thumbnails.
This
He wants a
is
black flamingo.
We all get discounts on the street.
I mean,
Black
you know,
looking good with the progress hat.
hell yeah, bro. We need that. Hold up. I want to read some of the super chats I missed. I appreciate you guys donating. Dude,
Wait, you should
Dub-
draw Brago as a Gaimon.
fuck you, bro. Said WV. He said, "What's up, guys? Love the streams and watching since like 2,000 subs. Keep up the good work. Do y'all think that Luffy's awakening will be similar to Mr. Fantastic from Marvel, like full control of all his rubber?" Hey, appreciate it, bro. What do you guys think? Full
I mean, I
control?
never seen Mr. Fantastic,
Yo,
so
I've been-
Doesn't he have that now?
I don't know. I don't know
Does he?
if
I
like
think he does,
you,
right? Like when he wraps himself around shit. Like I don't
Yeah,
know if it's
Luffy has pretty good control.
yeah.
In that
the-
aspect.
like the
I'm
rubber.
not, I don't really remember everything about Mr. Fantastic, but
I know Mr. Fantastic was like super, like he can flatten himself and like get really. I don't know. He had a bit more control.
Luffy's
than Luffy.
getting there to the
But
point
Luffy's
where he
getting
has
there.
total control over every aspect of his body. Because like where we see he can stretch his neck out without having to draw it back like he used to 3 times.
Right.
like in the fact that he was able to like morph his arms into 6 other hands. Yeah. It happened.
Yeah,
Uh,
because till Oda
was
says
trying to lure me
otherwise
in.
in the SBS, he grew 6 arms. Like, you feel me?
I
I don't
don't.
see why we
Look at
can
the way it
argue
was
about that.
depicted, bro. Look at the way that it was depicted.
Drop that SBS.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying until Oda says otherwise in the SBS that it wasn't 6
Oh,
arms.
okay.
I just want to see it depicted again to see if it's consistent.
Yeah, if Luffy can create
I mean,
more
like-
arms than like Katakuri, then
I mean,
But it's not the same. Not
Yeah.
the same as Katakuri though, because he won't be able to do it on such a scale or so
Why not?
loose and fluid. It's just that he's morphing his body that he already has. He's not creating more. Like he's not making more matter.
I will say this: when I first saw it, I thought it was nothing. I thought it was like a regular like organ gun or whatever.
Yeah.
But then the anime literally took out 25 seconds to oddly show you this particular difference in how he was doing this technique. So there's something there. I will say that.
I don't know. I don't know. The
I'm not
anime
gonna
went out
disagree,
their way,
but I just hate Toei so much that I'm just gonna wait.
Look, man, I don't think the anime is canon, but at the same time, you have to think Oda does supervise this, and they showed it. Like he wouldn't let Luffy have a power in the anime that he doesn't have in the manga. That wouldn't make any sense.
That's actually not true because there are also a lot of things that Oda doesn't like about the anime that they do anyway.
Like what?
Well, I'm not going to go specific. Like Oda has said in interviews, and I would have to go back and find a link, but there are certain liberties that Toei takes, and he doesn't necessarily agree with all the time.
Do any of those liberties actually pertain to what I just said?
Well, I would have to go back and look at
To disprove my
Well, there's
point.
actually another interview that says that they have all creative like permission from him. They address him all the time.
They said the interview, like that interview. I go back to the interview all the time. Like he says, they said they address him or they talk to him when they can. And I'm like, when can an anime staff talk to Oda? How often do you think this anime staff is texting Oda?
It's gotta be it's gotta be like every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, you think so?
Yeah. Well, I mean, every week. Oda's already
I
taking.
would say
Probably
every
they don't
single
know how to
day.
handle it.
Every day?
How often can the people?
As
How
much-
often
he-
can the
bro,
people that's
with the
handling his
schedule-
life's work talk to him?
Yeah.
I'm
Wait,
assuming
yeah,
they
you
can
think
talk to him
every
80
day
hours a
Oda
day.
talks to the
He's
anime
literally
staff
been
at Toei?
quoted- He's literally been quoted with having like pet peeves with his editors, his personal editors about the manga. That if they don't have their phones available 24/7, that's an issue for him. So
Right.
imagine people that aren't directly related to that, like
Right.
doing the anime in a different aspect.
But
They're
Oda
gonna be
would
in
not
contact.
sacrifice the quality of the source material. Like he's already peeved with the anime. You think he's gonna talk to the anime staff every day?
Yeah, I find it very
Commit
hard.
suicide,
Every
man,
day.
like,
Would you realize that
How
like
hard is it for him to
he's
say,
3
okay,
to
that'll
4
work?
Well, there's
chapters
a
ahead.
difference between
Every
editors
single,
and then
like, week,
people on the
right?
anime production team.
I don't talk to
And
my
then
family every
they
day.
contact him. Nigga, they don't. You
Your
don't pay them.
family not
either.
making you millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Dog, that's crazy. Like, like you
Yeah,
really.
no, I'm not saying it has to be every single day, but like to say that like, they're not on a good ass basis,
I
on
don't
an easy
think-
contact basis, that makes perfect sense. Like,
No,
you're-
Oda pretty
Hey,
much.
bro,
owns-
literally all they have to do is send his editor an email, and then his editor speaks to Oda for him. They'll be like, "Oh, is this canon or is that not going to work?"
Yeah, bro. I meant to say that too. But they don't even have to talk to Oda. They can talk to the editor.
They're gonna talk to them. So then it's not. Then it's not canon. Then.
It is canon, bro.
Well,
half of the stuff that we
no,
get,
here's-
half of the stuff that we get don't even come from Oda. It's coming from the editors.
So the Shichibukai aren't canon because they came from the editors.
No. What I'm saying is like, so the editor is taking liberty saying, okay, well, I believe it's this. Like, say Oda didn't address that as far as like exactly what Oda is trying to show here, as far as like from Oda, and they go to an editor. Like, how many editors does Oda have?
Brago, you know what you sound like right now, bro? You sound like the
Yeah.
same niggas who be like, "Oh, Akainu cheated."
Yeah,
bro,
bro.
like,
wait,
literally,
wait,
I
wait,
know, even though
wait,
there's no
wait,
person
wait,
that
wait, I
This
sound
guy
like
is
that?
4 chapters
What's
ahead
told-
every single week. Like they
what's
can
told to
reference
us-
things
what's told
when they're
us
fucking
that
5 chapters
Akainu
behind. They can
Akainu
reference things and know what
had
they're
a
talking
lifer
about.
death match, bro.
Hey, Brago,
They had a death
what I-
match that went through the ringer,
Brago, what I
and
was
Aoki
saying
he
is
was
that
at his mercy. Extreme difficulty, right? And then what's told to us in this situation is that Oda consults the animators. So why are you trying to argue that, bro?
No. They say when they can, and I'm saying Oda shows himself to be too busy to the point where he's consulting with the anime staff every day. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Come on, really?
Okay, but even
I
before
don't.
I said every day, you questioned whether a 2 week was okay. So why
I
is
think
that
2
every-
weeks is crazy
more
too.
than 2 weeks? No,
So you,
that's
wait, so you
bro,
think
that,
on
that yeah,
you think
crazy
on
the
the
other
break
way around.
you think on the breaks Oda's like talking to the anime staff?
Bro,
Hold on,
you're
Brago, do you
ignoring the
think
no.
that
Wait,
versus
wait, no, hold
time,
on. You're
Brago,
ignoring the schedule.
Brago,
You're
Or
ignoring
even
the schedule, bro. The
Brago,
anime
are you
is
saying
always
you think
5 to
that they
6
have
at a minimum chapters behind, and the manga is always they already have 3 to 4 chapters ahead. So that's what like 10 chapters worth of time they can consult to have good ideas, if that. And I know the schedule is much bigger than that. What you're
So
saying doesn't correlate. And you
wait,
can even say a month. It's talks to every month, and
you
they'll have the proper ideas.
you have people in place. As far as the animators, as far as the director, as far as like people on the anime staff, to have creative control, and you trust these people to interpret the source material. For them to consistently confer with like Oda, it's like that's crazy. Like, then why do they have all these people that like to do that job? Like, there's no way Oda is talking to these people every day. But Master, you've been trying to say something. I didn't hear you. What were you saying?
Yeah, all I was saying is, do you think that they're having full-on meetings? Because what I was saying is that if they have like an important question that they don't understand, they can just email the editor, and then the editor
Right.
can get at Oda.
I feel like with critical things, like maybe super critical things, like okay, but it's like if they're running through just Dressrosa, you think they're gonna ask Oda, okay, Oda, how long do you think we should have him running here? Do you think there should be 2 episodes, 3 episodes?
No.
Since they're talking every day.
But
they're talking every day, though.
No. What we're talking about is they have a scheme, they have a program of what they're supposed to show. They have an understanding of what's supposed to happen in a certain arc, and they have the creative freedom to display those same ideas whenever they can. Look at Zoe. When you go on Zoe, it wasn't presented the same way as it was in the manga. They didn't find out that these niggas were doing a bad thing, or that these niggas were fucking hiding Raizo in the same manner. It was shown in a different manner in the anime than it was in the manga, and that creative freedom was verified verified by Oda. Those things like those concepts like that, they're all verified by Oda and checked. Oda gives him the freedom to do certain things, but they have counsel with him. They have counsel with him.
They have
all
counsel
the things,
with
all
him,
the things
but
that plan. Yes, and plans are set down by Oda. They reference to him. They don't do crazy things out of sort.
I think one of the things that it's not as like diverse as you think it is, because if you wanted to point to any mistakes, is that the anime takes liberties oftentimes with character design, and colorization. Like you could probably count on multiple hands the amount of times that they have gotten colorization schemes wrong for characters, which would be very important because it's a design aspect of the series.
I mean, okay, well, it is important, but that's like stuff that if it happens, if you had like a animation difference, like I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
you're using the word liberty as if it means like they're going on their own tangent, like by not referring to what's actually happening. It's not like that. Like they have a source material right there that's always ahead of them that they can reference to all the time. They have the ability to go and display it in a different manner, but they're still referring to that same source material. You're making it seem as if they're drawing 4-piece, 3-piece, 2-piece, and putting it in there compared to 1-piece. That's not how it is at all.
Grim, that goes back to my point
material.
where it's like because the source material is there, you don't have to talk to Oda every day. Like you maybe for critical moments, maybe once a couple of times a month, but I think monthly, quarterly, like, but I don't think it's gonna be like on a text basis where he's like texting with the anime director. I don't think so at all.
But Brago, don't you think? Okay,
of course, because they're not asking for, oh, should I draw this? Should I draw this tree? Go ahead.
Let me just say this real quick. Let me use the example that you were saying earlier. You were saying that in Dressrosa, they wouldn't ask him, oh, how many episodes should we stretch this out to? Of course they wouldn't, because that's like pacing is something that only the animators are going to deal with whenever it comes to the anime. Like it's obviously totally different than what's going to happen in the manga. But if it's something like Luffy's power that they don't understand, why wouldn't they go and ask Oda? It's a simple yes or no question if he actually has 6 arms and that.
No, what I'm saying critical moments, yes.
Is way too much.
Critical moments, yes, but I don't feel like the critical moments are gonna come up like every day.
Of course they wouldn't every single day. Like I said, they had in the same interview that Chatty sent us both, and we both read. They literally mentioned that they have schemes for every single arc. They have the entire arcs planned out how they're going to do it, and all the time that they take in between that is them animating and doing things like that.
Right. So
it's not advice. It's an interview.
Right. So they have it planned out already. Like the need to talk to Oda every day is not there at all. That's my point.
Because he should be focusing on the manga.
If they have a plan that's verified already, why would you even need to talk to Oda every month or 2 weeks? But they still do it. They still refer to him. He's still on a contactable basis. That's the whole thing. They have a plan and it's vetted. It's verified. So whatever they show in the anime is verified and confirmed by Oda.
Grim. So this plan that they have, right? They have a plan as far as like how they're going to do things in the anime. I feel like it's a general plan as far as like this is how we're going to do. But I don't feel like Oda's having a discussion with them as far as like specifics, as far as colors, as far as like this, and that. I think it's probably like a general idea of like how the direction he wants it to go, right? But then when they get down to the specifics, as far as like we're saying Luffy's power, like maybe that's as far as power levels, Oda doesn't really. That's not really his thing, so I don't know if they have conversations about that. But I don't know if like the depiction of like I feel like character traits are something that they probably talk to Oda about.
I feel like Gear Force would be a big thing. I can agree with you on that one, but I feel like the Gear Force episode was such a big thing that
possibly. Yeah.
I feel like they would have to talk to Oda.
The
about
Gear
that.
Force transformation versus.
No, bro, you're trying to make it sound as if we're talking about whether the trees are going to be green or yellow, bro. We're talking about literal plot points, little plot implements that they're speaking about. Like I mentioned earlier, Zoe was shown displayed differently than it was.
Yeah, you said that. I didn't. What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Rewatch Zoe, you'll see what I'm talking about. They show
I'm not rewatching shit.
I'm not rewatching Zoe. Like, say like what what's the point?
Then you can't take my word for it. Then
exactly. So then it's like a moot point.
Then you'll see what I'm talking about. It was displayed and showed differently than how it progressed in the manga. So that's what I'm telling you. They have the abilities to do things in their own way, but it's all vetted from.
But Grim, saying that without like anything to back it up, it's like, what's the point of saying it?
What do you mean? It's in the source material. If you don't, me telling you is not going to verify it more than you watching it. Like,
but it's
you're
like
still not going to know what I'm talking about.
No, but it's confirming what you're saying. You're saying, oh, it was different. How was it different?
They displayed how they found out about Raizo differently. All the entire plan, how they went about it, it was shown differently than it was in the manga.
What? Okay, name me one difference.
What exactly?
How they went about finding out that Raizo was on their side was different.
Yeah, how?
I don't remember exactly how it happened.
There it is. There it is. It shows itself. Grim doesn't remember.
So you guys know that, like, to other people in the audience that actually watch the anime, you guys will sound dumb.
I watched it too, and I'm not sure if the mechanics were that different.
You just slid a knife.
Rewatch Zoe, and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's very, very obvious.
But then, if it's that obvious, Grim, you wouldn't forget.
I don't remember Zoe.
Oh man, hey look, man.
Looks like we all gotta rewatch Zoe together.
I feel like we gotta
have a live reaction rewatching Zoe. All of us together.
Watch along and come.
I feel like
you guys are laughing, but it's pretty funny. You guys sound like dumbasses right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, sound like dumbasses right now, man. You need to go rewatch Zoe. Go rewatch Zoe, baby.
No, wait. No, I'm asking. You know, Grim's like, I don't really remember, but it was different. All right, I don't remember what it was.
That's what I mean. It's like.
I remember it was different, guys. That's it.
I mean, yeah, that's what I said.
All right, cool.
That's what it is. Doesn't make it less true. Like, I told you where to go look for it. I told you how to go look for it.
I know where the anime
10 episodes is. All right, then, like,
I know where the anime is.
Whenever you go check it out and vet it, you're gonna be like, oh, Grim was right. Instead of just listening to what I'm saying now and making fun of it, like, you'll sound like, oh shit, what the fuck was I talking about? It's right there.
I want us to rewatch it together.
A specific plot point.
It was like how they showed how they went about like finding Raizo, like that whole process. Like it was more than just one episode. It was like two or three episodes.
Like actually finding each other within the city. Is that what you're referring to?
Not like the whole setting. I'm saying like the events, the sequence of events was different.
You talking about they added filler in it?
No, the sequence of like everything was in the manga. It just showed it in a different sequence. Like something happened before it happened in the manga, and somebody else was introduced before it did in the manga as well. It was a character, and like the sequence of events was different. That's what I remember exactly, but I don't remember exactly how it was.
There was a new character introduced before Raizo was.
You talking about?
No, certain characters were introduced before they were in the manga, and the sequence of events were like out of play than what they were in the manga, and then it led into them seeing Raizo. Or getting to Raizo.
Only thing I can probably remember is when those guys fell asleep. I remember something was weird there, but I don't remember anything being like noticeably that different. But
I'm not trying to make you guys sound stupid, but just rewatch the shit and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
I'll tell you, I don't care enough to rewatch it, so you guys will care less. But I'm just saying, like, the anime has freedoms to do things in certain ways, but they're all vetted from Oda, and even that drastic aspect was vetted by Oda. So, like, us saying that like the things that are happening there are canon to an extent. I'm not saying everything there is canon, but like this one aspect that we're talking about, the 6 arms thing, I don't want to believe it, but there's evidence for why it should make sense. You know,
Yeah.
especially because the anime did it in that way, and like somebody was telling me, I don't want to take their theory, but like they were telling me that Luffy doing that, showing this new ability, is opening the door to like him doing new things with his power, and that's kind of why we're getting an aspect. And they actually talked to me a few days ago that this like Katakuri shit confirms that might be a thing. Like Luffy getting 6 arms, Katakuri using this different ability in front of him, like actually
Hello,
growing
I'm
out more
right
limbs.
here.
Like no, I'm not talking about you, Wallow. That might be what that was for. Like,
Bro, you know, I was
I've
the
been
one who
saying
said
that too.
this.
no, Chatty said
Bruh,
this. Chatty said this 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Chatty said this what?
I don't know, guys. Read the manga.
It would go. Yeah. The thing is, when we use the anime sometimes for arguments, it's tough because there's certain things that we like. We have to kind of figure out what the animators kind of added in, and what the source material kind of shows. I think it's always safer to go off the source material. But I mean, there's certain moments where you can, I guess you can use the anime. But it's tough.
And I'm not saying use the anime for your discussions. Whenever you're talking about manga facts, use your manga. When you're talking about anime facts, use your anime. Don't mix them. They're 2 different concepts. But one is better by the other.
I suppose. I mean, I think for the most part, we typically stick to the manga, and if we want to further our point, we kind of use the anime sometimes. But I agree, we should use the manga. I'm trying to see if I missed any donations. I think we're good. They said Todd said you don't casually just grow 6 arms. I don't.
I think it was 2 arms on each side, so you only grew 4.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
4 is less
mean-
than 6. More believable.
I mean, Katakuri had about 12, 13 of them.
yeah. This is One Piece. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like Luffy's actually growing new arms. Like I'm not. This is One Piece here. So
He's gonna be like Ostrom from Ostra's Wrath.
Yeah.
East Blue Drew said bullshit. It was actually exactly the same in the manga. It was just stretched out with walking. I don't know. We gotta check that out.
We gotta check the wiki.
Group live
Show live reactions.
No, we passed that.
Direct Hit said the thing is they don't really need to consult Oda because they have a basic outline of the story, which usually even surpasses where the manga currently is. They can, in theory, drop hints to future stuff.
What?
And they probably read the manga too, so they know what's coming up.
They better read the manga.
That's what I mean. Like you can't tell me all the other anime onlys.
Wait,
Not trying to get
said,
spoiled.
don't let this
I'd
distract
be
you
so
from.
stupid.
Don't let this distract you from the fact that Sicilian blocked a trunk swipe from Jack on Zo.
Is that in the anime or in the manga?
Wait, did he really? When?
It was an anime because it didn't happen in the manga.
I'm like, really? When did this happen?
Sicilian? What? I don't remember that. I guess those entire
Sicilian?
done.
But it's canon.
Yeah, that shit can't be realistic.
Sicilian casually blocking Jack. Okay.
I was asking a really serious question.
Wait, go ahead, Les.
No, Bao said, "Yo, Brago, when's the next group live reaction going to be, bruh?"
Ooh.
I would love
Did
to
you
do into
decide
this
on
chapter
one?
coming up, but I don't know when the chapter's coming out exactly. So I don't want to like make time for it, then it doesn't come out. Then all of a sudden I wasted time waiting for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Boys on Thursday. Just come through and shit. Y'all know.
Yeah, make sure to flag Grimm's channel.
Yeah. Grim said he's doing another live reaction.
Bro, I'll beat that nigga ass.
Y'all come
Pull up in
through.
Miami.
Like the vid.
Bro, this nigga is so
Alicia's gonna be on
stupid.
your ass. So
Wait,
quick.
someone just came in and said, "I'm convinced Brago hates Luffy." What did I just say to make it seem like I hated Luffy? There, did I say something?
Well, damn.
Man,
Yeah,
who
got
give a
nine
damn?
I was
Fuck
here.
Luffy.
I heard him.
He probably going back to a deep rooted thing that you said in the
Nah,
past.
nigga.
Probably
fuck
something I said
Luffy.
before.
I'm
Yeah.
tired of that shit, bro. Luffy
Luffy
needs
gang.
some damn competition, nigga. Like,
Yeah, people.
between the supernovas, bro.
Someone
Fuck that.
said I don't want Luffy to struggle. I'm like, or I just want. Someone said I just want Luffy to struggle. Yeah, yeah, I do.
That's,
I think they're
that's-
trolling you, bro. I guess become a meme at this point.
Yeah, it has, and I'm definitely feeding into it. But I want Luffy to struggle, man. Like I don't want Luffy just casually walking through everyone. I don't want him to be stronger than every supernova. I want it to be some kind of rivalry there. You know, I don't want to just be like, oh, Luffy's the strongest supernova from the beginning to the end. Like no, like just listen.
Yeah, but then again, it's like when have we ever seen him like just casually
What do you
run
mean?
through people?
He isn't now.
I mean,
No,
I
but
hear
the
you, Grim.
but the
I don't agree, but I can see
but
why you would say that.
but you know what's so funny, bro? Like the same people will be like, "Well, this is Luffy's story. We're focused on Luffy." So how the
Yeah,
hell you know if the other niggas ain't stronger or not?
that's the point. That's the point. It's like these guys aren't just sitting around on their ass. Like just we've seen. As far as like Doflamingo, people said that's why Doflamingo's family was so weak. That's why Doflamingo fell off because they were just sitting around. I think it was even like mentioned as far as like that's the reason. But these supernovas, they're making moves. Like we see all the things that Capone done. We saw like what Aruj did. And it's like, Kid has been making moves as well. Yeah, Kid has been taking L's. But I don't think taking an L to
Tighten up.
Kaido is anything to really,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, you can't fault, and even taking an L to someone in Big Mom crew when you first come into the new world.
yeah,
That
exactly.
you can't.
Like the same
because
thing.
most people run away.
I say this before, but do you guys think Luffy would have gotten past like Hody and them? Like if they went before going, like say they had escaped Kizaru, they went straight
If
to
the
like.
plot play out exactly the same, where they got the
Bro,
same
man,
amount of like energy
man,
spent.
Hody
Even
would've-
if you dislike the nigga,
Yeah,
with what he did, bro, that drugged
Yeah,
up
if he
fuck
had energy
was
pills,
a
then yeah, I think Luffy
monster.
probably loses.
I think Luffy would lose to Hody drugged up.
Yeah, I'd
Wait,
probably
wait,
say
wait.
that's probably true.
Hody wouldn't be doing this stuff.
Luffy wouldn't be able to fight him in the sea. Same.
2 years
Taking,
ago, Hody wouldn't be doing like the same thing he's doing, like in what he did in Fishman Island. He'd been in something else, right?
No, we're saying like at
No,
Luffy
no,
at that
same
time,
plot.
like if you
He was
do,
on the
yeah,
steroids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely watches Luffy.
yeah, it plays out the same way. Plays out the same way. So it's like
Yeah, a little
with the
bit.
Straw Hats, they they went, they trained, which is smart, but they wouldn't have done it if Ace didn't die.
Yeah.
If all that didn't happen, Luffy would have been
the
like, all
drive
right,
is different.
let's go. We're headed to Fishman Island.
Well, at that point, it's like you have to count so many
Yeah, you
X
can
factors.
talk
Like,
about
events
that.
wouldn't have lined up to happen exactly as they did before. There
Right.
wouldn't have been the same plot lines in the story. So it's like
Right.
a big.
It'd have been different. It'd have been different. But it's like if it played out the same way as far as we know, it's just replace them going immediately, and it's like they're losing. So I don't know why people like fault Kid and those guys for losing in the New World, where the Straw Hats they went and they trained and came back.
Well, it's kind of ironic that people like make fun of Kid now, but like some people consider Luffy like tying or like losing to Katakuri a W. It's weird how that works.
You see, that's the
stupid,
thing.
yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, obviously, a lot of people love Luffy because he's the main character, right? A lot of people love that.
no, they ride him.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But a lot of people love Luffy.
Ingram, they give him that thing.
I understand why. Like
So kind of.
I like Luffy as a character. I do think we need some more progression. But the thing is, he can't progress too much because then you change who he is, right? So it's kind of like Goku in a way, where Goku is gonna be Goku all the time. Like that's like what the people fell in love with, and that's all he's gonna do. With Luffy, he can't change that much. He can progress as far as being, I guess, smarter, but as far as like being an idiot, that's like him for the most part. So I get why people like Luffy, but I'm not saying I dislike Luffy. I just want him to struggle. That's all.
I mean, like he's going as a
Yeah.
right hand man, so
Oh, yeah.
like it makes sense that like he has to like feel some kind of like where it's not like we were saying before. He's not running through guys. Like if this is like the number one, imagine when we go to face like the number one Calamity or Ben Beckman or even let's say like Shiryu being like the number one.
Glad
like,
you didn't say
commander.
first mate.
Oh, that's another
mean-
question I want to ask y'all, bro. Cause I was in the VC, bro. I was still talking to these boys. You feel me? I'm like, bro. Personally, I feel like Big Mom, most of her strength, she has strong people. Like, cause don't get me wrong, Katakuri and them they're all beasts.
Mm-hmm.
But she has more people that are strong too. Like
Yeah,
her
definitely.
crew is so vast. Yeah. There's
her
a
crew
lot
seems
of them.
to be
They're
a
all-
lot more
a
like
lot of
top
strong
heavy than
niggas.
like Blackbeard's, not Blackbeard, Whitebeard's crew was.
Whitebeard, yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to
But-
be more
but-
top heavy.
Because like
But-
it goes like Jozu and Vista, then after, that,
After
everyone else
it's
just
like
kinda
I mean
over, yeah.
Speed, Jiru, I don't know.
Shout-
After that, it's kind of like a drop off.
They probably just feel like
Barrels,
that
barrel.
Whitebeard niggas didn't get enough time.
But then also
They was going
Marineford is
against-
kind of
They was
hard
going
to
against better
gauge.
enemies too.
It's hard to use
Nah, but-
Marineford as like a gauge
but-
of strength. as well.
Mondor,
But the whole point behind that is, I feel like Kaido's calamities.
Cracker.
Those people,
King
these
Palms.
people are overpowered as hell, bro.
King Adam D. Bomb.
I think these are monsters out here, bro. You feel me?
Where you talking about Big Mom's crew?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the calamities. Yeah, you feel me?
Oh yeah.
I agree.
Because I think all their soldiers, like the
Man.
smile,
We back to
they're all
this.
like fodder people, but they're just zoned, so they're just get back up. Like they're basically zombies themselves.
Yeah, I'll make sure to
I
read
feel
his
like I
profile
feel like
name.
they're all gonna be Jack level too.
What?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
Oh, you talking about calamities? Yeah,
Yeah,
I think the ones that we're
All
gonna
Jack
see are
level?
stronger than.
I think
that's what I
yeah,
originally.
I don't
just didn't
know.
want
I
to
agree. I think the other clan's probably gonna be stronger than Jack.
I think maybe I don't know. I feel like
I
strength
think- I
as
think-
far as the Kaido pirates are going to be relative. It's like maybe if we see a different like a cheetah zone or not a cheetah, but like another like maybe a faster
Saber tooth.
a faster animal that like specializes in like speed. You know,
Sparrow?
Yeah.
how would that go against like Jack, who's like a fucking tank, right? So I don't know if they're going to be stronger, but I think it's going to be one that's like clearly like the leader and more level-headed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the second and third are like usually like relatively close,
Right.
while like the right hand,
it's kind of
Yeah.
kind of a separation there.
yeah, there's a slight
Yeah.
gap.
Where have you seen that?
I just think that, bro.
Between Marco and Ace, like who do you say is stronger? Obviously, like
Yeah.
the gap between that,
Whoa,
Marco like
whoa.
was clearly better.
Why would you say Ace was number 2 strongest?
the number 2 commander? Like I'm going based on that.
They told us that it's not
well,
true.
let's just hold on, Grim. We don't have to go that direction because we have a better example. Okay, people always say that Jozu and Vista are like they're comparable, like to be on the same level or what.
Like they're close.
We don't know which one's better, but then Marco's like better than both of them.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
You think so?
I think Marco's
Yes, I
definitely better
Yeah,
than
Marco
that.
is better than that.
I'll definitely allow that belief to continue, but I disagree.
Marco better than Jozu and
Who is
Vista
you?
combined.
Marco's
I don't
not
know
better
about, I don't know
than
about
that.
combined. I don't know
Individual.
about combined, but
Not combined, yo.
Okay,
Individually.
in 1v1
because one could argue
Marco's better
Vista
than that.
was the
Okay.
most
I
impressive.
thought y'all was
like,
talking about like 2v1 Marco wins.
Yeah, that's
No.
what I was
That's
about to say.
what I'm
Like
saying. If it's-
with the showings, they've shown different things, but I can definitely.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna bash that.
yeah.
It's definitely
And I think in
don't think he's
Whole Cake Island, I think as far as feats, Cracker has shown more than Katakuri. Katakuri has shown to be a more overwhelming force as far as like figuring him out, but Cracker has shown more as far as physical strength.
nigga on the island, the most impressive nigga is Sparrow.
I don't think so, but
No, that's you can't know that's facts, bro.
Hero
Hero
Sparrow
Sparrow.
showed more.
Hero Sparrow is the
showed
most
more
impressive nigga on this island.
why you
He
say
showed
that?
more take.
Why you say
No,
that?
all right. Let me,
On the
Grim,
origin?
let me say something real quick.
Go ahead, man. Do your thing
I
first.
I know. I kind of agree with that, bro. Because this dude, bro, like you feel me, like his whole candy ability is freaking broken. You feel me? Like look at dog. This man made a laboratory just from seeing it, like for Caesar to work in, bro.
The buildings in the island are made of candy and crackers.
Yeah, you feel me? And then after seeing him make that escalator
Great memory.
in like point 2 seconds,
For real.
I'm like, that's crazy in
This
itself.
nigga
Statue
Pearl
that
Sparrow's so
broke.
nasty that Blaze didn't even want to accept his Devil Fruit Mastery, bro.
Look, I won't
Blaze
say
is-
that
This
he's
nigga Blaze is
MVP,
like, no, nigga, I see he made the arm, bro, but I
I won't
just,
say
I
he's
just can't accept it.
MVP.
That's just too much.
but
My
I won't
last
say
name
that.
Blaze is trying to
Wait.
deny that Pearl Sparrow got an arm.
If it happens, you gotta accept it. Like
Yeah,
Wait, so I
Blaze,
mean,
Blaze,
so
Blaze.
him creating a, so we're saying him creating an arm is what?
no,
You
we
would
were
pick
saying that
the
like
arm out. He would pick
whenever
the most-
whenever
Wait,
we said that like
doesn't Kid have an arm?
Yo,
Yeah, bro.
whenever we
yeah,
said
the
that,
metal arm,
Blaze was
yeah.
trying to deny that
Metal
like
arm.
he can control it freely and do
He
what he
trying to
wants
dumb
because he
it
thought it
down.
was too broken. But we were telling that like
How is
he's
that?
done
Yeah.
crazier things.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I was telling him, like, how you think the escalator works, bro? You
I
think
think
you
that,
got
I mean
a
the arm
connect?
thing is cool, but I would expect that from someone like Pepper Spittle.
Yeah, like
Bro,
yeah,
stop
that's
picking
exactly
at
what we
the
told him. Bro.
smallest feet. Stop
Huh?
picking at the smallest feet, Brago. He did so much more. He made candy armor that withstood an explosion that killed another human that was in the same
Supposedly,
area.
mink.
Not a human, a mink.
I mean,
Mink, yeah.
supposedly, yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up, bro. That's
So y'all
racist as hell.
Yeah.
That's
So y'all
racist as
gonna-
hell.
Yeah. I mean,
That
that's.
is-
I mean,
it's not really racist because minks are. Wait, no, that's fishman.
Yep,
Yep.
yo, racist ass.
So
Okay,
they all look
okay.
the same. So they all look the same.
Furry ass dude.
That's what it is.
Well, I never said that. I just something wrong that was better. But you did too. So why you
Oh,
trying
that's
to
worse.
deflect it all towards me?
Oh, that's worse. Nah, nigga, I ain't say that.
Still racist.
Nah, but this nigga's like, nah, bro. You can say Katakuri and Cracker fight better for sure. That's without a doubt. They have better fighting prowess. But
Right.
in terms of like impressiveness, I don't think anybody compares besides Big Mom.
Yeah,
She's-
Pearl Sparrow and
Bro.
freaking Brook MVPs of this arc.
Bro, bro.
I would say Big Mom, Pearl Sparrow, King Bomb, Strusen,
He said
Katakuri,
King-
Cracker,
Yeah,
Bro,
so like
don't try to split
with a
King
list
Bomb
with a
into
list
the
like
shit,
that,
bro.
Say King Bomb over niggas. Prove me wrong.
King Bomb with some niggas, bro.
King Bomb over
Niggas
niggas.
better
Prove me
tighten
wrong,
up,
bro.
Wait, King Bomb over with the fodder?
King Bomb over niggas, bro. Is Aokiji a nigga?
Shit, you better tell him to tighten up around King Bomb, then,
Is
nigga.
Mihawk a nigga?
Mink lives matter.
You best believe he a nigga with that
Mink lives
mustache.
matter,
You
baby.
better-
King Bomb was
We get a
basically the slave
t-shirt.
master of that force, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah,
Is Gold Roger a nigga?
Shit. Shit.
I don't think we seen the
King
color
Bomb
panel. He was
is
kind of
over
terrible.
niggas, bro.
I
the
cannot
niggas.
comment on that.
Like it or not, that's manga facts.
How many homies resisted Big Mom?
bro.
None but
Honestly,
King Bomb.
One.
How many homies took Prometheus to the face and got a
One.
speech bubble after? None. The
One.
Big King Bomb.
that's speech bubble.
How many niggas got cut in half and ain't died?
One.
King Bomb.
Wait, it seems like It seems like a lot is happening to this man. This man cannot be that impressive if he just keeps taking attacks.
How many niggas got their head cut off and ain't flinch? King
That's
Bomb.
like saying how many niggas got shot 10 times and ain't died. Like, stop getting shot.
Exactly.
No, nigga. Because if you say that, then why is Hawkins impressive?
What do you mean?
Because that's his power. That's his ability to get shot above.
And exactly, it's King
Loser
Bomb's ability
Goldie.
to take all that and come back.
That's not less impressive, bro.
That King Bomb over
Why can
King
White
Bomb
Beard destroy the
over.
world? Oh, because he has quakes? Oh, that's not
Can't prove me
impressive.
wrong.
Hold up. Was Brago hating because King Bomb is a tank?
He
Do
is,
we
bro.
have that discussion again?
Bro, hey, yo, tighten up. Hey, Master J, tighten up, bro. It's King Adam D-Bomb. Relax.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Relax.
Man, corny.
Who made you
Man, so
like that?
corny.
Oh man.
Yo, this man Grim trash.
As Jay-Z would say,
Adam
I'm
D.
wait. As Jay-Z would say, I'm afraid of the future.
Jay-Z,
Why?
get that
Y'all
out.
respect the one who got shot. I respect the shooter. All right? Like, we don't do that.
What?
Wow.
A drug dealer type Negro would say something like that.
I'm just saying, bro.
Wow.
We crediting King Bomb
like
for
it.
L's, bro. Come on.
What you mean? bro?
L's? We do the same thing with Kaido.
Kaido said, how many? 7?
What?
Oh, he's strong,
But
though.
it was a young girl,
Get
though.
outta here.
We took it as a baby, man. Come on.
We don't know when he took it.
This guy was jumping off the island since he was born,
As a
bro.
kid,
The only logical way to do is spread it across his life. That's the only way to do it. And we don't know how long he been living, so he got L's. That's it. That's all we know. L's.
Wait, we said we credit Kaido for L's.
7 of them. 7 of them. Confirmed.
We credit Kaido for L's?
Confirmed.
Yes, we do.
Tell me.
For
He
the
took
same
L's
reason
and came
that
back.
we're
He can't
crediting-
kill the man. That's his whole. That's the hype that he got, bro.
What?
He took
Yeah, I
L's,
mean-
but they can't do nothing with him.
As a matter of fact, hey, according to the faction of
No,
manga,
but the thing is, even with
Kaido
the
better
L's,
tighten up around King
the
Adam
thing is,
D-Bomb.
okay.
Kaido is a nigga, right? Is Kaido a nigga? Yes or no?
Kaido
I can't
nigga.
comment on that.
Jemmy Johnson said, "Don't let King Bomb distract you from the fact that the homie fodderized Monster Point Chopper."
Who's the king of homies?
Hold on. Those were King Bond subordinates, bro. What that mean?
Oh, tighten up.
Word, bro.
King Bong over
I
Chopper.
swear,
Come
y'all
from-
niggas get something and just run with it, bro. Like I
He
can't.
ain't doing nothing but supporting the case. And since the anime is canon, King Bond swiped one of them soldiers away like it was nothing.
Oh my
Still
God.
flying like Team
Oh,
Rocket.
shit.
Finna fly like
Team
Team
Bomb
Rocket.
over soldiers, bro. Oh, shit. Team Rocket ass niggas out here, bro.
He got gear
Adam
for
D-Bomb.
level strength casually.
Bro, y'all boys sound stupid.
Right, I like how we always like every
King
arc.
Bomb was the most dark skinned tree out of all of them, right? If you watch the
He
anime.
wasn't light skinned.
nigga over niggas.
No, he
Guys
just
are
ashy.
crazy.
He just ashy, Pharaoh. Don't do that.
Exactly.
Tighten up,
Have you ever
bro.
seen a
Tighten
really
up, bro.
dark skinned African skinned dude, real ashy, bro?
Nigga just be ashy like Grim.
Just
King
like
Adam D-Bomb. Adam D-Bomb.
Yeah, Adam D. Bum.
There you
And
go.
the only nigga, I'll tell you this, bro. I'll give you this, bro. The only nigga who probably beat Adam D-Bomb is Strusen. Cutting trees, turning them into food and shit, nigga. You already know.
Strusen, my nigga Strusen, bro. He wouldn't even have to get close. He wouldn't have to get close to Adam D. Bond, bro. That's his weakness.
Shit.
Hey, Brago.
Like the
enough of this
stream.
bull, bro.
like the stream.
Yeah,
I appreciate everybody coming
wait, do you
through.
think Strusen can be Katakuri if he just turns him
No.
into something else
Bro,
other
he
than
would
motion?
turn him into candy, bro. Eat that nigga up, bro. That nigga sweet out here, bro.
Do you not feel any like weirdness saying that? Like ever?
Grim doesn't feel weird saying anything. All right. If anything, He doesn't.
This nigga was so
I don't want to meet
delusional.
him.
Look,
He
Yo,
turned
yo,
around
with
and
my
yo.
sexuality,
Alaska,
bro.
right? Baked Alaska is that
Nah.
cake that
Yo,
come out real hot,
hey,
right?
That's
Brago.
Steve-O's
That
line.
Oh, for
That
real?
he will
Brago,
make mochi
if he
in a
comfortable
fish.
saying he gonna knock someone out and do that thing to him, you think that's a
Yeah,
problem to this
yeah,
man?
that's nothing for Grim at this point.
That's true.
He's also comfortable double teaming people as well,
What
supposedly.
you mean,
Yeah,
that shit ain't gay, my nigga. What you
But
talking
yeah,
about?
it's late. But I want to say shout out to Art and Take. Appreciate the donation, bro. PC's definitely coming a lot sooner than expected.
Hey,
hold on. I posted his
I got
Deviant
something
Art
to
in
say.
the chat, so you guys can go check out his Deviant Art. It's lit. Ardent, I will be hollering at you to as far as designs, because this shit is amazing.
you had put it on the stream,
I
right?
need that discount.
Yeah,
Arden.
I just put it on the stream again
Go ahead and get
Oh
that back.
shit!
Art.
in the chat.
Hey yo, Struce will probably be Mihawk, bruh.
All right, so we ended
cut that
here.
nigga
Alright.
sword in half and turn that shit into candy.
They say Grim makes the Discord
If
gay.
they clash, it's over.
Yeah, like the stream.
And he got comparable DC, so you can't tell me it can't happen.
There you go. Oh my god. Oh my
Hey,
god.
Brago, bro.
The
Yeah.
second strongest
I
swordsman.
plan on getting that. I plan on getting the 2K, bro. You better not run like you was running on Madden, bro.
Get out of here. Listen,
He's
man.
still running, bro. He's
Listen,
still
man.
running, bro.
Listen, Wallow. I told you one day we gonna stream and make it happen. Wallow disappeared, bro. Wallow ain't never disappeared the whole time. Wallow disappeared, yo. So I think Wallow's the one that's been running, to be honest with you.
Why he gets so close?
Hey,
to
What you gotta say about that,
Crazy,
Wallow?
bro.
What you gotta say about that?
Bro. Hey, bro. On Fridays, bro, it is what it is, bro. Get that stream popping.
So you trying to
Hey.
get that work Friday on stream live? Is that what you're saying?
Bro. Nigga,
I just need to
I
confirm
don't never
that.
back down, bro.
All right,
Hey, man,
I gotta check my
y'all
schedule
heard
though,
it.
because the
Friday
chapter
it
may
is.
come out Friday, so I gotta
Don't
check my
make that
schedule.
work. Wallow said he
Hey, but
can
real
make
quick,
that
who's getting
work.
FIFA 18 though?
I don't think any.
Yeah, I'll make sure that you get it on Thursday, bro. I got you, my nigga.
Hey, Graham, I still gotta give you that
I got
work.
you,
You
man.
haven't won a match in a while.
Give me that work.
I haven't gotten
Give me that
FIFA in a
work,
while. I
man.
may get FIFA.
Ew, lads,
Actually,
do
it's
you
gonna be
really,
good this
do you
year.
really want to give Grim that work?
From a distance, yeah.
That's not so. You're right. Give him that
He
work
said
from a
from a
distance.
What? So it's like,
From a
that's-
distance.
You're like, you really giving me that work, huh?
Speaking about from a distance, shout out
I got some
to
aim and distance, bro. You know.
Dustin.
Kill him in one match, and that's it.
I can shoot from far away. I mean,
What?
I don't know, man.
All right, yo.
No,
in the
this
game. I
man,
can shoot from far away in the
something
game. I
Yeah.
can shoot from far away in the game. What you talking about?
So I guess we'll do official predictions tomorrow. There's no spoilers anymore. I don't expect spoilers anymore. So
It's early
Technically
chapter,
there are,
bro.
but they
I
come
mean,
out a
like,
couple
little-
hours before the chapter.
It's an early chapter.
no, it's not.
Is it?
This is early.
No. It's
Coming out
well,
tonight,
yeah,
bro.
it is.
No,
Yeah,
it
it is. Yeah,
shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's coming out on Thursday.
Listen,
Is
man.
No, no,
I'm
because-
not-
Say that?
No,
That's
because
whenever our early chapter is on Thursday.
Jump I think is coming out early. I think it's
is it?
early.
I'll check. Yanko has a schedule on his website.
I'll check right now.
that. Yeah. See what that says.
Man, work for Oda or something.
What? That's what I'm trying to figure
I
out.
can't confirm nor deny that.
Just like put an asterisk next to work.
I ain't
can't
gonna lie.
right. Yeah,
Been working for it. What you mean?
I ain't gonna lie. If we ever
It
encounter
says here for the
somebody that
weekend.
knows what the One Piece is like confirmed by Oda, like he has to be banned from like all our channels and stuff, man. Because I don't want him
If
DMing.
he's talking about like if we're still doing
Yeah.
this, and then Yanko's like, I can tell you guys what the One Piece is. Like, nah,
Yeah,
nah.
or if you know, like I can tell
Some
you. what
radio
I'm-
No, it's next
Yanko!
week. It's next week.
But Yanko be dropping like subliminals on his Twitter, yo. Like, if you peep him, like he be dropping like shit about the chapter on his Twitter. If you look,
Yeah, that's
No,
what
bro.
I'm doing.
Nigga, I don't want to hear that shit,
Oh,
bro.
nigga.
Last time when I asked that nigga on your stream, bro, the nigga told me some assume like fucking, oh, because this is happening, this should happen. I was like, nigga, fuck out of here, bro. I don't wanna hear
Nah,
that
No,
listen,
but
man.
the next early chapter that's coming out.
Yanko
next week.
can't discuss like shit on stream. So you know.
But see, that's
Yeah,
why I
discuss
blocked.
shit anyway.
That's
Then
why
they're
I
gonna
blocked
come to your
AFT
house, bro,
too.
and swat
Because
you and
AFT
shit.
be spoiling too on his Twitter, man. That's why I had
AFT
to
does.
block.
He doesn't do that anymore. He doesn't do it. I haven't seen it at least.
No, that's
I
a
had
boy.
blocked.
Come on.
Oh my! He said that's
No,
Joy
Joy Boy does that
That's
too.
Joy
But I
Boy.
just
What does Joy Boy do? I've never seen.
What are you guys
anything.
talking about?
No,
You
there was
said
a
Joe
time
Boy
like,
spoiling on Twitter?
remember he was like
I
talking, like he was hinting for something.
sometimes.
He doesn't show spoilers.
He doesn't
but
say
he'll
anything.
be
He
all
talks about it though.
Like,
So
he
that's the
hinted
title of
at
the
it, you know
stream.
what I mean?
Okay, cool. Nah, go
He'd
ahead.
be all like, "Guess who's losing this chapter?" and then just put a K or something like that. Katakuri.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's not like anime fan talk, man, where he's like, "Oh my god, this, and this," you know?
No, I think Anime Fan Talk spoiled me one time on Twitter. It was a reveal. It said, "Oh my God, Katakuri's bounty," or some
Yeah,
shit
he
like
fucked
that.
up. He fucked up because a lot of people give him a lot of hate for that, bro.
I remember.
That's why I blocked them. So like
that's effed up because then like a lot of people can't do their live reaction afterwards. They already know what's up.
It's either Katakuris or Smoothies. One of those bounties he spoiled on Twitter. He said
No, that was
something-
Katakuri. Ain't nobody care about
Katakuri?
Smoothie. Yeah.
Oh wait,
You can't say ain't nobody cared about Smoothie because at that point we thought she was gonna do
That's
something.
not true. Everybody cares about bounties.
that
Every
ass
time a bounty drops, everybody cares about it.
he said he
Matter of
ended
fact,
his ways, man.
I know that was Katakuri
Bruh.
because Matt B. He spoiled Matt B. Remember?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
Matt
Matt B was the one that came in was real mad. Matt B was
yeah,
super
that was
mad.
going crazy, bro. He
Matt B
like,
was
yo,
really mad.
If the plan succeeds, these niggas is I'm dropping One Piece. I'm
Every
like,
time I think about spoilers, I
bro,
think about
Matt had me
Ashura.
thinking that Big Mom had Kizaru in the cut, bro.
Bro, you wrong for that, man.
Every time I think about spoilers, I think about Ashura because
Usher only
maybe-
really spoiled one time. The other
maybe
times
that's
were
what killed the Tank Man for me. Ashura came in and was like, yo, what are you guys talking? Predictions.
Fat
Oh.
talk, I got you, bro.
yeah.
He said,
Watching the
you mean
stream,
Luffy
watching
having
One Piece,
different
thank you, bud.
forms?
Wait, why
Brago,
you block my
Brago, you know what's crazy, right?
Master J though?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh shit, fan talk. Why is
He
Master
blocked
J
me. He
blocked?
blocked me, bro.
Yeah, why did you block me, man? I don't even know
Yeah.
you.
What? What?
I did not
Wait, what? So why are you trying to follow him?
I've only indirectly watched one of your videos. I didn't even follow him.
So how you know?
I don't
you're
even know
blocked?
how he even knows my channel.
So how do you
Like,
know
he
you're
took his
blocked?
Email say you're blocked. Yeah. He did it to me. So I
You
don't know.
blocked me too because I haven't seen an AFT tweet in a while.
Yeah.
Everybody else should get blocked.
Everybody get blocked.
I don't know, man.
Brago Pirates, bro.
I
I
thought we were
remember
friends.
black
we
people,
good
bro.
though. We
Guess
good.
I
what?
remember
Guess what?
I got blocked by association one time. It was like
You
one
don't fuck with
girl.
all three of y'all.
Yeah, I got blocked by association one time by Anime Intensity. Anime Intensity. This female YouTuber. One girl went in her stream and they trolled, and I got blocked. Like, wait,
Oh
hold up.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember that shit.
I got blocked on Twitter. I'm like, hold up, what? I'm like, these are gonna be troll. I'm
Guilty by
like,
association,
I'm
man.
like,
Now I'm
no.
blocked by
She's like, I'm
Now
blocking
I'm
all
blocked
these One Piece
by
niggas.
Neverworld and I'm blocked by AFT now. If I
Son,
get blocked by
you
King of
didn't you
Lightning,
say
bro,
you
that's
called
it.
for Neverworld ugly on
That'll be
Twitter, bro?
hilarious.
No, I said something about that child. So
But that's even worse.
Bruh,
See, that's worse, bro.
You said
That's
something about
stupid.
what?
honestly,
I
you're
said
not
something
losing out being blocked by
that's
for
like his
Neverworld.
child or something like that. I don't know.
Wait, Dustin Fanboy said AFT just makes the community look worse, though. I mean, come on, bro. That's not even
Dustin
true.
fanboy,
Come
look
on,
at
bro.
That's not true. Come on.
That's not true.
Dustin
Yeah.
ain't got no fans.
Like, what? I feel like what's making the community look worse? What do you guys think makes the community look worse?
Roger and people that
I
like
don't
you.
know.
Brago.
Yeah, that's true. They say people say that
Yeah, but we do that stuff.
what we do over like as far as our side of the community is the dark side of the community. I don't know. I
Don't
guess.
say that,
That's
man. That's so
racist as
racist.
fuck, bro.
I mean,
that
that's
is
what they
so
say.
racist.
I don't know if they mean it as far as like the shit we talk about.
No. You know who said that? You know who said that first? Roger. Do you not remember he said that in
He
stream?
said something like that.
It was
actually.
Roger. Damn.
Yes, he was all like, Brago's side is kind of the darker side.
He's like the etiquette side or something. I don't know what he was saying.
The etiquette side, the black side. Nah, I don't think that's what he meant.
That sounds so evil.
I don't think that's
This
what he
man
meant.
is showing joke.
I think. I mean, I guess because we don't break down the chapters like in a typical way that people normally do in reviews and shit. I guess
Yeah,
King of
we
Lightning.
use slang and start yelling at each other.
Pretty
Like
much.
typical black people.
What do you expect, bro? He's Disney.
I do, nigga.
We get caught up. We get
There
caught
goes,
up in
you're
like.
right.
We go into like a full like discussion about the whole chapter. There's like one thing just derails us for like the whole stream. Then at the end, I was like, we'll talk more about the chapter next time. Like, dude,
Bro,
this
it
was the
used to
chapter.
piss me off too, but I'm so used to it now.
What?
I'll jump into conversation too. I'll be all like, you know what? Dofi is trash.
You see, that's you're trying to trigger someone.
That's the
when you say that.
bullshitting, bro.
Yeah,
Get the block for that.
I would honestly say like not that I'm gonna do it, but like
No.
the thing that'll probably
That's
alienate
mine.
people the most is saying nigga.
You think so? I mean, I feel I don't know. I feel like I mean, we do
these
have
kids
black,
are now.
white, whatever people in the stream sometimes, and I feel like saying nigga. I feel like it's kind of expected now.
Yeah. No, yeah. Of course.
First time
we have a
users may
large
be put
black
off by it,
population.
but regulars don't care.
Yeah, the regulars don't care. But it's like people are like, oh shit, they said nigga. I'm talking about One Piece. Oh my god. But
Yeah, I guess the newer viewers.
yeah, the newer viewers.
I'm-
Like, here's the thing, right? I know there are kids out there that watch us, right? And honestly, we probably shouldn't be saying that shit or cursing when we talk about this stuff.
Man, kids don't watch this, bro. We be talking about fucking
Listen,
every other
man.
stream.
Listen,
bro.
man.
Come
You
on,
can
man. We be running through the whole.
you
Bro,
can
what you talking
tell.
about, bro? You got people like Bow in the chat, bro.
You
Tell
can-
them.
15 years old, bro.
Yeah, you
That's true,
can
that's
tell
true.
it's a bunch of kids that watch us, right?
Like,
And
How
honestly,
old is 15 really, guys?
I wouldn't want to watch I wouldn't want my son watching these streams, bro. Honestly, I wouldn't want my son watching these streams. So we got to tighten up. We got to tighten up.
We gotta tighten up, bro.
Nah, Val probably says
if the day ever came where my kid comes
Brago, why you slut shaming? We need to loosen. We need to get loose.
Not wait. According to YouTube wants us like to be a lot more PC. Okay, like YouTube doesn't want this the cursing, the excessive.
It is like
How we gonna loosen up, Mr. J?
Every time that question from Grim just took a different turn. Like you can't.
Exactly. The meaning, the way I was using that word was completely distorted.
No, you said loosen up, bro. That should only mean one thing.
But you know when I knew YouTube was getting real, when YouTube was really like clamping down, when my nigga King of Lightning was like, man, I may have to go Disney, bro. King of Lightning was like, I may have to go Disney. I mean, it's like he's saying like all of his videos are getting like review requested or whatever.
Yeah, that shit hit me like.
That shit hit me all the time. Like all the time.
That hit Pharaoh?
My last One Piece review got hit, bro.
For what?
I didn't even say shit, bro.
Bro, like I said all the time, I had a stream schedule. I didn't do the stream that day, and the next day it said review requested on the stream that didn't happen yet. I'm like, wait, y'all niggas expected us to curse? Like, is my channel flagged or something?
You were late.
That's not got Brago yet.
I'm like, yeah, this nigga.
Request that.
They probably had it like automatic, like when they stream, as soon as the stream is over, you know, it's gonna be review requested. Oh, the stream ain't happened, damn it! Like, come on, bro. Like that shit was crazy. So I'm seeing a lot more YouTubers streaming on Twitch now. So I think the kind of the
shout out to SJ Captain and Anime Fan.
Yeah, SJ Captain and the Fan Talk.
Make them Twitchers. Then?
The transfer is happening. I mean, listen, bro. After this new PC, we're gonna be twitching almost every night. Like legit.
You twitching?
We're gonna be twitching. Almost every night.
Every night.
Every night, man.
What are you gonna be your emotes?
My emotes?
Yeah,
one gotta be grim. One gotta be grim.
One's gotta be Taekwondo.
One gotta be Ty.
Yeah.
We got one gotta be Ty.
What's gotta be Justin?
Oh, definitely. We gonna use all those faces from the official trailer. All the faces from the trailer.
Yep.
Hey, shit. I forgot about the trailer.
No. That's gonna be a drop for donations. If you donate $1, Ace of Spades is gonna play, bro.
Yo, that's terrible.
The Ace.
Brago.
That's just gonna have me rolling.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is the second time Brago been trolling about that shit, bro. You
wait, Wallow. First of all, Wallow, tell me that song is not. How do you feel about this song? Tell me about the song. You tell me about the song. If I'm trolling about the song, Wallow, you tell me about the song, Wallow.
Bro, it was so hilarious. Brago said, "I'm waking up in the middle of the night."
You want me to give you my dead ass? Like,
give me dead ass. That's all we do here, bro. Dead ass. Be serious.
Man, look, bro. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, bro. You feel me? Cuz need to work.
The Ace of Spades.
Why you said
it's all a game to me.
Ty gotta tighten up the flow, bro. He gotta tighten up the flow, bro.
The thing with Ty, the thing with this song, I'm just trying to get the beat. I feel like the beat is throwing me off where I can't follow the song as well. So I think it's something.
I was about to say the same shit.
Yeah, I feel like if we get rid of that, then we can kind of judge like the lyrics for what they are. But I feel like it just keeps losing me as far as the beat. And then the Ace of Spades guy is probably a bit too loud.
That too, man.
Just interrupt. Just a warning that apparently spoilers are coming out soon.
Get out of here!
So
really?
Be careful. Yeah, I just saw Scott Reformer on Owen Jackson's like a person with merit.
Wait, so is it back to normal again?
The table of contents is out, and we're gonna have spoilers today.
Oh my! All right, so I guess we are getting the chapter Thursday then.
Yeah,
for sure.
I would love to do a live reaction to this chapter.
It's back to regular.
But I do a live reaction to the chapter.
Reaction to this cake bake chapter.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like Oda's gonna troll us, bro.
Yo.
He may troll us.
You mean say thank you to Grim?
I get the fuck out of here.
It has to be a follow up, Brago.
Everyone make sure to flag his channel.
You think he goes directly to the fight or he goes away from it?
Nah. This whole chapter either the whole chapter is the fight or we get 2/3.
I think it's gonna be exactly
Because
the
if you
same
think
as
about
the
this, it's
previous
the volume
chapter.
cliffhanger,
No, I
right?
think
So it has to
we're
be the
gonna have a
fights.
couple panels of them glaring at each other, but that's about it. Then we're kicking.
Nah, 'cause
It
this is the last chapter to conclude.
Yeah, this is the last
So-
chapter of the volume,
So it has to be the
gonna
fight. Like
It's all
gonna
the fight?
be Luffy. Yeah, it has to. Well,
Is
it
it
could
really?
be
Because I
they
believe
could-
you're
they
gonna
could
go
do
on break
something
next
like-
chapter. So
It's either all fight
Yeah,
or
that's
something
the
else
thing,
really
too.
hype is gonna happen.
so Luffy, so you're gonna see Luffy say, "Oh, so it's time for this new form," and then he ends it. Then we have to
I
wait a
think
week.
Luffy's probably just gonna go into Gear 4.
Yeah.
Nah,
Because
He's gonna
I know
go Gear 4,
someone
but then
mentioned-
probably go into a variation like Speedman or something.
Wait, do you think
Yeah,
like
I
Luffy
think
could it
Katakuri
end
gonna
off?
go Gear 4.
No, so it ends off with Luffy goes Gear 4, then Katakuri hems him up again, and it was like even his trump card doesn't work. Break
Yeah, I
next
feel like
week.
it's gonna be very similar to the last chapter. And from what I heard someone say is that Steven, who does the translations for official viz,
He
said on
needs
like
to
one
get
of
a
his
better
podcasts that the fight's gonna last multiple chapters, so it's probably gonna be like different levels to it.
So we're not getting Wano this year then.
Hell no.
Man, why people always gotta be spoiled?
I don't know.
We should have threw that out the window a while back, bro. Come on,
Yes,
man.
we are, bro. I told
Bro,
you,
that
bro.
shit
We're
been out
gonna
the window,
get,
At the end of this
we're
year,
gonna
we
get
still
half
have
a
to do
chapter of
referees.
Zoro getting his left hand cut off, and we're gonna go back to Revolution.
The only way we
Maybe-
get Wano
maybe-
this year is if
so-
we see the last of Wano and then come right back. That's the only way we get Wano this year.
Maybe it's the last day of December. We don't know. Last day of
We
December.
could
Man,
get
no
it.
way.
You know, we go on like a 2 or 3 week break though.
Because
No.
if you think about it, like the weekly Shonen Jump release finishes up in November and it starts up the new one, like the new issue and stuff in December. So like Oda could be playing around and say like around that time is when like Wano will probably start.
But say we
Wano
go to
ain't-
and see what's going on in Wano. Does that count as seeing Wano? Like say we just go see what's
Yeah,
going
we
on
see.
there.
Yeah,
Bro, we could
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
jump
Bro,
back.
let me.
I mean,
let me
in that case, we
explain
already saw
something.
Wano.
You gotta read this, bro.
Wow.
Yo,
Bro, if they say Wano is gonna start sometime this year, next year, whatever, I can almost guarantee we getting at least 2 to 3 more breaks this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's already almost a month itself gone.
Yeah, I think
There's no way we're getting
I
Wano
think with
this
the
year.
Reverie is going to be a transition thing.
you
So
gotta
like,
read this.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
wow.
transition.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, it should be a long arc, the Reverie. But
I don't know how. I feel like if it's just like, if it's
If it's just
you want me to
dialogue,
read this,
it
bro?
doesn't need to be long.
Yo,
Yo,
can y'all hear me?
if it does,
Matt-
if it's just
Matt
dialogue.
coming right at the
Yeah.
end.
Bensei,
Matt comes in right at
We
the
can
end.
hear you.
Bensei, how are you, sir?
Then say you
Brother,
came in right at the
you want me to
end.
read this, bro?
Yo,
What
y'all
what is
hear
it?
me?
What is it,
Congrats
Grim?
on, congrats on 4K.
Bow,
Wait, what?
What about say?
Bow
Bro, do
posted this.
not read this.
Remember, Bow's the guy that's
Bro,
always on the After Dark.
Nah,
so,
Brago, you gotta be consistent, bro.
All right, listen, Brago.
Alright,
if
I'ma read it. I'ma read it
Grim,
then.
if-
Wait, Bow
no,
Bow
no,
donated
no.
or something.
No.
No,
Bow roasted
no,
to the Discord for you.
no.
don't
Listen,
read it though.
if Grim says he's gonna read something from Bow,
Don't
just
read
know
it.
that both of them is sweet.
Oh, so
Yeah, I thought we were past reading all that.
so it's probably gay then.
Don't read and
Didn't we
Brago
hold
reads
up?
it.
Didn't Brago just say we need to tighten up because we got kids
Yeah,
watching?
you want me to read it or not, bro?
If you want to keep your channel,
Bleep out the extra
I'm
stuff.
warning you.
Bleep out all the cuss words.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
No, you
I'm
ain't got no
good.
customers.
I'm good.
I got you,
don't
bro.
wanna hear it. I don't want to hear it. I'm good.
All right, I'm gonna read it, bro. I'm gonna read it.
No.
Yeah. All right, Bow and
I hope this
Steve.
ain't no for
warn you.
I hope this ain't no for the dick challenge, bro. Because that's
Brago,
that's
kill
gay.
this man.
One
Bro, I
day,
warned y'all, bro.
Wait,
one
is
day,
this gonna
Bow
sound
and
like a
Steve
30
were just walking in the park,
Yep.
having a nice talk about One Piece and blank sizes.
Wait, what?
You gotta kick him for that one.
As the conversation went on, both of them began to feel horny and started getting excited and hot, talking to each other.
Y'all gay,
Steve
bro.
then proceeded to push Mao up against a tree, pull out his DBC, and ram it in his blank hole. Mao moaned a loud moan that could be heard from miles away.
Hell no.
Cum beginning to
My nigga's
drip
doing
from
an essay.
Bao's blank as he thrusted multiple
Yo,
times.
Grim, shut the
Eventually,
heck up.
We got it. Somebody get Grim out of
You
here.
are
Brago,
enjoying
you have the power.
You don't have
Just
the power to
say it.
kick him out like
Real.
that.
Only you are enjoying this right now. And you're sick and twisted.
Yeah, guys, make sure to flag
This shit is
Grim's
too
channel.
fucking detailed and it's way too long. Like,
I
that
warned
should
you,
sound
bro.
like it actually
I
happened. Nah,
warned
get out of here.
Why did you have to put me in it though, bro?
Hey, you say me and Steve-O special night? Listen,
Bro,
I
he
warned
throw
I
the dag
warned
on
you,
the
bro.
ball.
listen. Usopp the liar said, Bensei, I'm in Dallas. How do I get a ticket to your show? Did Matt leave?
Nah,
No,
he's
I'm
still
right
around.
here. Hey, he just has to get it at the door.
Yeah. Oh, just it's at the door. You can't like.
Yeah, tell him.
Okay.
Tell him I'll be at the door if he comes. Tell
Just
him
call
I'll
him.
get
Call you
him in.
Mugiwaga, and then.
Yeah, I'll get him in for 10
Bet.
for 10
Yeah,
bucks.
that's a discount code.
Hey man, you go to the door. Say Mugiwaga. He got you.
Do it from the Brago streams. Let's say
Man,
that.
you ain't got that Ticketmaster, bro?
Ticketmaster.
Yeah, Ticketmaster's like the official way.
Yeah. Yeah. See,
Hey,
even the
man,
Canadian guy knows about it.
Show up at the door.
Shut the fuck up.
Pull up at the door, man.
It's bad.
Come on, bro.
Bullshit.
Oh gosh.
They say Derek Brown says, and they wonder why this is the dark side. I mean,
Look. Wait, what's his name? Jake Brown?
There's some lights.
His name's Jake Brown.
Lads like there's some light here, man. Come on. We're not all dark here, guys.
Dark by any means.
See, I warned you, bro. Don't let him read it.
Yeah. Grimska from Sicko.
What you mean? You act like I wrote that shit, bro. I'm just reading what Bao told me to read.
So the
Bro,
fact that
you
Grim
was
is reading
giggling
Sicko's
and
smiling
laughing,
shit.
bro.
But that shit was funny.
You were
as hell.
excited to shit
Giggling,
right
bro.
You're
there.
really excited.
I'm not
about
Instead
gonna
of
that.
lie,
talking,
Come on now.
hell,
instead of
bro.
talking to
happy
Grim,
you
how about
really
we all
excited.
just
This guy
chill
was
out?
smiling from ear
Let
to ear, bro.
Steve
Come on.
Yeah.
Bro, like,
Grim was actually enjoying that
Hey,
fanfic.
You turned his camera on, bro. He's from ear to ear, bro.
How
Did
you
he
gonna call
he
me
turned his
weird
camera on?
when it was Steve-O and shit, bro? It was Steve-O who was talking
But you're
about that shit.
documenting
He was
his
in there.
his escapades.
Grim, put your hands on the table, man.
Hey Matt, let the people know where's the show and what's it called, bro? Because they're asking.
The show is in Dallas. It's at the Green Elephant. It's called Third Coast Locals 2.
Hey.
So
See,
it's
get
in
your-
Dallas at the Green Elephant, and it's called Third Coast Locals 2. You
Yeah.
guys can go there. Check
Buy
it out.
tickets.
We
Buy
have
the tickets, get the
it
merch.
starts at 9 and then it ends at 2.
Get the official hat.
Password is BDA law.
right,
Yep.
or a Big Daddy. That's how you get in the back room.
Make that
Hey.
That's how you see. I ain't the one to start this shit, bro.
Tickets on sale
that-
now. Go get it.
Is that
you
Grim
can
or
get-
is that
hey, guys,
Brago?
it's very important. You can get a meet and greet for free if you can recite all the words in Ape's face.
That's true. If you don't, no. If you get one verse down, then then you get in. So
Word.
these guys are arguing in chat, but Matt, we were I'll get your thoughts and I'll end it because we've been I gotta get to bed, man. I gotta be up early. But
Wait,
Two more
Brago, you streaming on how you streaming on the
Hangouts?
Hangouts on Discord?
yeah, man, Discord right now, like every time I stream, like every time OBS is open, it's like static. I close OBS, it's no static. So I'm
shit.
using like a Hangout video call and just taking the sound from that to
Oh, right. Okay.
yeah, because it was just like
Bro, this man getting clever on us, man.
hey, sometimes you gotta do that, fam.
Hey, man.
It's,
I didn't expect that much.
well, expect more. Matt, what's your thoughts on what if Katakuri wins? I have to give your thoughts, then we'll end it.
What if Katakuri wins?
Yeah.
Well, man, then that just says a lot about Luffy. It says a lot about how much longer the fucking series is gonna be. Like if he completely and utterly beats Luffy at this point, then yeah, that's a very bad thing.
Well, what if it's a high diff?
Yeah, if it's high diff and the fight actually finishes out, and it's something like Luffy is just going all out, like for real, then I can understand that. But I don't think that we're gonna see that at this point.
Yeah, I
just
couldn't
don't
agree
think-
with high def.
I just
Yeah.
don't think that we're gonna see a fully fleshed out fight. But
Yeah.
if Luffy fights Katakuri and it's like, them just going straight up 1-on-1 high diff, and the fight actually finishes, and Luffy loses, I can accept that.
I think back to Dragon Ball Super when Goku was fighting Hit, and then Hit's power was so crazy as far as like his time jump.
Fuck is that?
Grim, you got
Grim, mute yourself.
Is that
bro.
Grim?
Grim, mute yourself.
No, nigga, that's
I
my
know
daughter,
that's the
bro.
daughter,
That's
right?
my daughter.
That's why I was daughter.
Yo, tie it up.
I'm mad. Everybody said Grim. You got.
Yeah, y'all some pedophile faggots, bro.
Say all the people with kids in this
Dirty
call right
fucks.
now.
You got that reputation already.
Everybody said Grim. You gotta mute
I didn't
yourself when you're doing
suspect
that shit, bro. Nah.
You know,
believe
Pharaoh got,
dirty boys.
Pharaoh got 5 brothers and sisters. You could have thought that.
I was like, nah, tighten up, bro. That's my daughter. What y'all talking about?
Yeah, nigga, fuck.
Oh my, that's funny.
Damn,
So Matt B, what were you saying?
I forgot what I was saying. I was saying
You were
something.
saying something. Oh, okay.
They said someone getting
What were
sent
you
to fell down.
Y'all some pedophiles,
This man, that's Terrell, bro.
It's like, yo, who getting kidnapped? Nah, that's Wallow's daughter.
Yo, Chad lost it.
Yeah, they're dying right now.
Yeah, somebody call him Grim Kelly.
Oh no, Grim Kelly.
Whoa, y'all gotta chill.
That's a yikes.
Yo, wild.
Grim Kelly, yo. Oh shit, y'all got
So,
chill.
before we close this, can we get Steve to sing something real quick?
What? That's gay, man. What? What do you mean?
That's not gay. This dude is on the church choir every Sunday, and you think I can't make a request?
All
Come
right,
on.
Steve-O, go break out in
Get
song for all
Steve-O
of
to
us.
do what?
Sing for us, Steve-O.
Do that thing for me.
Wait, nigga, what?
Right, you heard Grim in the background talking about do that thing.
Thank for us.
So he was the culprit.
Yeah, dude.
He gonna sing for us, you know.
Stevie
Good
gonna
thing
sing
for
for
us,
us,
bro.
Wait, nigga, what? Who gonna sing?
Steve-O.
Steve-O, man.
Steve-O's got a hit
Hell
single.
no, why?
Nah,
Steve-O
I ain't about
can
to
sing.
He's on his Chance the Rapper thing, you know.
No, not Chance.
He's in
Chance
the
Rapper.
church choir.
Something soulful, man. Some Marvin Gaye or something like
Oh,
that.
you in the church choir for real, bro?
Yeah, that's a good man.
Yeah, I was in the
Nah,
church
I'm not
choir
really in the choir.
like 10 years ago. Nah, like
Same Brago.
yeah, or
Yeah, I was in it for
longer.
third grade.
Probably
and I
like
got kicked out.
15 years ago I was in the church
I
choir.
doubt it. I don't think Bro was ever on the church.
Nah, I was definitely in the church choir, bro.
Maybe during the Easter play, I could see him rocking a little bow tie. But that's about it.
Yeah, I had a bow tie on. Nah, but listen, I had a bow tie on. We were in the I was in the church choir. I never had any solo moments for real. They were trying to like stop my talent. They felt like I was trying to be bigger than the team. You ever seen Drumline? It was kind of like
Yeah.
What the
That's
fuck?
right.
Yo,
Man.
somebody kick this nigga out here.
nah. If
I was
you,
about to say,
I feel like it's all
Nah,
no,
Brago
if you've seen Drumline,
hard
then
right now.
Nick Cannon, like that's how I was on the choir.
This
Like
nigga Brago.
we had
Ooh,
like
keep me
here's the
down.
thing. You ever seen choir battles on YouTube? So we had that
Wire battles?
choir
I've
battles.
I never seen
Never.
it, bro.
Go on YouTube
Never.
right
That
now
exists?
and type in choir battles.
I'm about to do that.
You may
right
find
now,
a video of me where I went out into a solo when I shouldn't have, and that kind of that blackballed me
Wait,
from the
you
team.
said-
You mad
so
trolling
hold on,
right
Brian.
now.
You said just to fact check you real quick. You
Yeah.
said they had choir battles on YouTube 15 years ago. It's 2017.
Yeah.
YouTube really hasn't been around.
Listen, Master
That
J.
must have
No,
been long.
that's the thing. Even songs from
Oh,
like
it's
20
closed, bro.
No. Let me explain.
That's just
Songs from 20
crazy.
years ago from YouTube. It's been re-uploaded, Master J. Come on. It's been re-uploaded. That's
Oh,
all.
he got you there. He got you there, James. He got you there.
Yeah, it's been re-uploaded.
Nobody's re-uploading his stink version of
No, listen. It was really a thing. I mean, I feel like I was really good at it. If it was like a professional choir battle team, I think that would have been my career. But
this man.
yeah.
Oh, happy day.
Yeah, it was kind of like Sister Act. Yeah.
Oh, happy day when Jesus was.
Jesus was.
When he
Yeah,
was.
boy, wow.
Oh my god,
I
let's
sent
stop
away.
I need-
Hey, bro, y'all stopping these niggas from praising the Lord, bro. Y'all
Bro,
the
you
devil.
see how Brago had no pitch, right? His pitch was off. Me and Steve were harmonizing.
First of all, Master J, you sounded
Grim had
terrible.
the
All right. I was carrying the stream just now. So
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I think I got the spirit.
yeah,
Carrying the L's.
Out.
yeah. I mean, listen, guys. I can
Okay.
really.
I didn't hear Pharaoh. Where was Pharaoh at during
Pharaoh
that?
was ad libbing in the background. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah,
Pharaoh was ad
He had,
libbing in the
he had
background.
that them little John ad libs in the back.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you. Praise.
Fuck out of here.
Nah,
I'm sorry.
I had to
that's
say
what
the
y'all
intro.
Say what you had to say, Brago. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying the choir it taught me a lot. There's a lot of things going on with the choir. Like you don't understand like the things that go on behind the scenes in like a choir.
Taught you have
The
cousins
time and the
in
effort.
church. That's what taught you.
Yeah, time, effort. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You got people dating and they don't want to sing together because they don't like each other that
'Cause they
day.
Yeah.
Or they cousins.
You got
Bro,
people
what
that
are
were
you talking about?
people that were gay, but they were trying to
They
hide
don't
the
want to
fact that they were
outshine the
gay.
other one.
Yeah, it was weird, man.
Someone's got a record deal.
Yo, I remember one time we had the men's choir at the church, right? Two of the men was about to get into a fight.
Yeah.
One of them went out there with a big nigga, right? And like he pulled out a knife because he felt like he couldn't win no other way. He was like,
Yeah.
come here, come here. I
A
want
similar
you right here.
similar thing happened
want
in
you
my
right
church
here.
as well.
Why?
And then the other nigga went out there like he was ready to fight, right? And then he saw he had a knife. He like, oh no, man, you doing
Yo,
too much.
Texas
Yeah,
is
you always have
wild.
people like that where you question why they're on the choir in the first place. Like if you came, if you came prepared like that, then you wanted something.
No. He didn't actually have like an actual like knife, like Rambo.
He had a
It
shank.
was like a box cutter or like a stacking knife.
He had a
Man's
shank.
coming out with a machete, yo. Hey, I was thinking the first verse. Like,
He's like, bro, I just got out, man. I need some motivation, so I joined church choir.
Yeah, he had a shank.
But I always stay ready.
Nah,
Yeah.
brother DJ's a good man. He's still in the church.
Yeah, but nah. The choir was cool. I was there for like 3 weeks or so, but it was a great experience.
3 weeks.
sure,
to be
for sure.
honest. Yeah.
I don't see. I can see Brago as an usher. I can't see him as.
I've never been an usher. I've never done that, honestly.
What's popping?
What's popping?
I was an altar boy for 12 years.
Was good.
Yeah, I was never an
You're supposed to
usher.
usher.
I was I played the steel pan for like 3 years though.
I believe that one.
Yeah, I did that for
Steel
3 years.
Bro, did Hangouts get a new fucking layout?
Hangouts?
you say what?
No, this is like
Yeah.
like just starting a hangout without using YouTube. So it's like
I was gonna say,
an open hangout call, just going through hangouts.
this shit looks
You're
fucking
obvious.
ugly.
Yeah,
Yeah, man,
it's,
it's
Trouble
not.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Get over on this,
Hey.
bro.
Hey, we don't need that negativity, man.
At all.
No, you just gotta get a PC.
Nah,
man.
that's my dude, yo.
We can't foster that.
It's the people still talking about Kaido in the chat. We're trying to talk about church. Fruit. Serious question. What do you think about choirs?
What do I think? That's like the most broad question I've ever heard in my
Yeah,
life.
like what's your thoughts? What's your stance on it? Like, would you join a choir?
No, I would never join a choir.
Why is that?
Why not?
What if you could pretend sing
Doesn't like
choir
Jesus.
battles, passionate choir
Like, you
battles?
can get a record deal.
I can't sing.
Doesn't
that's
matter.
not,
Choir
that's not a
battles are
problem.
fun.
You gotta be able to sing. You just gotta be able to, play.
Honestly,
role.
sometimes they
choirs
just,
need-
they just need bodies to fill out the choir, so it doesn't look like it's 10 people up there.
Yeah,
So like,
they try to be diverse.
That's facts.
it is
Like
like,
most
yo,
choirs are
Try to be
carried by like
diverse.
3 or 4 people.
All you gotta do, matter of fact, Fruit can be the dude that holds the tambourine, even though he don't know how to do it on beat.
So he'll be the guy in the back with the trombone.
Fruit's gonna be like, this shit ain't lit at all. Where are the ad libs? You guys are so behind, honestly.
Just talking trash while they singing. Come on.
Nah, this isn't choir practice, man. You gotta practice first.
Preacher be in the middle of preacher. Fruit be like, I'm sorry, but you need to go ahead and bless this choir because they.
Preaching to the choir, bro. But nah, the thing is, like, with some choirs and some pastors, man, some pastors are just like, you gotta have an eyebrow raised because they be doing some shit,
Yeah.
man. They be doing some shit. Where it's like,
Yeah.
Bro,
I
you
saw-
can ask the Vaticans, bro.
Watch your kids.
I went to this summer.
Did
You
hear
know, in
about
the summer they had like
down there?
say that again, Ferro.
Did you hear about the orgy shit that went down in the Vatican shit?
Oh no,
You say what?
really? They had an orgy
Yo,
down
Let
there.
us know what's up.
They had one.
Wow, damn, church is lit.
You want to
At
go
the
into
Vatican?
detail or?
In the wrong way. That shouldn't be happening at all. But
At the
Yeah, not in
Vatican?
church.
The
Yeah.
Vatican?
wait,
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
What did
about it?
But what did
Fellowship
It
hall?
happened like a
No,
month
I ain't
ago.
hear about that. They
even if
doing
you
a
think
good
about it,
job
doesn't it like
covering
help
up.
raise morale? Like,
What?
He said to raise.
we're gonna have some morale meetings, Sister Benjamin. All right.
Vatican cops.
Hey, whatever
bust
helps the team, man.
gay
Whatever, yeah.
orgy at home of Cardinals Aid. Oh my God.
You see
Oh,
like
at least it was at their home, not in the church.
Oh my God.
you see the church women leaving their house, be like, I gotta help my passed out.
Nah, it was boys, bro.
have a morale.
Whoa, it was all boys.
Drug-fueled
boys,
gay orgy.
Oh, that changes things.
Yeah, that's it.
Drug-fueled gay
All the
orgy.
Nazis go pile
That's
on
terrible.
That
Grandma
changes
said
things
that
a
at
lot.
that shit.
That changes things a lot, to be honest. Like that's just weird. But no, I went to this.
Grandma.
I don't know if you guys ever went to this extreme teens thing. It was like in the summertime, where it's like a thing like it's like from the church, where it's like where they brought like celebrities in to kind of talk and shit like that.
That sounds dope. I ain't never had nothing like that.
Yeah, I went to one. It was like Genuine was talking and like
What?
T-Bone. I forget this nigga's name.
I don't
And
know T-Bone.
Ty Tribbett. So yeah, they were there. So then after this thing, it was like the pastor's like his son's birthday, and for his birthday, this dude brought a cash machine where the cash is flying all over on the stage, and it was all $100 bills. And
My
his
God.
son had to go in there and catch $100 bills for his birthday.
Balling out.
He was like 10. I was like, really? This is what you showed at church? Like, you got your
Bro,
son
what
catch-
church you be going to?
Yeah,
man?
That's a
man.
lit church.
What the
Yeah,
heck?
man.
I be
Man.
staying in the humble back.
That wasn't my church. That was my cousin's church. Because the Sunday, this was on a Saturday. On a Sunday, this dude pulled up in a Phantom, bro.
My God, I ain't never seen a fan.
Yeah.
I'm switching
The
churches.
pastor or somebody else?
The pastor. The pastor, bro.
That's
Like,
crazy.
Yeah, it was weird. It was. I'm like, yo, like, is this okay? But I guess like I guess that's what.
I mean, he's full time, right? Like he don't be doing all this shit, right?
It's full time, but a Phantom.
Yeah,
like,
Shit, that's kind of weird.
like
yeah.
okay, like my pastor, he drives up in a nice caddy, like I mean a nice caddy, but that's humble
that's
because he
I
does
mean,
have because he
Yeah,
owns like a
y'all
mortuary on the
tripping.
side, so it's like come on, he has
Bro,
some
he
money.
pushing cocaine out the back of that church.
Hey man, I'm like, okay, get a nice car, I guess, but like a Phantom? Come
My
on,
God.
That's
Nah.
500,000.
that's crazy to me. Like you don't need a Phantom to like to get around. Like
Was that a
Yeah.
super church? Because
it was. It's not even a huge. It's not even that big of a church, but like it was in an affluent neighborhood. So
I want to
they-
know if the
they
mortgage
had it.
on that church is paid off yet, because if he got a Phantom and they ain't pay off the mortgage, that ain't right.
It's probably an abandoned church, if anything.
Yeah, they had they were. My cousin left the church, so I guess that
Go
speaks
figure.
volumes. But I'm like,
About that.
I mean,
They
the thing
caught
is, the
him
fact
slipping.
that they were bringing in celebrities every summer to talk to kids. I mean, that showed just like how much money they really had. Because like every summer they brought in somebody.
Bro, you got to remember, there shouldn't be a negative stigma around
Around
church
driving
with
a Phantom?
money. That concept is different, but a church with money is not like.
No, definitely a church with money can help more people. So, but I think as far as like the pastor pulling up and stunting on the congregation, like, I mean, come on,
Like
nah.
the celebrities, that part doesn't say much because I've been in the same building as Ty Tribbett before, but that was
Yeah.
different. It's like it was an actual show just at a church.
Right,
But
right. Yeah, Ty
to
Tribbett was
bring
great
in,
though.
like-
He was great there.
Celebrities and then drive up in a $100,000 car or how much it was. That's crazy.
But Genuine was there. He was there with his wife. I forget her name. But they were
Felicia.
talking. So I think her name was Sophie or something like that. I don't remember.
We gonna
But-
call.
But yeah, he was talking about like how they made it through, how they do all this, do all that. Honestly, bro, Kevin Hart and what he did, that kind of like killed it for all the black men, bro. Because Kevin Hart was like the standard of like what it was.
It's
And-
comedy standard too.
how you get to Kevin Hart from talking about Genuine?
No, I'm talking about because he's talking about his wife, but now I think they were divorced and all that shit. Like they're talking about like, all
Oh.
the stuff they do to stay together and blah 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 blah.
Okay.
And now they're divorced, but now I still like Kevin Hart, like how he got caught. I think it was threesome. After
Damn.
yeah,
Yeah, I caught slipping, man.
he got caught slipping.
Why?
And people keep pulling up his interview on the Breakfast Club where he was like, that's my rib. I don't know how to cheat. So I don't cheat. It's like, damn, Kevin.
Bro, I ain't never expected much from Kevin Hart because like his comedy was always just overrated to me. Like it was funny, but it
sound
was
like a hater.
overrated.
You sound like a
And
hater.
then it's like, so I don't expect much from him as a person because it's like he's just getting money
You feel
from.
like he got too much attention for his comedy?
Yeah.
I thought this got real stale real fast.
Bro,
I mean, yeah.
The first couple of times it was okay.
It was
but
the
then
first couple
same
times I feel like it was
character in
amazing.
every movie, bro. That shit
Yeah, this
was
nigga
weak.
Kevin Hart played the same character in every movie except for like 2 or 3 of them.
Nah, he's just saying it all.
Like the Wedding Ringer. I like the Wedding Ringer.
Will Ferrell does that shit.
Yeah,
Will Ferrell's
Ferrell's
actually funny.
I like Will Ferrell, but I feel like recently we
Oh, I thought you guys were okay.
we kind of know what Will Ferrell is gonna do now in his movies,
Wait, is Ferrell's name really Will?
Hey.
Was that the exposure?
Step Brothers
that's
is
the
god
origins
tier.
for his name.
Step Brothers is like
Funny
one of the
as
best
fuck.
comedy movies ever.
That shit funny
It could be the
as
best comedy
fuck.
movie ever. The Anchorman,
Yeah.
is amazing. Talladega Nights.
Bro, that was the first Will Ferrell movie that I ever actually sat down and watched.
That's the
bro.
racing one, right?
Yeah.
I remember
Um,
the soccer one. That was like nice too.
Blades of Glory.
God tier, bro. It's God.
Hey,
Blades of Glory was amazing.
What's the one when he got to get his wife back?
Isn't
That
that
one's
Daddy's
pretty
Home? I don't know.
That's Taken.
Taken.
Taken?
He was
with,
never taken.
with Liam Neeson?
I think you just got into streaming all man, but we can
Liam Neeson?
I think
know.
that was just a quick-witted joke on Fruit's part.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think it was being serious.
Have you guys seen Boomerang? I don't know if probably before you guys' time.
What is
Hell
it?
no.
Boomerang with Eddie Murphy and like Martin Lawrence and.
I'm sure I watched it.
I probably watched it, but I don't remember. Like,
y'all ain't gotta lie, bro.
Damn.
That was
I never
it
watched much of
probably
this
came out
stuff.
in the 80s.
No,
when
it came
Brago
out like
just
90,
came out of
90
college.
no, it came out like 92. Like I watched
I
it.
believe it was 93.
Yeah, around there. And Boomerang, like I watched it like obviously a lot after that. And it's an amazing movie.
hold up, let me see.
Like Boomerang is an amazing movie.
The thing about Eddie Murphy is I don't like his stand-up because he's just too raunchy, but his movies are perfect, man.
They were perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at some point, I don't know if it was Norbit or it just went too far. It just went too far. I was like, all right, Eddie, you gotta.
Hey man, he was GOAT when it came to Mulan when he was Mushu.
Yo, they fed that nigga the turkey ass, bro. Y'all remember that scene from Norbit?
Oh yeah.
Wait, Wilder, they said Boomerang is a 1992 American romantic comedy.
Rescue
Donkey
Super.
Shrek.
And Beverly Hills Cop movies.
The only one in here that's not seen Norbit.
That's
I've never seen it.
I don't.
Either.
I've seen it in bits and pieces. I've never seen the whole thing.
Yeah, I've never seen it either.
Come on.
I've never seen Nutty Professor 2.
What? Isn't that a better one? No,
it probably is, but I never.
Hangover 2 over Step Brothers? You high. You want something. Hangover 1 is better than 2, but
Yeah.
Man, who watched that movie Walk Hard?
Rock hard.
Walk Hard.
Walk.
Wait, come on. Master J, I expect that from Grim, not you, bro. I expect that from Grim, yo.
No, I literally thought that's what he said.
No, you didn't.
Bro, shut up.
No, you didn't. Get out of here.
I seriously did. What did he actually say?
Oh, Shrek was Shrek is the goat. Shrek is the goat. Shrek is amazing.
Yeah, hey, shout out to Donkey, man.
Shout out to Donkey. Shrek is a classic. Seen Shrek so many times.
It is, honestly. I have the whole set like on
I can recite Shrek like word for word. The first one at least.
Yeah.
Have you seen Beverly Hills Cop?
Yeah.
Actually, those are some of my favorite movies.
Beverly Hills Cop was. I think that's what kind of like did it for Eddie. After those,
yeah, it's kind of what like started him off.
Yeah, after Beverly Hills Cop, he kind of like went from there. It just kind of blew up.
Yeah, Coming to America was like one of the best as well.
Yeah, if you guys haven't watched Boomerang, go watch Boomerang. It's like it has so many like stars in there before they kind of popped. Like Halle Berry's in there, like Martin.
Actually,
there's a
I
Shrek
think I know
5
what you're
coming
talking
out.
about. Now that you said that, I think I know what movie you're talking
Chris
about.
Rock's in there. Like it's great. It has like a lot of great people in there that they just weren't popping yet.
You know what's a good movie?
Yeah.
Life is amazing.
Yeah.
But it kind of makes me
I don't
sad
think
when I
I've
watch
seen
it though, because
Yeah.
my boy Bernie. But yeah,
Anything with Bernie Mac makes me sad.
Yeah,
bro. No lie, I literally I think a year before he died, I was all like, bro, I want to meet him when I grow up.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was tough because didn't he die from like what did he die from? Was it like bronchitis? It was
pneumonia. I think
it was pneumonia. This nigga. It was something because they said like, oh, he's getting over bad cold, and went to like pneumonia, and it was all of a sudden like Bernie Mac. We're like, whoa, what? That escalated quickly, bro. But R.I.P. Bernie Mac, man. Holes. They say Holes is a shit from Disney.
The Holes is good. That's a classic.
Yeah, Holes is good. Disney had some dope movies, man.
Yeah, man. Like back in the day, like
like I was
like maybe 7 years ago, they still had some classics.
The other day I tweeted, a couple days ago, I tweeted about Kim Possible soundtrack. I was watching Kim Possible, bro. Like recently, like the opening is just fucking gold, man.
You know what's all-time classic, man? Recess.
Recess is dope. But what is it? I know That's So Raven came back recently, or they got a new spin on it. I don't know. Yeah,
they made a sequel.
A sequel where Raven is like the mom or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Corey in the house, bro. Like
Raven from who?
That's So Raven.
Corey in the house isn't actually a real show.
It's like I don't know what it's called.
Oh yeah, Corey in the House was the sequel.
Yeah, that is literally the biggest. That's the biggest meme of all time.
Yeah,
best anime of all time.
That's like
for the anime
community. I watched Remember the Titans recently. Remember the Titans was an amazing movie. Remember the Titans was great. I really like that movie. The thing is, back then when I first watched it, I didn't understand it at all. Like when I first watched it.
How old were you when you first watched it?
Doesn't Washington, right?
Denzel, yeah, and as far as like the like it's like racism. Was,
That's
like,
the football movie, right?
There's
Yeah.
racism and then homosexuality.
Yeah.
I actually watched that in school. Actually,
Yeah, I didn't understand like why they didn't like each other. Like I watched it when I was so young. I was like, what the fuck? Like what's wrong?
Why are these guys getting along?
Why don't they get along? Like
Yeah,
this nigga can sing and shit. Like why you don't?
When I first
Yeah.
listened to Candy Shop, I thought he was talking about an actual candy shop.
That's a shame.
Yeah, same.
I think so. I think I felt the same way. Yeah.
I haven't seen Remember the Titans
Hold
in
on,
forever, so I really don't know what y'all
Not
talking about.
a candy shop. Isn't there an actual?
You don't
candy
remember
shop
the
in
Titans, bro?
music video?
I remember the nigga got hit by the bus. I remember nigga that they was in the college dorms and everything. I remember Denzel Washington, the coach, Wood Harris, Tyler the Creator's father. I remember he played on there.
Tyler the Creator's
Tyler
father.
the Creator.
Yeah, I mean he looked just like him. Looked like he spit him out, bro. That's got to be his daddy somehow.
Oh,
No.
Woody Harris was the black guy.
Yeah, Wood Harris got to be Tyler the Creator's daddy, bro.
Was it left side, strong side? I don't know, something like that. But yeah, remember the Titans was great. I just didn't understand it at the time, like the concept as far as like what they were trying to tell me at that age when I watched it. So you know,
You know what movie I still don't get, but it's actually a really profound movie. John Q.
Oh,
Has anybody seen that one?
I haven't seen John Q.
That's the one with Denzel, right?
Denzel.
Yeah,
I watched like the first 10 minutes.
I've watched all of.
I haven't watched all of it.
Movies, bro.
Like I kind of get it, but I just I don't know. I
A
guess I
recent-
saw it too young.
Is that the one where he's with his kid in the hospital?
yeah, give him
Yeah,
my heart.
That's the one. That's the one.
Wait, what's Denzel's worst movie?
It's hard to say,
Worst
bro.
movie?
Hard to say.
Yeah, where you were like, come on, Denzel, you gotta.
Probably Training Day.
I haven't seen
What?
it.
Bro. Come on. Listen, Training Day is not an amazing movie, but Denzel was just so fucking
Training
dope
Day-
in the movie. He was just so
I'm
dope.
putting cases on all you.
Oh, you
I don't know,
motherfuckers.
bro. All his movies are pretty good.
My nigga.
Wait, is that the one? Never mind. Is that the one with the gangsters and the white dude?
Come on, bro.
Nah, that's American Gangster.
Come on, bro. You don't remember Training Day?
American Gangster is fucking great.
A
dude.
recent movie I saw from Denzel that was great. It was amazing. It was where it came out recently. His most recent movie, not the one,
Fences?
not Fences. The one before that, where he was like a retired. He was like a retired like.
Pilot? Is it the
No, not the pilot one. Where he was like a retired badass, pretty much. And he was
Oh, the
working in
Equalizer.
the Equalizer. Was
Oh,
Equalizer.
yeah.
That shit was
Yeah.
amazing. I really enjoyed that movie. It was so good. It was so good.
You like Book of Eli?
I love the Book of Eli. I love the Book of Eli.
That shit was fucking.
I love the Book of
great.
Eli.
That shit was lit, yo.
Yeah, it had a crazy twist at the end. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil. I don't want to
Yeah, no
spoil.
spoilers.
I
No
don't want
spoilers.
to spoil.
Bro, you have to you
Oh
have to
my
spoil,
god,
bro.
no man, I can't spoil.
Don't ruin it.
The ending is so great. I don't want to spoil it.
I ain't gonna lie. That movie kind of one upped. What is it? I Am Legend by with Will Smith.
Listen,
That
man,
movie-
I Am Legend is
It
my
did.
favorite movie
It did.
ever. Right? So
Yeah, it's
I
like
wanna-
same concept in a way, but like he kind of one upped him.
Yeah,
on
he
that
did
one.
one up him. He did one up him. But
Yeah,
I Am Legend was
that
just
was
like,
better.
like I cared so much about the dog dying, bro. I was like,
No, bro, I got so mad.
I was like, don't do him like this, bro. You can't. This your only nigga that's been riding with you this whole Come on, bro.
Bro, I
Ending
saw
guy
the movie in
looks
theaters
bad,
with my dad like the longest time. How old is that fucking movie, bro?
I Am Legend.
207,
I'm
bro.
Like 10 years.
10 years ago, 07.
Yeah, bro.
Man, he could have
Bro,
upgraded.
try to
He
avoid
could
the
have
spoiler,
upgraded
bro.
from the dog
Tell
to
him, bro.
a rhino, bro.
Tell him what the fuck it is, bro.
I was like, don't
Bro,
kill
I
the
literally
dog.
saw that
Nobody
movie
will ever guess it.
when I was
You'll
fucking
never fucking
11.
guess it.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah,
It was tough
Somebody
when he
guess
did
what?
that. And the thing is like
The
he had
best
to do
spoiler
it,
in that
he had to do
movie.
it himself. Like he had to like choke him out. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
come on, man. Like that dog has saved your life and shit. Like it's been riding with you. That's the only other
movie was dope,
living
man.
thing.
Bro,
Like
stop, bro.
you had to
I
like.
think the I Am Legend kind of like. I don't like it.
I love.
I
it.
swear there's like an alternate ending as well. There
Yeah,
was
it's
like
an
two
alternate
endings.
ending.
They were both bad.
You
Yeah.
niggas
I didn't like the
tripping,
first
bro.
one that much, bro.
The alternate ending's better than the original ending.
Yeah, the other one's better. I think.
Honestly, I've seen Pulp Fiction. I watched it twice, and honestly, I think
No
it's kind of.
spoilers.
I think it's kind of overrated.
Really?
Bro,
You think
Am I a
Pulp
bad
Fiction
man
is
for never watching it?
You don't know what you're talking
That's
about, bro.
cool. That's cool.
You know what
I watched it. No, I watched it twice, and I was like, okay, it's cool, but I was like, all right. I didn't.
Nah, bro, you high.
I was.
You know,
okay.
Grimm's favorite part. You know Grimm's favorite part of that movie, though.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That shit was just fucking great.
Zeke.
Say what again,
Yo,
motherfucker?
someone
I
banned
dare you.
Shonen Jump Captain for that comment.
Yeah,
Said
the
F the
dog's about
dog.
to take his neck. Yeah, I mean, he had to do it, but it was still, you know, it was still hard, man.
No, I
Like,
agree. Fuck that dog.
Do you guys remember Tremors?
Oh,
the dog.
I've never seen that. What's that?
Tripping about
What's
the
that
dog,
about?
bro?
What's Tremors?
He didn't need that dog. He could have upgraded to a
You
rhino
know
or
what
something.
Tremors is?
No, I've never seen that.
He said,
Yo,
Tremors is the movie
Up
where
is
it's
a
like it's
good
basically out in the
movie.
old west, and there's like a bunch of like worms that live in the ground.
Yeah,
shut the
underground.
They
fuck
like
up,
sense
man.
movements through like vibrations and stuff,
It was a fun.
and they like
movie.
try and kill the townspeople. Really bad CGI, but at the time everyone was like, "Oh my god!"
That
fucking
reminds me
Tremors."
of this movie I watched like 15 years ago, Python, I think it was called.
You mean Anaconda?
Anaconda?
Nah, Python.
It's actually called Python.
Probably a rip off. Actually.
Yeah, it's called Python. The
Anaconda
only
rip-off?
reason huh?
Anaconda ripoff? Is that what it is?
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know. The
That's
only
it's
reason I
a
really liked
sci-fi
it,
movie.
yeah, only reason I really liked it was like it had a topless scene, right? And this came out in like
Oh.
2000. So it was back then before like this was like HBO days.
Like swordfish.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is back
Those, like,
whenever
fire
people didn't
scenes.
even do that. Like,
Right. It was before like, you know, topless scenes and shit was popping. So it was like, whoa, this shit is lit.
Before
So,
topless
yeah.
scenes was popping. They had topless scenes in movies since
Yeah,
movies
but the
been
thing is,
movies.
at that age, it wasn't accessible to me like Python.
Oh,
was.
okay. I
The
understand.
following year, you must have been crazy. Then Swordfish came out in 2001.
No, but I had Python.
Hey, that
on,
shit wasn't as
I had
good as on
Python
9.
VHS. If people know what that is, I had Python on VHS.
bro, that's crazy.
You ever seen
Because
that
in a
movie
few
9?
years, we're actually gonna have to start saying that to kids.
I feel like there are people in here that don't know what VHS is.
With the
I
little.
don't think we've got nobody that
These are
young.
cassettes.
Nigga, nobody in here that don't know what VHS
No, I'm talking about
is?
in the
What's
chat.
up?
I still-
In
I
the
still
chat.
own a
In the
VCR,
chat.
In the chat. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You'd have to
Maybe.
be. I think you'd have to be like younger than 16 to even.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
if
still have
you-
my VCR at home.
You
Yeah.
gotta be younger than 8 to not know
Hey,
what
no,
VHS is.
no, because
Come
like
on,
my
bro.
younger
Nah,
cousin,
we don't use
that's,
that now.
my younger cousin that's 10,
I think after
all he knows are like DVDs. They've never had a VHS,
Get the fuck out of here.
a
You
VCR.
don't have to have a VHS to know what it is.
Really?
Yeah, like you've seen,
Not
like
really.
their
Where?
grandparents
They're
have to
raising
have
No,
just
a
because
VHS.
here's the thing though.
Where?
He's like a lot of kids will know what VCR is, but they won't know what a VHS
You know what a dinosaur is, right? But you ain't never
They'll
seen
be all
it.
like, VHS.
That's completely different.
Dinosaurs, what?
like, I found out what an 8-track was. Like when, it was like past 10. Like I had no idea what the fucking 8-track was. Like, what about a
You said
Walkman? You think they know what a Walkman is?
I don't even know what
I
that
know
is.
what one.
I had a Pac-Man, bro.
Oh, wow.
A Walkman, that was like a little radio,
That was
right?
the fucking CD.
the cassette
Yeah,
player,
yeah.
the portable cassette player.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
one. That was the one.
Walkman. I actually love that shit, man.
I
I hate
never
it.
had that.
I actually had that. Actually,
I had a Walkman.
Same.
Yo. I wanted a Walkman, so I wanted when I had a Walkman. I wanted a CD player so bad. I was like, "Yo, please give me a CD player, bro."
I
Yeah.
remember when I got my first CD player.
Hey,
man.
you know what's the most useless
That was so
technology
hype.
that we in our generation that we use for a little bit? Floppy disk. We'll never have to use
Yo, I
that.
used floppy disks
I
until
use-
like the end of middle school.
Yeah,
So,
I use floppy disk.
Yeah,
How
I
old
did
are
that
you,
shit in
30?
fucking.
I was about to say.
23.
I did that shit in high
At
school.
the time,
actually.
I had a computer that was like a 97, like Windows XP, and it could only take floppy disks. Like to do my homework, I was like, I have to fucking get this floppy disk, take it to school, get a converter for the floppy disk,
Yeah.
and print out my papers.
I lied to you not,
I had floppy disks in elementary, but not middle school.
bro.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got a,
This
I got
class,
a floppy disk.
this
some
job
old
I used to
file.
work at, right? This bank I used to work at,
don't
like
know
literally
if it
to
works.
service the ATMs. The ATMs were so old, like to get the information off the ATMs, you had to insert a floppy disk. And
That's
this is
crazy.
like a couple years ago, like using floppy disks.
That's a shame.
It was
That's
like
scary.
terrible using a floppy disk. I'm like I know a lot of people don't even know what that is.
Those cheap motherfuckers.
Oh, and a shitload of AA batteries. Oh my god, I ran through so like having a Game Boy.
Oh, but
my
don't even
God,
get me
bro.
started on that shit.
Struggles, bro.
Oh my god, I had to go to the store and buy a pack, bro. Buy a
Yeah.
pack because I'm about to rattle off like 2 gyms in Pokemon, yo.
When
You
I'm
about to
playing,
get-
I remember like buying the machine and shit to recharge the batteries and
used to
stuff every 2
steal 'em.
hours.
But yo,
And that
man,
light goes
yo, you ever
dicky,
take
bro.
them out the remote?
they used to be the
Go
worst.
to the remote,
feeling
take 'em out the
ever.
remote.
Yeah, dude, I did
Yeah.
it too.
Replace the goddamn battery. Who changed the battery out the remote? Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember one time, yo, like I
No,
was
that's
at
crazy. That's
That's
something
what everybody did.
nowadays
But then,
will never
because you don't want to
even
make it hot, you take one of them. You just take one. You're
That's
like, I'm gonna take
Yeah.
one. So there's not how
I used to try to push it to the limit too, bro, and
man.
miss my opportunity to save the game.
Bro, exactly. That was the worst. Like, I ain't fucking save.
But isn't that crazy that kids nowadays won't know that?
They don't know that. They don't know forgetting to save, bro.
What uses AA batteries nowadays? Like maybe a flashlight?
Maybe a remote. A remote?
Remote, yeah.
No, but come on. You don't take things. You don't take batteries out of other things to put in a remote. You take batteries out of a remote to put in other things.
Yeah, you don't really use it now. Yeah. You know what fucked me up? Like, I bought a radio control car for my son. Low keys for me. But I bought it for him, and that's how I mask it. Talking to the cashier, like, yeah, my son loves these. But so then I'm charging. So I opened the car to charge it, and it has a fucking USB cable. I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? Like, it has a USB to plug into the computer to charge the car, bro. Like,
this man was looking for some batteries. He's all like,
I got some.
My nephew got a toy car sitting in the corner right there with the exact same way, bro.
I bought some batteries and shit. I'm like, all right, this shit don't even use.
You don't never use it.
I'm like, wow. I'm like, I could have used this shit like 15 years ago.
I bet you got like a wireless controller that you can like hook up through Bluetooth to your phone or something like that. I don't know.
You just call your parents while you're driving over the thing.
Well, the controllers is always wireless, though. That's the point.
It's the kids don't watch TV. They don't know what remotes are.
It's on Netflix now.
Yeah, they got the Netflix, bro.
I mean, that's where society's
you need
turning.
controller for that too.
Cable is gonna be, obsolete really soon, unless they start like.
You guys seen like the YouTube shit
right now?
where you can watch TV on YouTube?
Yeah, I saw that. YouTube. I mean, I feel like they still have to refine it though. They gotta refine it a bit.
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't used my TV for like anything. The only time I ever use my TV is when my fucking like MMA streams go down and I gotta like fucking go in the fucking living room.
I mean, I still watch ESPN and like NFL Network, NBA TV, and shit like that.
Sometimes I watch TV at all.
I watch,
I mean, if it wasn't for sports, I wouldn't be watching it.
HGTV is lit as well as in the cooking channel sometimes.
I usually just watch it for news and shit. To be honest,
Bro, I remember the fucking NBA finals, bro. My stream went down in like the last minute. Dude, that shit was fucking crazy. Not this year, but last year with the fucking Game 7 with the fucking crazy shit that was going on. I was so fucking pissed, dude. I like fucking ran right in my living room. I was like, Dad, change the channel.
Yeah, last playoffs was really hectic for me. It was really emotional, man. Like I really wanted the Warriors to lose. I really wanted the Warriors to lose. Just to, I don't know. I felt like
so did I. Don't worry.
With KD, it was just I think I had a stream after every game.
Blew the re-up on LeBron?
You said what?
So you blew the re-up on LeBron?
Nah. You don't. Nah. The only time I ever bet on like finals was like the Warriors. I think 2011. I bet $300.
And you lost?
On the Thunder. I bet on the Heat to beat them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you won.
It wasn't looking good after game 1 because the Thunder like beat him soundly.
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck?
You good, bro?
Who's that?
That shit funny as fuck. My name Daryl, but it's on the red.
Oh, that's great.
Can I have your number?
Can I have your number?
Can I have your number?
Can I have it?
Can I have it?
Classic shit.
That guy was
People are saying, do you guys remember?
I just want to let you know.
It's still my
head. Ridiculous. Do you guys remember link cables for Game Boy? The Game Boy link cables to trade Pokemon and shit.
Oh yeah,
I still got 2 of them.
Dog, that was so hectic, yo. I had to like find niggas like, yo, you want to trade, bro? Like you got to come over. I got my link cable and shit.
You got them shits, bro. It's just too powerful for your ass. They want to listen to you.
Oh my god, niggas like, yo, what you gonna trade? You got any legendaries? You got Raikou, nigga. We all looking for Raikou. I ain't got a nigga yet. Come on, yo. I'm trying to evolve my Pokemon and shit. No, man, I don't got that.
You never had Raikou? I had Raikou.
No, the thing is, it was like one of the. It's one of the ones like the dogs are running around. No, the dogs are running around.
No, you know what's crazy?
No, I had it. No, I had it, but I found it eventually. But it's like I'm not just gonna trade you my Raikou. You know how hard it was to find Raikou.
Nigga, you lying too? Let me see it. Where the proof at?
No, I didn't have Raikou, but you know who somebody I had, and then I literally turned off the. I turned off the game.
Nigga said they had a Deoxys and shit too.
No, I didn't have Deoxys.
I had a Suicune.
I had Deoxys. I had Deoxys.
I had freaking
yeah. Oh, you had Deoxys too, huh?
Yeah,
brother?
I got somebody traded it to me.
Hey, I had the whole.
Remember they had that hack, that Pokemon. I don't remember what it was, but it was like a thing you could put in the game where you
The
could
Game
like
Reader?
Game Shark, yeah.
Game Shark, yeah.
Game Shark.
Brago, didn't
It's
you
called
say you had to
Game
go to
Reader,
sleep
that's
like an hour ago?
I do. I actually do.
Someone just donated, by the way.
Shout out to Calvin Crenshaw. He said, "Kids these days will never know how good Saturday morning cartoons were, bruh." Sad.
I still don't.
Bro, shout out to Fox Kids and Kids
Saturday
WB.
morning.
I ain't never.
I wanted to turn on my TV every morning and see like Yu-Gi-Oh and shit, man. Like,
I used to watch
Yeah,
I used
no,
to get
the
up
thing
on
is,
time, bro.
people don't understand, like, but back then, as
That's
far as before the
insane.
internet was popping, like, you had to actually figure out what the game was instead of like going online and watching walkthroughs because nobody was gonna show. You had to figure that shit
The only
out.
shortcuts you were finding is you got like Game Informer, like some shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like,
And you had to wait for that, right?
What's
So
that
it's like-
it's like once a month.
Yeah,
Once a month.
you had to wait for that shit. So you had to
Bro,
figure
what's
that
that?
shit
What's
out.
that website that had all the cheats on it?
Game
Game
Facts.
Winner.
Game
It was a
Facts?
Game Winner. Or
Yeah,
something.
Game Facts.
Yeah,
I
Game
used
Facts.
to love
nigga.
Game Facts.
But then, the only cheats that I knew was like universal that everybody always had was like Grand Theft. Grand Theft
Yeah.
Auto, like everybody, like
Oh yeah,
everybody.
nigga, ultimate android.
Niggas got up, down, left,
Like,
right,
like,
right.
menu
R1.
cheats for Mortal Kombat.
R1, yeah, you're like, how I get my gun back, nigga? Like, let me get my gun back.
Left down, right up. Left down, right
I want that
up.
rocket launcher. What's that? What? That shit used to be lit, bro. Yeah, watching
Bro, used
cartoons.
Yeah,
in the
bro, I
Used to
remember that,
exploit
bro.
the shit out of them cheat codes, bro.
I
Yeah.
would fucking.
And they
I
still
would,
got cheat codes for the new shit, right?
I would print out like.
down,
I would
dude.
print out
That
like
shit was
cheat
great,
codes.
this,
Do you guys remember Ultraman Tiga? I don't know if you guys remember that.
Ultraman
Ultraman Tiga.
Tiga.
Yeah, I used to
Dude,
watch.
what?
It was like this stupid. It was so stupid. It was like, I guess it was supposed to like replace Power Rangers because it came on like, cause you know Power Rangers would have like seasons where it would be on and be off again.
You talking about the
Ultraman?
giant
No, that shit
dude?
old as fuck.
It was
bro.
like a
talking about
giant.
Ultraman Tiga, I do remember that.
Yeah,
That's a Asian
Japanese
cartoon,
shit,
bro. That's a
yeah.
Japanese.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Ultraman is old as fuck, bro.
Yeah,
They had that on the Fox box, bro.
They had it. They tried to sneak it in to kind of replace. I was like,
Fox
what the fuck is this?
Is that anything like Beetleborgs?
I don't. It was just so bad.
Because like Beetleborgs is the only thing I remember being ever off of.
You
Power
guys
Rangers.
remember Shinzo?
Oh, yo, dude. Yeah. Shinzo.
We're going to Shinzo.
Yo, I used to be
I
a-
can tell
dude.
Brago and Driss are old.
Oh,
Yo,
we're
I
going
used
to
to wake up to the
Shinzo.
ABC Family. I was like, yo, fucking
Shinzo.
Hey yo,
It's so trash.
Y'all like 40 years old, 42.
you guys remember Colin Kaepernick?
Wow. Fruba, I understand what you mean. though.
30.
I understand what you mean 100%. I understand completely, bro.
You guys ever watch like Jackie Chan Adventures?
Dragon
Cartoon
Ball
shows?
Tenkaichi? No.
With the
I remember my
talisman.
first
Yo,
time
the
seeing
whole freaking
One more
Jetix-
thing.
Jetix was the best thing that happened to Disney Channel ever.
I remember my first time seeing Dragon Ball Budokai. Like,
Dude,
I
that
went
game.
to like an
Tenkaichi?
arcade, right? An arcade.
Tenkaichi 3, nigga.
Because arcade, no, this is Budokai. The
Budokai
first
3,
The first
Budokai 3,
Budokai.
first shit.
No, this is the
Alright.
first Budokai. Like, I stumbled into an arcade one time, and I was like, yo, is that a Dragon Ball game? Because before that, they had, like, Dragon Ball games on, like, Game Boy. It was, like, a stupid Dragon Ball game or whatever.
Yeah.
Pixelated and shit.
Yeah.
You talking about the Legacy of Goku?
It was like so. It was
No,
like
Legacy of Goku's a great game.
I hated it, right? But I played it because that was the only Dragon Ball game, and Dragon Ball was like the shit back then. So then I stumbled into the arcade and I saw Budokai, and like arcades like in the Caribbean is like different, right? It's not like fucking. You don't really have like the Street Fighter like boxes and shit set up. It's like legit like systems or whatever that you play, and they have them set up everywhere, and you gotta pay like money for like 10 minutes, right? So it was like $2 for 10 minutes, and like
That's dope.
yeah, it was like $2 for 10 minutes, and I think I had like $20. And I was like, yo, take all my money. I just wanna play this game right now. And like I played Budokai, and I'm not gonna lie, like that was the greatest game ever to me when I played it. Like coming from the Dragon Ball game I was coming from. Like, so I got all the Budokais. Like, I mean, I played some of the Tenkaichis, but like it wasn't the same like the Budokais.
Tenkaichi 2 is lit though.
I don't know. Budokai 2 was my favorite because you could do the
For me, it
cell.
was 3, man. The system for that was so good.
Yeah.
I think that was the one with the cell games. And then whenever you beat it, like the whole interface changes and you get like one wish from the dragon.
Yo, Kid Buu, bro. He was
Kid
so
Kid Buu
overpowered.
was crazy.
Was ridiculous.
Remember Trunks? Trunks was my guy
It
because
took me to
Trunks
beat that
could go Super Saiyan right off the bat, like because he had 3
Word.
K1 bars. He'd go Super Saiyan and he'd go right into burn
Y'all
and
making
attack.
me want to go back and play them things
Go
now, man.
Super
That's what I'm
Saiyan
saying.
right into
I'm
burn and
copy
attack.
stuff, too.
Shit used to be
Bro,
lit.
them cutscenes, I mean, not the cutscenes, but
Power struggles. Y'all niggas are destroying my controllers. Like y'all niggas not doing that no more. None of
Yeah.
that.
bro,
Cause niggas be like,
on all of my controllers, on my
Spinning shit.
yo, the spinning shit. Yeah,
all
like,
of them broken out.
Yeah, that spinning shit. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
grew up
shit
with controllers like
bro.
that.
Yeah,
Cousins, all my friends around the neighborhood, bro. We used to go at it in Dragon Ball, man.
Yeah, man. Like
That
heads were
used to be the
clean.
funnest
Like
Bro, I
thing
hated
ever.
that shit, bro. You'll
Bro,
spin hard as fuck and they'll
Genetics.
still beat your ass, nigga. Fuck
I remember
that.
one time, like bro, like we ended up like coming home from school almost every single week, just play Budokai 2, and pans would be
Yeah.
thrown. It was a beautiful time.
No, back then,
Budokai 2
like
is the best. I ain't gonna lie.
back then,
I
before
love
like,
Budokai 2,
bro,
but
my hands usually hurt after playing
Nah.
that game, bro. For
Dude,
hours and
alright.
hours.
before the internet, I had to get. We used to play Yu-Gi-Oh and shit. So like,
Yu-Gi-Oh was
yo,
lit, yo.
whoever played Duels of the
PSP?
Roses, that is the best game for Yu-Gi-Oh.
I had
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh
it
on
is.
PSP.
Damn,
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
that's
that
a-
was that
With the
was-
Lancaster
touches
and
that
shit,
game.
nigga.
But nah, the thing is, it was so weird. Like, we're cause back home they had like something called Duelist Kingdom. That's where niggas go. Like, that's what they call it. So like, you would go down there, and like every time you like battled on the main stage or whatever, you had to put up your best card. So like,
We're talking about the season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh.
no, this is like in real life. It's like,
That's
What the
gangster,
fuck?
bro.
this is like in real life. You had, if you wanted to compete, you had to put up your best card to compete there. So it was like, I mean, like people would go down there and like steal the cards and shit just to
I'm
resell.
surprised y'all
them.
wasn't betting like cattle or
Yeah.
something.
Bro,
Cattle, you fucking.
you guys used to collect the cards as well, or no?
You said what?
Did you guys used to collect the cards for Yu-Gi-Oh growing up?
No, it wasn't
Yeah.
like no people didn't used to collect because it was like so intense competition. You didn't have time to like collect cards. You just wanted to
Yeah.
like
To actually battle.
you want to
I just
actually
wanted to get. I just
Yeah.
wanted to get my
Nigga,
hands
get the
on
What you
cards
mean? That's how you make
possible.
good decks, bro. You collect
no,
the
no,
cards,
no,
so many
no,
cards.
but the
and
thing
you
is-
make
the
decks.
best cards possible. Just so I
right,
can
but
go
you were
at it
more
with niggas. That's
you're
all I
more
was concerned
focused on getting cards that suited your deck at the time. You didn't care about like collecting all the blue eyes or getting Exodia. You
Whoa,
didn't care about that
that,
shit.
that was my
Oh, yeah,
thing,
no.
bro. Because like, God bless
Yeah,
my
no, no, then
grandpa's
that's-
soul, but like, he's the
Nah.
one who got me my Yu-Gi-Oh
No,
cards.
the thing
and
is-
shit, and
the
I
thing
got
is-
But,
two
but
blue
having
eyes.
cards is collecting. Like, if you
No,
have
I
a
hear
deck,
you, but the thing is,
collect
the
cards.
focus wasn't collecting. The focus was like building strong decks. So it's like, my
Yeah,
focus
that's
wasn't like getting like all these cards. I'm like, I want to get
Yeah.
specific cards that I can
Yeah.
use to, boost my deck.
It's just a
So
waste if not. Yeah.
I had like a
I ain't
warrior,
gonna lie.
a
No, because
warrior
I got
deck,
lucky with.
and I managed to get I battled on the main stage, and I ended up winning off of some bullshit because I had like 3 man-eater bugs. So off of that, like I got a cybernetic magician, bro. I
This
was
man.
like, it
I
was
ain't
so
never even
lit.
heard of that.
A cybernetic magician.
Yeah,
it was like
man,
20.
your bug is broken.
Man-eater
Bro,
bug is
I
crazy.
think,
Wait, whoa,
You don't-
I think I told y'all this before, but I remember
Yeah,
one
yeah.
time back in school.
If it's
Oh,
flip,
it's a flip
the
nigga.
flip, the flip
Oh,
card,
shit. I
the
Yeah,
flip
the
card
one
that destroys your
destroys
monster,
it.
bro.
Yeah, I
I was
hated it,
spamming
man.
man-eater bugs.
Crazy.
I was spamming man-eater bugs. Then it's like we went to the
Yeah.
warrior deck with like Maraud and Captain and like Command Knight and like
Marauding Captain, yeah. I know
yeah
that.
Yeah.
Guilford, Guilford
Iron
the Iron Knight. Yeah,
Cursed
Gearfree
Dragon.
the Iron Knight. Yeah. That was a deck.
The iron.
What's the
Guardian,
time
bro,
wizard?
like,
What's
oh
the
my
name?
God.
I think it's
that was
time magician.
that was Joey's
Obedient
deck.
Fiend.
That was Joey's
Yeah,
deck.
Bro, I had
Black
like
Dragon, bro.
That was
I ain't
the
gonna
time
lie.
wizard and
Sakuretsu armor.
the baby dragon.
Oh,
Yeah, I
and
had
the Time
I had that
Wizard.
whole
Yeah,
set.
and time
I
wizard.
had
Yeah, and the Time Wizard.
Dark Hole.
Those are all like.
It was a bunch of like
bad
stuff
cards
there.
now.
But I felt it shifted after Yu-Gi-Oh! GX because then everybody wanted elemental heroes.
Yeah.
Elemental Heroes was so broken, though.
It was.
Dude, I paid
Like-
a dude $20 to make me a whole deck for that, bro. It
Flame,
was worth it.
Flame
those also
Wingman
be
was so
Cyber
lit.
Dragons.
Flame Wingman, bro.
He was.
Yeah.
Because doesn't
Cyber
he
Dragon
like if
deck,
he kills you, your life
he
points
can
gets
attack
like.
again. He can attack again if he kills you.
Was it that?
I
Because
think.
is
Oh
it
no!
that,
Or
like,
the damage you
the
take.
damage
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
to your life points, or like the
Yeah,
attack.
yeah,
The
yeah.
attack of the
Attack
monster goes to your life
Exactly.
points.
It has piercing. That's
That
what
shit was
Flame Wingman
fucking
does.
broken.
Oh
bro.
my god!
Basically, whenever
Art,
you
the
use
Pumpkin
Flame
King,
Wingman, you
man.
always take 2100 damage.
Like exactly, like it's crazy. Like Flame Wingman, I hated. Flame
Yeah,
Wingman.
it was
So
broken.
everybody try to get.
Y'all
Paula.
niggas don't play Magic though.
Cyber
I
Dragon was
played a little bit of Magic, but I like went back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Basically.
Cyber Dragon was pretty crazy as well.
Isn't that the one with the cannons and shit? Like,
Yeah, it said it inflicts
Yeah,
damage
yeah,
to
yeah,
your
three
opponent
dragons.
equal to the attack of the destroy. Equal to the
yeah,
attack of the destroyed
destroys
monster.
the monsters.
So
and
if you're
stuff,
using
yeah.
like 4,000 life
Yeah.
points, bro, like after
it's
what?
over, bro.
If you're going against
Yeah,
like
yeah.
someone with 2,000 attack points, like bro, that shit is crazy.
Yeah,
Flame
but the
Wingman's-
reason like I love the Duels of the Roses because like when you have like the Pumpkin King and you play on defense and it raises the attack of all your monsters, bro, that you cannot be beaten.
Yo, are these One Piece chapters coming out on Friday from now on?
I see, it's looking like
Nah,
Thursday,
stay-
Fruit.
Thursday, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll send you the link on Thursday, Fruit.
Calvin Crenshaw said they got an app game called
Alright,
Duel Links. I still
let's-
play Duel Links from time to time.
We can do a duel old live reaction.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
I always plays that though.
Got you.
But nah, my favorite card was what's his name? Chaos, not Chaos Emperor Dragon. Blackluster Soldier and Void of the Beginning. Blackluster Soldier. Yeah, and Void of the Beginning.
Was it the fusion or like
the Envoy of the Beginning? Yeah.
That was like that's a ritual, man. Like,
bro, that was a fucking
Blackluster was remove one light.
Niggas all got some fucking broken ass shit. Like,
I like
some real shit and win. Like, nigga, I had the 6 samurais, bro. I used to whoop niggas ass with the 6 samurais.
Bro, you weren't facing any competition then, bro.
What you mean, bro? I was running through niggas, bro.
Those 6 samurai is not.
Nigga, was Shien, nigga?
6 samurai.
Oh, you were playing with Shien? Oh my god.
Bro, the dudes that I was going up against, they had full like what you call it? They had like full like dark like magician decks. They had like full like warrior decks. They had full dragon decks. Like this shit was like ridiculous, bro. Like,
nigga, that spellcaster shit don't work, nigga. I don't negate your first spell, nigga. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. I don't want to hear that, nigga.
I like.
One trap per turn.
That's like saying if you shoot a gun at me, bro, I'm gonna dodge it on the battlefield. Nigga, it's not gonna be that. I'm like, what? When you're actually playing, like it's not gonna be as simple as like I'm not gonna let it happen. Like you have to have the
card. Nigga, no, that's literally what the card does, bro. The card.
So you have one card that can negate that. So you're gonna draw that. But you got the heart of the cards or something, nigga.
You have several cards that do similar to like that, nigga. You know about fucking strategy shit. Don't make it sound stupid, nigga. I'll
Grim, you said you got one card. Grim said I got the card.
You to that situation, bro.
The heart of the cards.
You got like fucking Duel Network didn't exist and shit. You ever played that shit? Duel Network.
Oh yeah. I was on all the time.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I use. You go on Duel Network, make a deck or whatever, and then you just fucking go at niggas.
I used to play like a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Wasn't that the website you could cheat on?
What's up?
Wasn't that the one that you could cheat on really easily though? That one was like the one that was based on the honor.
No, it's impossible to cheat. I mean, the only way you can cheat is like you actually cheating in the game.
Yeah.
But then you call a judge and then they'll like give you a free.
I've been stuck like fucking forever on the end. Yeah. People just call admins to troll you.
The shit got taken down and there's something else now.
Yeah, it's called a different thing. It got taken down like 3 times because Konami's a bitch.
Yeah, Egyptian god cards. I didn't see a lot of those. People collected the Egyptian god cards, but they didn't use them in like duels.
I think I only collected like 2 or 3 pieces of Exodius.
Nah, but hey, I would have ran through your bitch ass, bro. You ain't enough, nigga.
I'm sure. I remember. I battled because we were playing Duel Links a couple months ago, and I think Ty, because Ty got to King of Games, but this is after. But I had started after, and then we had a battle, man, and I think we dueled like.
Too many times?
We do like 4 times.
Yeah, I did more than 4 times, man.
I think the first time I dueled Ty, you beat me because it was like just starting out. And after that, I won every time, man. Shit was lit.
Bro, nigga, that's that baby shit, bro. Ask this nigga Dre shit.
No, Ty does not.
Network,
Ty,
bro, Duel Network, bro, it's different. No, you're talking about Duel Network. Duel Network is different, bro. You can do whatever you want. Any strategy you can make, you can use that shit. That makes you push at your best.
Duel Links has great strategy. Duel Links is a great game, but Ty does not suck in Duel Links. He got to like King of Games and shit. So it's like
Duel Links literally has no smarts compared to what like Yu-Gi-Oh was. Like we're gonna testify. Like Yu-Gi-Oh was probably one of the more expensive games I've ever played in my life. Like I spent a couple thousand.
It was expensive. It was crazy expensive getting cards.
Yeah, that Duel Links shit. You get like sets of cards. It's not even all the cards available. Like you can only do limited things. On Duel Network, you can do whatever you wanted to, and you had to face niggas that could do whatever. You had to be prepared for everything.
Grim, did you play whenever Paw of Duality first came out?
Which one?
Paw of Duality. Did you play whenever Paw of Duality came out?
Oh yeah. I hate that fucking shit, bro.
Yo, whenever Paw of Duality first came out, it was like secret and it didn't get reprinted for like years. That shit was like $200 per card. I couldn't get. I was like, I'm not fucking rich enough.
People say in the chat they want to go buy cards again. I mean, people still collect cards. I see. What's the name?
Dark Arm was like $800 back at the Shonen Jump tournaments.
Like wasn't it like 6 or something? Like no, it was 800.
It was fucking ridiculous, dude. Like Crush Card Virus and Dad, like for Dad Return, that was fucking so expensive. That was arguably the most expensive deck ever in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Doesn't Rhyme Style collect like
Pokemon cards?
Right? He still collects Pokemon.
I've been playing Magic now, and it's not as expensive as Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's still.
I got some Pokemon cards from Viz Manga.
And I get some from like.
They sent me Karibo. It's for
I got where is it?
Yo, that Karibo deck was kind of strong too, bro.
I think I got Dark Magician Girl.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
Magician Girl, yeah.
That shit is lit. That shit is
There's
lit.
a lot of different builds and shit.
Hey, did you
The
guys ever
Toon
play,
build, bro. The Toon Monsters build, that shit was stupid. That shit was broken, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't
Well,
fuck with that shit
to be
at all.
fair, Toon sucked dick for forever until like just recently.
Yeah, but they
No,
made a
no.
fucking set all for it.
I like
Word.
Toon like
Stupid.
that, yo.
Yeah.
Whenever I first started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, me and my brother played. My brother basically like I learned the rules from him, and he just cheated.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I did.
He's like, oh,
With my
this is
younger
what happens,
brother.
bro. I'm sorry.
With my younger brother, that's what I did. I like gave him like the terrible cards that we bought, and I'm like, I keep the dope cards. I didn't.
Yeah, I
apply.
did try to play. We played with like 4,000 life points, and like my deck was like fucking 150 cards. I was like,
Yeah.
how the hell do I?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we didn't
150 cards.
we didn't have the rule of like summoning, so it's like it doesn't matter the star, man. You just put
play
this
all
shit
the
down.
Yeah, I just play it down.
Just
I
play it
like,
down.
like, I picked up like Yu-Gi-Oh again whenever I was like a sophomore in high school, and I started playing competitively. Before I was like, my brother's a fucking asshole.
Yo, I used to be like, I play Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl.
Giant soldier of stone, bitch.
I sacrifice your card, and I play.
Yeah, I always try to get like the bigger monster on the field.
People like, you can do that, and we tried to do it to me like, you haven't meet the requirements.
I
You haven't met the
remember like
requirements, bro. You
when
know.
I was a kid, I was in
Can't do
Yu-Gi-Oh.
that.
Like I would get like one Yu-Gi-Oh structure deck per year, and my dad 3 years in a row got me the Yu-Gi structure deck with Dark Magician. I was like, oh wow, thanks, Dad.
He's like, you have that one? Do you have that one? You don't have that
He's
one,
like, here
right?
you go, kiddo. I know you like Yu-Gi. I'm like,
He was
oh
fucking
wow,
upset.
Yeah.
thanks.
Just picked
It was
up
an
the first
obsession,
one.
bro.
Exact same deck.
Yeah, it gets really addictive. Like we
Yeah,
started
yeah.
doing.
I was mad crazy about it.
Yeah,
Same.
it got too far. It went too far. That eventually I sold my deck. Yeah.
Did you
I
guys ever
sold my
play
deck.
Beyblade as a kid?
I
Yo,
created-
dude, I used to
Bro,
pick so many big
Because
ones.
I have a crazy story with
Like,
Beyblade.
I
I
made
bought
my own,
one.
lads. I made my own.
What's the last?
No, I have a crazy
I
story.
remember you telling that story, Brago.
Like,
How
did
you
you
made
guys
your
ever
own
watch the TV
Beyblade.
Hell
and
yeah.
stuff? Or no?
Yeah, I watched the TV show. Let it rip.
Okay, so basically, do you remember the guy with I forget the guy with the white hair, but I think it was Ty. I think no, not Ty, the main character, but the
Yeah,
one
him-
with
Tyson is the
Tyson?
main character.
Tyson.
Tyson,
But
Kai,
there's the-
Max, and Ray.
Ray. There you go. Okay, so I was a mark for Ray, and I bought like his
Drigger?
like, the
Is that
Beyblade
Drigger?
pieces and
Jigger,
stuff, right?
yeah, Jigger.
Yeah.
And we had like the Beyblade domes and stuff. In school, we would always play it. And I got so hyped one time where we had like the little metal piece around it. I screamed, "Yo, Tiger Claw!" I swear to you, bro, the fucking dude's Beyblade broke in
Get
two.
out of here, lads. You
I
some head
fucking
cannon.
lost my mind.
Lads dreaming and shit, thinking it's real.
I swear on my mom's grave, bro, that happened.
So
I saw, like,
Drigger came out and shit.
yeah,
Brought a big tiger.
I swear to God, bro, it's crazy. I'm like Tiger Claw.
Nah,
Like, yo.
I definitely named my Beyblade Dragoon. But I created it, man. Because the thing is, it's like the Beyblades were so expensive at the time when they first came out.
Yeah, they were.
And then
honestly,
they were like plastic and shit. So
Well, they're like half plastic, and then there's like one metal part you
Yeah.
put in the middle.
right.
yeah, like in Canada, they were selling the metal part for like $20, like because
Yeah.
it was getting so popular over here. So
Yeah, we used like parts off a car, like and we created our own.
Fuck.
What
the
the
thing-
fuck are you?
What
What?
the Brago?
No, I honestly wish I had like a phone that could record back then, because literally when we actually like did
was
our
nothing to
Beyblades,
record, yeah.
it was literal sparks coming from the Beyblades. Like
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
creating
Would you have like
sparks.
knives attached to it? Just
Well, no,
Yeah,
it was like
it was the
like
metal rubbing against
we
each
do
other.
we do like different metals, right? And we tried to make them sharp. We sharpened
Or if
them.
you're using the metal ones, because wasn't there metal ones?
no,
and
no, no,
plastic
no,
ones?
no. This is
yeah,
metal
they were
from
plastic,
like
and then you can
cars.
insert a metal one in it.
Now, when we
Yeah.
battled like actual Beyblades, we actually obliterated them because like they were so
what
sharp as soon as they
happened.
touched them, like. And
Yeah,
then like
you're not supposed to.
right, so I mean, because they tried to like I don't know, kids back then they tried to compete as far as that was concerned, but
I mean, that's the point of them, but like they're not
Exactly.
supposed
no,
to.
like
bring
you
it.
have to you
tournaments
have to
and
realize
shit,
when
like-
the shit that we're using, because what we did, we used like so it's like bottle tops, right? You pull off like the white part, and then what's like what you see is like it's like a smooth bottom, and we kind of like use some like fire to kind of round it up to make it like
Jesus Christ.
I guess more smooth. And then after we kind of find a metal where the bottle can fit in. If it can't fit in, we kind of put tape around it. And then we actually get like you like an axle from like a car or something, from like an old car, to put in the middle of it. And we get like either nylon or like fishing thread. And we wrap it around the bottom. We put the axle in, and then we pull the string while releasing the axle, and that's how we let it rip.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, that's fucking ghetto.
Yeah,
That's
but
innovative right there, man.
yeah, but the shit, it was so lit because the battles were literally like destructive, bro. If you didn't come correct, like your Beyblade was gonna die.
Yeah, I can't lie though. The greatest feeling in the world is like seeing like the guy's Beyblade broken with the little piece where it's like the face paint and stuff for it. When you see that shit broken, bro, that's when you know you win in.
Yeah,
Brago should have been a mechanic, man.
I mean, I was, but like, I think I said this on stream before. I was a mechanic for a while actually, but then it was one day I called out.
I thought that was the meat person.
No, the meat guy. No, that's why I went after the mechanic. I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
But the mechanic guy, my friends came down, and I called out. I called out of work, man. It was a Saturday. Called out of work. And then he saw me playing. He was like, "Yo, I thought you were sick." I was like, "I never said I was sick. I just didn't want to be at work today." And then he fired me, but I was like, I quit anyway. So that was my.
What kind of mechanic?
A car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was all right. I got like $10, like after working for like 8 hours and shit. I was super young, so it was like a lot of money. I bought so many like Dragonball sticker gums from that, so that shit was lit. I don't know if you guys ever saw the Dragonball books where you had to like get the stickers to fill the books up. I
used to do it with soccer. Whenever like the World Cup would come around, they have like those sticker books and stuff for that.
Yeah, but I got fired, but I quit. It's like, come on, bro. My friends came over, my friends came down. Like, come on, like you have to understand. Like, I'm not.
Yeah, you gotta pick and choose. And
yeah,
pick
man.
the right choice.
Come on, like you gonna fire me? Fuck you, I quit. But nah, shit was okay.
You gonna fire me? Well, fucking I quit.
Yeah, come on, I quit, bro. Like, come on, like, no. How you gonna get mad because somebody call out because you happen to see?
That reminds me of the fucking Steph Curry situation where he said he's not going, and Donald Trump's like, "Well, fuck it, you're not invited."
right. Trump be going off on Twitter, yo. I'm not gonna lie. It's like somebody.
The world we live in. I was talking with my friends, and I was thinking, like, you know how like LeBron called him a bum and shit on Twitter.
Yeah.
I was thinking about how funny it would be if like LeBron and Trump were like going back and forth on Twitter and shit like that, and how like we would just know the world's ending.
Yeah, I mean the thing is like seeing Trump tweet now, it's still unbelievable to me. Like him saying like you're not invited or like locking hands is cool, but I'm like, wait,
Rocket Man,
Rocket Man. Like I'm like, okay, like this can't be life, bro.
That's Kim Jong-Un.
Oh, that's effed up.
That guy's fucked up.
Wait, Brago, did you see this shit on Twitter where some kickboxers?
Listen, man, I saw that. I don't know why. Why are niggas feeding into that? He's a troll. He's obviously he's craving attention. Like that's like I went through his timeline.
Because Funimation, For Never World, who else? Chibi.
Yeah, Chibi made a video.
All of them
went in.
I'm like, stop. This dude like.
I know Recon went after those guys.
This dude had. He had on
Wait,
Twitter,
what happened?
on his profile, like what was it? He had I booze and cruise, and he had himself drinking beer and driving. I was like, wait, what? I was like, okay, this dude just wants attention. Like that's what he wants, so that's why he tweets shit like that. So I was like, I'm not taking that seriously.
But what did he do?
He said that if you're over 15 or some shit, if you like anime, like girls don't like you, like you should like kill it. I don't know.
I saw somebody retweet that. Was that you, Les?
I think it was, yeah.
And niggas actually paying that attention?
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah,
I saw Geekdom say something
about
it.
It triggered a lot of people, yo.
Yeah, people got triggered. But when I saw it,
significant to me.
When I saw it initially, I was gonna reply. I was like, wait, hold up.
Yeah. Same, bro. I was about to.
I saw his channel was like verified or something. I was all like,
and after I didn't care. Like after I gave myself like, I like fuck this guy. But what triggered me? I was like,
if you were some random petty kid, yeah, I would go off on you. But he's verified. He's just doing that for attention.
Shofu triggered me on Twitter this morning though.
What did he say?
Shofu said that basically because Roger tweeted last night something that Naruto wasn't good.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And then Shofu tweeted that he tweeted the scene of Gaara and Lee and Gaara dropping the weights, and he said that this further proved that Naruto wasn't good because it copied Dragon Ball. I was like, nigga, you chose.
There are so many scenes from various different anime and manga that look like it might have come from Dragon Ball. If you're gonna say that about Naruto, that one scene in Naruto, you can say that about anything. I was like, this like Zazan and Hunter x Hunter when she had the ugly form. That looks just like when Zarbon did
it. Right. I'm like, how are you gonna choose one of the most iconic scenes in Naruto in anime? And you're gonna say that this proves that Naruto isn't good, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, he said Alabasta was the most overrated One Piece arc. So
yeah, you play that OST from Rock Lee dropping those weights, dude.
But then he responded and said,
what's that?
He said, yeah, it's iconic for young and small minds. I was like, I got triggered. I got triggered for a second.
Wait, who said that? Who said that?
Yeah, he said that. I was like, I'm not.
Shofu.
What?
But I mean, we can
fuck?
admit that Rock Lee versus Gaara is better than like half the fights in One Piece.
Yeah, Rock Lee should have fucking won. That was bullshit.
I mean, it was an amazing. I'm saying like for you to just dismiss that and just downplay that because it's a similar moment with Goku taking off his shits versus Tien, fuck it, Tien, whatever this nigga's name is, Tien.
Just call him Tien.
Yeah. No, the thing is, like, honestly, Dragon Ball super fans get so triggered when you call it a Saiyan instead of Saiyajin. Or
no,
like,
those people are fucking weird, bro.
Oh my fucking god!
We don't even pay them niggas no
Get
attention.
out of my face!
Come on, man.
Get out of my face, bro.
Bro, I was talking about with this people on Discord, bro. I hate when people try to mix like fucking Japanese and English. Like, bro, you just speak English, bro. It annoys me when I'm watching Sawyer's reviews and he's like Katakuri, and I'm like, dude, come on.
Wait. Sawyer isn't Sawyer his? I think he's Hispanic though, right? Sawyer's Hispanic.
We're gonna speak American. I mean, we're gonna speak English, and the Japanese.
But I think Sawyer does that with like I think he does it with like Dressrosa as well because he's like
he does it a lot. He does it a lot.
He's Hispanic though. I think he's Hispanic.
No, I think he's. I
don't
think it's because he's
trying to mimic the show.
So now he's speaking Spanishanese. Like, come on.
No, because it's like certain things where it's like you say it like because you roll your R's and shit.
Dressrosa.
I mean, it's possible, but
and then Dressrosa had a Spanish team, so it makes sense. Come on, Dressrosa.
Nah, bro.
This to me, it sounds like he's trying to like pronounce it like Japanese, but I could be wrong.
No, I feel you.
Well, no, I think sometimes he does that because that was like Yonko as well.
Nah, I mean sometimes I feel like everybody has those.
That's a Latin thing.
Those weeb moments.
That is how you say it.
Naruto. Naruto. So y'all niggas don't go around and say Naruto.
No. Hell no.
Because listen, man, I see people all the time because
I get triggered when people say
Naruto. No, because what people used to get triggered when they say Naruto. Naruto. You ever hear people say Naruto?
Yeah. I heard people say like Luffy.
Naruto.
It's Naruto.
Just my Naruto calls Luffy Luffy, and he just.
No, let me be for real.
Yo, when Froob first joined the streams, I lie to you not. Froob called Luffy Luffy. Every time.
There's a reason behind that though.
You said you had a friend who was called like that's like you were introduced to him before One Piece, right?
Yeah, like I had like a good friend, and he was the one that introduced me to One Piece, and his name was every single person called him Luffy, like ever since I found him. I mean, because like no one even knew what the anime was, whatever. We were just called this dude Luffy and shit like that. And then I finally saw One Piece, and I'm like, bro, isn't your shit pronounced Luffy? He's like, oh yeah, I mean, I don't really fucking care.
Brago, we need to find that stream.
Yeah, Luffy. People used to get so triggered in the chat too. It's fucking Luffy, dude.
Yeah, like it's like Dustin's the homie, but like, bro, when he says like Kaiokai, sometimes, man, I just want to like.
Somebody mispronounced Madara one stream recently.
I think I slapped on him one time.
Mandara? Was somebody called him Mandara? Was it Ty?
Madara.
Yeah, who used to call him Madara?
Madara.
I think it's Matt B.
Was it Matt B? Somebody pronounced Madara wrong.
That's a high call Katakuri.
Katakuri. No, what kills me is when Ty says Sabaody.
Yo, there's something Ty says that
isn't that the pronunciation?
Say that too.
I say
no, but Ty says no, he doesn't say Sabaody.
It's Max says Sabaody too.
How does he say it?
No, it is Sabaody. That's how you say it. But he says like Sabuti or something like that.
Shabundi? Is that what he says?
Sabundi. He doesn't say Sabaody. It's the funniest shit. But it's like people like in the chat with Ty's in the chat and he's saying Katakuri. Like that's how people are spamming the Katakuri. I don't know. It's like the American version.
in the literal panel in Sabaody, the park says Shabundi. Like it's spelled Shabundi in the literal panel.
That's how
the words.
Yeah. Well,
like not the word, but like in the actual drawing, it's spelled.
Well, guess what? This American.
You say you say it's spelled Shabundi.
No, like in like you know how like you have the word text like on the actual picture where it has like when you go to the park or whatever, it says like SH Shabundi.
Why would
like the words is spelled
English
Sabaody.
on the part? Why would it be English on the drawing though?
Nigga, it ain't characters. It ain't gonna be characters. So
you're saying that's the Viz translation? Says Shabundi?
Man.
No, not the Viz. Like on the literal panel, no matter where you see the translation, on the literal picture of what the park is, like the big ass entrance sign, it says SH, like Shabundi. But on the words,
you're saying
like,
in the anime or in the manga as well?
In the manga, when you look up the first panel when they walk into the park, the picture of like the sign that introduces them to
he's
the
talking
park.
about
the picture says Shabondi.
Yeah, he's talking about
the little drawing.
Not like the translation or anything.
He's talking about the
Not the text box, not the speech bubbles, but the actual drawing
sign.
itself.
Yeah, that says SH Shabondi, but the word says Sabodi on the text box.
I mean, I'm just gonna call that shit Sabodi because Shabondi just sounds retarded.
Yeah, I'm gonna go off the words. Yeah. Go off the words, fam. But no, I feel you on that. They said Dustin said it and Ovi got triggered. So Dustin said Madara.
Yeah, he's Madara, Luffy, Kaiokai.
No, I don't get. Only time I got triggered was like I think it was Tekken. Tekken was saying.
Oh man,
Tekken was saying a lot of things.
He can't say shit.
He was saying a lot of things just off.
Have you heard anyone pronounce Sasuke Sasuke?
Oh, no. I saw that. It was in a live stream. It was in a live stream. It was in a live stream. Somebody was live streaming. And Sasuke said something donated. It was everybody in the chat was like, "It's fucking Sasuke."
How do you not know how to pronounce Sasuke?
Bro, come on. You really?
Yeah, I'm gonna flag their channel.
You really think somebody like that's not
their channel
that's gonna know how to pronounce Sasuke?
You
really?
Have to know how to pronounce Sasuke.
Well,
if you in this community, how do you not know Sasuke?
No, but it wasn't like in this community. It was like a random live stream. That was just their username.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
I think she was streaming like about some other shit, and their name was Sasuke Plays or some shit, and that's what she said. It's like Sasuke. I was like, wait, like damn.
Oh wait, it was a girl.
It was a girl. Yeah, it was a girl.
Mm-hmm. I see the catchy hands.
As long as I know who you're talking about, I'm good. I mean, I guess. I mean, as long as you know who I'm talking about, but like Tekken, at first I was triggered by it, but it doesn't bother me as far as name.
Yeah, but if it's like your favorite character, bro, like
nah, we're gonna go slap the taste out of his mouth. That's what Brago said.
What about when me and Taekwondo were in streams for like years straight? He still calls me Foob.
Foob, yeah. I think he said fuck DR at this point. It's just Foob. You know what I'm talking about or whatever.
It's so
funny, bro. They literally, I always know when they're talking to me in the chat, even though like the name gets shorter and shorter. Like someone was like, "Hey, fuck Foo." It was just F.
Yeah. I heard one nigga say, "Hey, when is Fob join the stream? Fob, it's FOB." I'm like, who nigga? But it gives a strong emphasis in the sound and it sounds more badass. I mean, yeah, I don't care about pronunciations. It is what it is. As long as I know what you're talking about and you don't mispronounce Doflamingo, then we're good.
Quixote.
Doflamingo.
Doflamingo.
Where did Don Flamingo? Where's that?
Don Flamingo.
Doflamingo.
The Don.
Yeah, like, why did King always call Dofi Don Flamingo?
Yeah, he says that.
Don.
He calls him Don Flamingo.
He's a Don.
For like a year, he called him Don Flamingo.
Maybe he's saying Da Flamingo.
Oh, he's saying Don.
No. I'm pretty sure he's saying Don.
He's saying Don.
I guess that's a New York thing.
Wait, isn't his name Don Quixote?
Yeah, Don Quixote. He
combines it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Flamingo.
Yeah, because Don Flamingo. Yeah. So it's like instead of saying Don Quixote Do Flamingo,
it's kind of like whenever he goes Big Ma'am, like whenever Big Mom was introduced, he called her Ma'am.
Big Ma'am. I think initially, but before, like I was watching King of Lightning, and that's how he pronounced it. So that's how I pronounced it initially. That's like, what the fuck am I saying? Bitch,
you get those two mixed up, anyways.
What?
Mom and Ma'am. They're two different.
I think like the original spelling was like MAM and like
the original translation.
Oh yeah, they said Fruit Loops. Yeah, Fruit Loops was a thing. It still is.
MAM still not man.
Akatsuki.
Yeah, trust of his.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna like judge people because they don't read One Piece, or they're casuals. I don't like. It is what it is. Say it how you want.
No,
I got pissed off when people say Zolo instead of Zoro. Does anyone actually call Zoro Zolo?
Yeah,
some people say Zolo. Let's fucking bring out the punch bag.
Some people do that. Yeah, some people do that.
Let you up.
Because
the L is for trash, man. You know,
like you have a reason to
you see it.
Public.
All right. It's 1:59. Like the stream, people. Appreciate everybody coming through. I was supposed to end this 2 hours ago.
Yep.
2 more hours.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nah, I got work in like 2 hours.
I got work in like I got school in like 5 hours.
I got class in 3 minutes.
I gotta.
What?
I gotta write up a presentation for work. So
I got an essay, bro.
yeah, I gotta write a presentation for work in the morning, bro. I gotta do some shit to present. I don't have anything.
Carol gotta walk halfway through the desert barefooted.
We troll.
Damn.
Let me stop.
Fuck. Yeah, like the stream, people. Subscribe if you haven't.
Hey, wait. Before you cut it, bro, like, answer the question for real, though. Like, how long do you think it would actually take Susan to beat me up? Like, 10 minutes?
Bye-bye.
Shout out to Steve Ofoob, Master J, Grim, Pharaoh, Dritz, and Laz.
That was a sample from singing.
Hey, thanks, man.
Don't
I love
sub
you
the
for
Grim
that.
because he's gay.
Right.
Get your
Wait,
tickets.
Go watch the official trailer. Everything is explained there.
Exactly.
We them boys.
We them
Next week we're doing
boys.
We them boys,
karaoke,
man. Big
y'all.
well, bro. What, say that? Say that,
Shout out
Master?
to Hanzo.
I said next week we're doing karaoke.
We'll also be watching the Zower.
Karaoke? Okay.
Uh-oh.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Arden Take
Yeah, we
again
watched Zoar.
for the
We watched that
donation. That means
Over.
a lot. The PC is
PC
about to
gang.
be lit.
One Piece. The next One Piece episode is gonna be lit, yo.
Exactly.
Hey,
Dude, oh,
if
that's
y'all
a
niggas are
special,
down,
right?
we can do a group live reaction. Like
It comes with a new opening as well, bro. It's gonna
Double
be
Yo,
episode,
episode,
man,
bro.
we gotta do
Yeah,
that, bro.
group
We
live
gotta do that
reaction?
group live reaction, yo, to the new opening.
For an hour. Damn.
You know it's gonna be up on Marco the Phoenix, so you know.
Hey,
Exactly.
shout
That's the
out to
plug,
Marco.
man. That's the plug, fam. We gotta go to Marco
Hey,
the Phoenix. yo.
Marco's closing
You
in on
know Marco the
100,000
Phoenix?
soon, bro.
Yeah, 7, bro. I've
Yeah,
gained, like,
Marco the
shit.
Phoenix commented on my video one time, man. He reached out. I was like, yo, Marco, man, I appreciate your shit. It's legendary out
Hey,
here.
listen,
He's like, yo, man, you can use my clips anytime. I was like, appreciate that, man. I was like, and one time I was like, I got a copyright strike. Yo, Marco, I got a copyright strike for your shit. Yo, man, he was going on. He's like, that ain't my shit, bro. Like, come on, dog. Like, come on, man. How you gonna give me approval and it's not your shit, bro?
Hey, the greatest respect I got from Marco. I said hello in the chat. This guy modded. That's
What
mad
kind of
respect.
shit is this? But nah, yo, that's the plug. We see these niggas down for the group live reaction because
Look out for new artwork coming out featuring the Brago Pirates. That's coming
exactly. Shout out to Art and Take again. Shout out to
out.
Aura.
And the other person, I don't remember the person's name. Start with an F on Twitter.
Wow.
Remember the tweet from earlier?
Oh yeah, I don't remember his name. He says he's working on
Fanar?
it.
I don't remember what the name was.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so the drawings were like.
Yeah, he's
Max,
working on some
Brago.
Yeah,
drawings.
Matt B, Master J, and Brago.
Yeah.
I think
It was
Ty
like-
wants a
it
little
was like a
kid.
scribble.
Yeah,
It
Ty,
looked
you drawing Ty as a kid and shit. I'm like, come on, bro, don't do that. Like with a big cap on and shit. Like, yo,
Yeah,
Yo, but you know what's
Yeah.
funny though? Brago looks like nowadays Shanks, and Matt B looks like younger Shanks in that picture.
like, I mean, it looks like it's finna be lit, yo. It looks like it's finna be lit.
Further in,
Said he got it.
all I saw was one nigga.
Yeah.
You gotta go look at it. You gotta go look at it
boy.
again, bro.
For some reason, I look like Buggy.
That's what it is.
I ain't no clown.
But yeah, like the stream. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Sooner or later.
Yeah, because we got to do a I was planning on doing like a
Prediction.
I don't know. I guess this technically was no, we didn't do predictions. If the spoilers, I mean, regardless, I'm gonna stream tomorrow. We catch y'all niggas tomorrow.
All right.
Peace.
Bye bye.
Shit, I was about to try to end the hangout. Let's not stop the stream.